So
me
why
off
does
the
the
regular
playoffs only
season.
matter for TJ, but not Nembhard?
That's not true. I gave Nembhard
but
the
you
high-end
don't prop up
starter.
Nembhard. That
Did
shit
I
doesn't
not
make
give
sense.
Nembhard the high-end starter?
You didn't want to
I
do
did,
it. So
but
what are
I
you talking
did.
about?
Hello, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Joel Moran, and I'm here with River Brown, Angel Velez, and Joe Dells. And this is now episode 499 NBA podcast. We're going to put every single starting point guard into a tier. And then some other NBA current events that we have to talk about. Shaquille O'Neal's comments on Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant has been a trending topic for the last month, it seems like.
I'm sick of it. I'll be honest. I am sick of talking about Kobe.
Me too, man.
Non-stop, man. I get it. He's probably not going to get respected. I'm sorry.
How can you not respect Kobe Bryant?
It's just... it's been so much shit on
As
that
a
man's
Lakers
name.
fan, it's
As a
crazy.
diehard Laker fan.
Diehard Lakers fan.
Diehard. Yeah, that shit crazy. Shaq crazy for that, but, you know. It is what it is.
Shaq. I think he's crazy for that too, but Cam Thomas, Shaq, Giddey, Kuminga still haven't been paid yet.
You saw Cam Thomas's deal?
Yes.
That shit was disrespectful as fuck.
There's been multiple reports.
No one else is offering him shit, it seems
But
like.
No, they're not.
14? Come on.
There's been multiple reports on
Better
all
than the
three
minimum.
players that makes them look like terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Giddey's had reports about him, Kuminga too. And then we're going to get into Damian Lillard reuniting with the Blazers and then getting to NFL training camp news. It's been a couple of days of NFL training camp now, and we're going to get into our biggest takeaways later. But fellas, how are we doing?
Apparently. Who over here was a Terrence Marshall fan?
I think that was Dell's, actually.
That was apparently.
I saw someone in my league pick up Terrence Marshall, but
Because
I didn't see
apparently
He's
at
been
training
dogging in Philly
camp,
camp.
Okay.
he's making the receivers uncomfortable in
Yeah.
a good
I'll
way.
be honest.
Hey,
I'm not buying shit.
Hey,
from
listen,
Terrence Marshall.
who's our third?
It's
don't
always
have
something
one.
about
Yeah.
the third. Jahan Dotson, Quez
They've
Watkins.
always been bad.
We don't have a third.
Yo, chill. Respect. What is it? Skinny Batman? What did they call Quez?
Skinny Batman?
I forget.
Quez Watkins.
Yeah, Quez Watkins. What did they
He
call?
was solid.
Wasn't it? They had
Skinny Batman?
three nicknames for the AJ Brown, him, and Quez.
I don't remember.
Him and
his
Smitty.
nicknames.
Excuse
I
me.
don't remember that nickname.
I'll look it
I
up.
remember Quez was solid until he wasn't no
You
more.
guys had Terrence Marshall last year, no?
I don't remember.
No.
I don't
No?
think so. But he's been tearing the shit up. Apparently.
You guys had Zacchaeus,
Jahan Dotson.
wide receiver 3.
I thought
Really
Zacchaeus
good.
would have been decent.
Reliable.
I
Yeah,
forgot
He was fine
who's
for
the
Atlanta.
guy we had that was a quarterback turned to a wide receiver.
All right, I was right.
Skinny Batman?
So Swole Batman. Apparently Quez was Fast Batman.
Okay.
And I think Skinny
Smitty.
Batman
That's
was
Smitty.
That makes
was
sense.
Smitty. That's terrible.
Terrence Marshall, okay. You're buying into what's he getting? Over under 15 targets this
How
year.
much do I have to buy into a 3?
15 targets
15 targets.
for this season?
Yes.
Oh,
How much
you're
did-
disrespectful.
Well, let's see how much Jahan got.
Jahan got more than 15 targets.
Bro, I'll be honest.
That's not a
you're
lot.
1 and 2 or those two. I don't care who the 3 is. bro. Like,
The three is, I
There-
guess,
it's
was.
your number
God.
5 option
It's
on one
Dallas.
of the lowest
Yeah.
passing
Let's
offense
see.
in the league.
Jahan Dotson last
You
year.
don't feel like this year they're going to open up the offense to...
Bro, he
pass
had
the ball
33
more?
targets.
Okay.
That ain't far. That really ain't far off of 15.
But that's double.
Yeah, but that 17 games.
I mean,
30.
it's
There's
all-
just a world he
it's
doesn't make
still
the
not
team.
a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it ain't far. It
it's
ain't
not a
far
lot,
off.
but it's double.
Yeah, but it ain't far off. Like 15 wasn't a crazy guess.
There's just a world he doesn't make the team. He's on the practice squad. He doesn't play in 10 of the 17 games. You know what I mean? Like, there's just a world he really doesn't see the field.
There's a world also. Maybe he gets
There's a
33
world where,
targets.
yeah, he gets 60 targets and he's decent.
Yeah, I
Who?
love
Terrace
that.
Marshall?
Yeah.
No way.
What's more likely, 15 targets or 60?
Shout out to the sponsor of today's episode. That is PrizePicks. Now, PrizePicks is very easy to play. All you got to do is go on the app. They have projections in Riv. It's more or less. It's that simple.
More or less, it's that simple. Even a caveman can do it. You know me, I love to go more. I go for the high risk. I don't do nothing less.
The NFL is only a month away, and right now, PrizePicks has NFL season projections, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, you name it. So if you want to go on the app and look at those projections and use code PA and go on the app and use code PAS, you play $5, you get $50. See if there's anything you like to make this NFL season a little more interesting. For Terrace Marshall,
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Okay, so 15 wasn't that crazy. 16 targets.
15 wasn't crazy. Yeah.
No.
targets is
But I'm
nothing.
saying, but he said there's a world he gets 60. That's why I'm saying
that what
he
you
wasn't
said?
gonna get 60.
Yeah.
I guess there is a world where he gets 100.
There's a
no
dumbass
way.
world. There's a dumbass
There's a
world for
world where
sure.
Terrence Marshall actually lives up to the LSU hype.
There's a world with Terrence is up, that's for
AJ
sure.
Brown, I'm willing to bet barely had over 60. Maybe I think he probably had 80 targets. Yeah, I know targets.
AJ Brown.
He had probably more than 100
Wait,
targets.
what are you talking about? His
AJ
rookie year?
Brown?
Joel.
Targets.
Joel.
Not
AJ Brown.
receptions, yes.
Joel.
This
He had more than
this
80.
past season.
He had more than 80.
Because you got
Check
to
it.
He played 13 games. He had 97 targets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And before
80
that,
targets.
it's 158,
If he had 80
145.
targets, that means he has like 50 or 60
If
catches.
he had 80 targets, he was requesting a trade.
Yeah.
And he still had a band.
Yeah.
You know, it just
The band was
depends
smooth,
because
like-
it feels like every time AJ gets targeted, he gets a reception.
That's
how it
true.
feels
But
like.
even still, you're not going to have 100%.
But he always, when he complains he's not getting
rating,
targeted,
no?
you'll see the next 3-4 games. He's
Oh, he's
getting
getting
like
double
20
digits.
and
Smitty
30
had
targets.
89
Yeah,
in
he
13 games. So they both are getting pretty similar amount of targets in the amount of games they're playing.
Yeah.
I mean, that offense is just not utilizing the third receiver
Run
at
the
all.
ball.
No.
They're using Dallas Goddard more than
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
in
Like,
the
Terrence
passing
Marshall
game.
should be the fifth option on that offense. You got Saquon, too.
I was gonna say Saquon's getting passing.
gets more targets?
Getting targets.
Will
Let's-
Shipley,
you know what?
Will
Let's see.
Shipley or Terrence Marshall?
Let's see
Who
how
gets more
much. Let's
targets
see how
next
much
year?
Saquon
Shipley's
has.
over.
Let's see how much Saquon has.
They have AJ
targets.
Dillon now.
They got. I've seen Shipley as the 2 though. Dylan's on the cutting block.
Saquon got
52.
Good guess.
43.
Okay.
10 over Jahan. Yeah, he's getting more targets than Terrence Marshall. It's not even a conversation.
No, I said Shipley. No, Saquon for sure.
Shipley had a big play one time. He's supposed to score. He didn't score. I think it was against the Giants.
I definitely would throw the ball more to Saquon than I would Jahan Dotson.
I'd run the
And-
ball first before I throw it to Terrence Marshall. With all due respect.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If I
And
have,
I'm talking what hurts.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, that
It's
too.
like I'm running the ball.
If you would have
first.
said
Yeah.
I'm running the ball with Will Shipley,
Oh,
then
that
I
too.
would have.
Yeah, you know, I
This
like
is
Will.
a lot of disrespect for somebody who's making the Eagles' receiving room uncomfortable.
Listen, it's
where'd
no
that
thirds.
quote come from? Was that
It was
AJ.
AJ.
Sirianni?
AJ
Oh,
Brown
AJ?
said it. Yeah, he said it. He's like, yo, they making it's good, like the uncomfortability. I was like, okay.
That's a good
AJ's
teammate.
job might be in
He's a
jeopardy
good teammate
now.
right
Yeah,
there, man.
yeah. Nah, listen,
Terrence Marshall.
the more the merrier. We have a super team. so
Here's where I
don't care.
want to put stock into what AJ Brown said.
Talk.
I
But-
do. However,
we
and
know.
Dells knows where I'm going with this. AJ Brown was once recorded saying,
About Elijah Moore.
hysterically crying,
Yes.
he's better than me, talking about Elijah Moore.
He's bugging for that.
No, I mean crying,
Uh huh.
passionately talking about
Elijah
Elijah
Moore
Moore.
had a decent day at Bills camp, I saw.
I'm excited for that. believe
My
it or not.
takeaway is just AJ Brown's very humble. He doesn't understand his
Elijah
own
Moore's not
greatness.
bad. He just had a
The concussion.
concussion.
He's on the
obviously
Bills
got
now.
drafted to the Jets. Yeah, so
I'm
I think
actually
he was-
excited about
I think
that.
he was running with the ones.
this guy's nuts.
And he doesn't listen.
Doesn't listen.
He doesn't
Coleman,
listen.
Keon Coleman had a great camp. So far.
Yeah, I have seen that
Keon
too.
Coleman's been hooping.
Here's the nice names to hear from Buffalo. Shout out to Josh Palmer. That's interesting to me.
Mhm.
Of course,
Shakir.
Shakir,
Shakir, yeah.
Keon,
Yeah.
and then the last guy we just spoke about. Now I'm blanking. Elijah Moore.
Elijah been better.
Josh
than Kincaid
Palmer
so
is
far.
interesting to me for whatever reason.
Kincaid's been good in training
Okay.
camp.
Here we
Kincaid,
Yeah.
I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, I don't care.
I know. You
He'll
gotta
have
wait
a
to see it.
calm 600-yard season.
That's not good enough. If I'm being honest with you.
With the amount of
First
weapons
round.
they have, it's
First round pick.
high.
Like you
With
mentioned,
the who?
first round picks.
With the who?
No, no,
the
what
amount
the
of weapons they have.
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
What weapons?
This is a first round pick.
What weapons?
The weapons the Bills have, they have a lot of good players. they
Kincaid
don't-
should be the best.
I'm not gonna lie.
Kincaid?
All of their
Yeah.
weapons are like 3.
Shakir-
All
Shakir's the
things
best.
considered.
No, Shakir
you're right.
is the best.
All
Kincaid
things con-
should be the best.
He's cooking.
First
But
round.
Should be.
Kincaid, when he was healthy, before he got hurt, he was putting up some decent production.
That's
It's just
not
after
good
he got
enough.
hurt.
That's not good enough.
Last year, I feel like he was never really good.
I'm gonna be
His rookie year, he was
transparent.
He was
decent.
never really
His rookie year,
utilized
you
the
had some
right
hope
way
for
last
him.
year either.
I
though.
don't hate many players for zero reason. I hate Kincaid,
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Because of fantasy?
and that is the reason.
So it is.
I don't judge
players.
players on fantasy. I just watch what they do in person.
I just want a little more.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
feel that way?
Yeah.
Let's see.
He's mid.
Don't
Even
Kincaid.
if you want to say fuck fantasy, real life, he's mid.
Yeah, no, he's just solid. He's a guy.
I expect
But,
a little more. Just a
He's
little.
not-
definitely a guy.
but at this point, like, I think the Bills, they
Yeah.
need a number one passing option, but more so on the outside. That's what they need.
He had 6 games. He had a 6-game stretch where he saw at least 6 targets. He had more than 50 yards in 2 of them.
In 2024?
Yeah.
Was it in the first half of
Yes,
the season?
first half of the season.
Yeah, and he got hurt. I think he was
He
dealing
got hurt
with
week
the-
11.
Yeah, that's near the second half though. When week
Yeah.
11,
When he
there's
got
like
back
8
from
more games in
injury,
the
he
season.
played 4 games, didn't do really anything.
Yeah,
What about 2023, man?
2023, he was decent. He had 670 yards, Rookie tight end, 670.
That's
You'll
good.
take that.
That's
I'm not
good.
gonna
I
lie.
agree.
They gave me hope.
I
I'm not
agree.
gonna sit here and be like,
I
that's
agree.
dog
I'm not
shit.
going to sit here and say that that's bad.
Gave me hope,
Yeah, so
man.
he had a left knee PCL sprain and right knee bursitis.
When was that?
Week 11 against the Chiefs.
Yeah, he missed 3 games.
And then in the biggest game of the season, unfortunately,
He didn't do shit in the playoffs.
Yeah, man. You just
Just
hope
can't
he
come
can
down with the
hope he can
grab.
have a good year 3. Because this is year 3.
let's be honest. How many skill position players on that team are you taking before Kincaid?
Well,
Maybe
Khalil
2.
Shakir,
that's really it.
James Cook,
James Cook.
Keon Coleman, or him. I'm being.
Keon Coleman didn't really show you
I
much
agree,
either
but who
last
would
year.
you take going into next season?
I don't know.
What are you asking? More
Yeah,
yards, more
that-
receptions?
you
No,
can't-
just like who do you think's
outside
gonna
of
have a better
Sheen
season?
anyway.
Outside of Shakir and Cook, everybody's auditioning.
Yeah.
I think that's
Everybody's
very well said.
legitimately auditioning. So,
They don't have an elite player.
Yeah,
No.
they don't even have a great.
They don't.
I love Shakir. Love
Let me
Cook.
see Josh Palmer's.
They don't
best
have a rock solid number
No
2.
way you're about to get Josh Palmer hype in 2024.
Nah,
No, you're
I
right.
need like a few
2025
plays.
actually.
I need a few plays. That's all I
2025.
need. That's all I need.
No, he couldn't even do well last year with Herbert.
Yeah, no. He didn't do shit.
Oh wow, in year 2, almost 800 yards.
No, Josh Palmer, there was a time where he
Damn.
was decent.
I know.
It's just been a while, feels like. What year is he going into?
Year 4.
Oh, wow.
If it
I would've
wasn't
guessed
last
six.
year, I
Oh,
don't think
wow.
it's going
Year
to be
5. Excuse me.
any
Apologize.
year.
Not facts.
Because the Chargers receiving room was as open as any
Terrible,
receiving
yeah,
room
yeah.
in the league.
To be fair, like that number 2 and 3 spot for Buffalo's open.
Yeah.
Josh Allen makes it so the Bills have a very high offensive floor because they have a good amount of weapons. But the problem is that they don't have an elite weapon. So in the playoffs, when teams start playing them tighter in man coverage,
They're kind of
They
like
can't
a
get
poor man's
separation.
version of Green Bay. And that's not something I want to be.
I also think
They're
they,
so much better than Green Bay.
he-
Shit, not even funny.
he got pushed
The
down the
receiver
line.
room?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm saying the receiver. room.
last
yeah.
year for sure. This year it just depends on Matthew Golden and what he does.
Yeah.
But if Matthew Golden doesn't pan out, then no, the Bills receiving room is very comparable, and I think it's more reliable.
I don't know. I like Dobbs. I like Kraft. That might be where it stops.
You're not a Reed guy.
Jaden Reed, facts.
I love
Yeah.
Shakir.
I think all 3 of them.
You're not a
out of those-
Dontavian Wicks guy.
If he catches the ball this year, I'll be in.
If he catches the ball,
I will
I
be
think
in.
most people would be in if he catches the ball.
Yeah, sure.
You know, just
Yeah, he
the
led
most
he
important
led
job.
the Packers in targets.
Yeah, the most
See,
important
that's-
job.
getting
you
see,
know?
but that's
targeted.
when watching football really helps you, man. Because you wouldn't know that unless you watch.
Yeah, you wouldn't know he
It
dropped
gets
the ball.
open.
Yeah, he
Gets
does.
open.
He had a top 10 open rating on ESPN and stuff, and I think PFF wrote an article about him like he was top 10 in open rating. It says he can't catch.
He's the most polarizing guy in the league.
Dontavian Wicks. It's so well said.
Because why the fuck can you get open? You're top in every stat. You just can't catch the ball. It's
Listen,
embarrassing.
There's an old Packers wide receiver who
Talk.
had a similar issue.
Oh,
He
God.
figured it out. That person is now Devontae Adams.
Hey, Wicks.
Same career path.
Now we're nothing.
But Christian Watson is still recovering from his ACL injury.
Yeah.
So it opens up some opportunity for everybody to get involved. Like
Breaks
I
my
think
heart.
Dobbs, Reed, Wicks, Golden, that's probably their 4
Yeah.
until Watson comes back.
Well, Wicks don't have a problem getting
Watson's a
open.
problem. Like when
Watson-
he's
yeah, he
healthy,
just-
he's actually really
he cannot
good.
stay healthy for
He
his life.
can't.
I mean, it sounds like all them dudes is problems.
I think Kraft's
Nah.
gonna be the best one this year.
Thought Jaden Reed was going to be a
If I had
problem.
to put my money
He's
on
good.
it.
Well,
I
of
think
course you
Kraft's-
feel that way. That's why you won't trade me him.
No, you asked what's up with Kraft. I said send me an offer I can't refuse. And you
Yeah, and
said,
then I just ignored it because it's like,
Crying
you
at
know,
that.
we're not, let's deal in real life, not fantasy.
but I mean, you could,
Even
you
though
didn't
we
send me
are
anything.
technically in fantasy
You didn't
as
send me
well.
anything.
Do you think Kincaid or Tucker Kraft have a better fantasy
Tucker
year?
Kraft.
There's just never a situation. I'm just going to blindly choose the other person over Kincaid.
I would take Tucker Kraft. I think I
I have such a
some
vendetta
hope for
against
Kraft,
Kincaid.
man. I
If
think
you
it's gonna be
watch the
good.
fantasy reaction, you understand this every single week. This is the week. This is the week. If it's not the week,
Facts.
Dells, I'm sorry. I'm done.
If
There's
you
like
don't
7
have
weeks in a row.
an upper echelon tight end in fantasy, you just run the risk of getting like 7 points from your tight end every week.
It's
Yeah.
true. But I think with
Hey, Dallas one week gave me a boomer.
Kraft had 700.
It was the game against
name?
the Falcons.
How much did
I think
Kincaid
it was
have?
the Falcons. It was the Falcons or the Saints?
What
Saints.
Kincaid
Saints.
have?
Yeah, like 160
really,
backpacked.
Kincaid had 450 and 2 touchdowns.
That's terrible.
like he's
He was the tight end 29 last year. That's impressive.
That's
to
fucking
be
embarrassing.
no. Genuinely speaking, to be as highly drafted as you were.
29th.
Yo, how many yards did Kyle Pitts have? I'm being so serious. Let me know right
He
now.
might
So
have had
Kyle
like
Pitts walking in the
600.
training. He's
Where
hilarious.
did
If
Kincaid
Kyle
rank on,
Pitts
like, a
has
weekly
more
basis?
yards than you, you're
Pitts
bad.
had 600. Pitts was 10 and 15.
This is the year for him,
Would you ask?
for Pitts.
It's about fucking time.
This is the year.
Michael Penix, the real always knew.
Would you ask?
The real always knew.
what was Kincaid's weekly average? Like, because I know
That's a
he
good question.
finished 29th in total, but he missed games, right? So
You're saying like points per game?
Like per game, how much did he
It's a
average?
good question.
Well, he had 79 points divided by 13. So he had 6 fantasy points per game.
Wow, that's pretty awful.
Pretty tough.
He's dog shit.
But when you
I've
watch him, he still moves you.
No,
He's
I never
alright.
said he moves me. I never said so.
He's all right. I would love for him to get better. I really would.
I just think
I'm actually praying on his downfall actively.
my expectation for him is just tempered down already. Because we've already, like, I don't, even coming out of college, like, he wasn't an elite tight end prospect.
No.
He was a first round guy, but he wasn't Brock Bowers. He wasn't even Trey McBride.
He wasn't
coming out
even
of
Sam
college.
Laporta.
Who was, I
first
mean, that
round
tight
pick,
end
though.
class
Yeah, he was
was,
taking over Sam Laporta, is what I'm saying.
that tight end class was Michael
Michael
Mayer,
Mayer.
too.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Mayer was the guy
He was.
coming out of college, and he hasn't
I like
produced
Michael Mayer.
either.
He just, I mean, he didn't get played really at much his rookie year. Then he drafted Brock Bowers. Tough look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hate to see it.
You can't even get
Hate to
an
see it.
opportunity.
I would
man.
love for someone to trade like 3rd round pick or day 3
Come to
pick.
Philly.
You know what I mean? Here's a 5th for Michael Mayer.
I
Here's a
kind of
2nd round
allow
pick.
myself one player on each team in my division. One player.
Michael Mayer?
No, Brock Bowers. Michael Mayer. Are you kidding me? For
I
the
don't think
Chargers, I have to let him go.
Really?
I have to let him
I
go.
don't think
Herb?
I don't
Have
like
to let him
anybody in Washington or the Giants.
Jaden?
Too much. No.
You don't like Malik? You'd be lying.
Yeah. no,
Yeah,
I
you know
like
what I
Malik.
mean?
like Malik.
You love CD. Give him a hug and a kiss.
That's my
Washington, I feel
brother.
like,
I hate every single person on that
and
team.
it's crazy because Jaden Daniels is
I'm
cool
so
as sin.
Yeah, I hate everybody on that team.
I respect that.
I would too. And Bobby
Nothing wrong with
Wagner,
that.
you don't fuck with Bobby Wagner?
He's not really like a part of it. Like he just came over here.
There's
So,
no one I like
I mean,
on Buffalo.
best
Yeah.
middle
No one I
linebacker
like
in the
on
league,
Buffalo.
according to Manti
But he
Te'o.
wasn't with Washington. You know what I'm saying? He was doing all that with the Rams.
For someone
and
who is
everything, you know what I'm
Washington
saying?
garbage, to be
Hey.
anyone on anyone's number one on
Number
anyone's
1
list.
was nuts. Number 1 was actually ridiculous.
That's the for this, like, for the All-Star game when they give you the
Commissioner's vote.
exactly
Yeah.
like Dirk getting in, Dwayne Wade getting in.
Yeah.
For the baseball, they just
we
like
knew,
Kershaw.
but we
and-
knew like why they was getting in. Like
Ain't
Bobby's
nobody,
still all pro. Let's just not get that twisted.
Don't talk.
nobody
All-Pro?
knows
Washed.
linebackers more than
No,
Manti
no, he's
Te'o.
called washed 4 years ago.
he became all pro multiple
Called
times.
washed 4 years ago.
Hey, hate to see it. Hate to see
Sometimes
it.
you gotta trust a Hall of Fame talent,
Yeah. Nobody knows linebackers like Manti Te'o.
like Manti Te'o.
That's what the
He
caption
was
said.
he was an all-time
I mean, he had,
collegiate player.
He had Denzel Perriman in the top 10, and he was on the Chargers. He didn't even play much.
He's just a West Coast
Nah,
guy.
sometimes misses be misses, man.
No, that was an egregiously
How do you think he put that
bad
list together?
miss.
He
Do you
definitely
think he
was just like
sorted by like
he definitely was just like I feel like he's gonna be that good.
Yeah.
Like it was just like a feel. I see myself in him. Like
I
type
really
vibe.
wouldn't even been surprised if he just based it off of like
tackles.
in-person interactions,
Oh.
because there's no way that Denzel Perriman was in the top 10.
I feel
That's
like
my
players
ending
do
metric
it.
last
Players
year.
do it differently than like scouts. I feel like they, like you mentioned, they go talk to him, they go watch it, and they just like I see things you can't see.
Steve Smith, I feel like, is like that a lot.
He's
Even though
actually not
right.
bad, though.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
he's-
right.
he's-
Oh,
He'd
was
be
he right
right.
when he called Jerry Jeudy a jag and he goes for 1,300 the year after? Was
We'll
he
find
right?
out. We'll
he
find out.
He was
We'll find
right
out.
till he was wrong.
We'll find out. It could be a flop.
Like, why in God's name did we trade him,
He was
bro?
right till he was wrong for sure.
Steve Smith be cooking.
Jerry
though.
Jeudy 1 year and 10 years from now, he's gonna appear on Keep 3, Cut 5, short-lived peaks.
Yo, doing it
1 year wonder.
Doing it with
I saw you
the
guys do
Browns.
it. You guys did some.
Yeah, that was a good video, fun video. I messed up.
Don't even look my way. This
Yo.
fuckface fucked up.
He said I fucked up because
He
I
kept
respected
DeMarco
DeMarco Murray.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Who'd you cut in the beginning? I forgot. I saw something you cut. I was like, what
We
the
cut
fuck?
Victor Cruz.
Okay.
we did.
That was a bummer. We
we
cut,
cut
Jimmy
Peyton
Graham.
Hillis with the swiftness.
Peyton Hillis, who cares?
Jimmy Graham.
Yeah,
Jimmy
yeah,
Graham's
yeah,
nuts.
Yeah. I agree.
Jimmy Graham's peak. It
But
was
that was on
him and
me.
Gronk were like.
I asked him, I said, yo, bro, we can
I'm
take
down.
the game, but it's Jimmy Graham. He said, you know what? We're going to wait. Josh.
And we got Josh.
I was all right, but we
Then
kept
we got
DeMarco
Josh,
Murray.
and that was on me.
I
And we
would
kept
definitely
MT.
kept Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
MT or Jimmy Graham?
MT.
MT or DeMarco fucking Murray.
Easy.
Yeah, MT.
Easy.
You kept MT though.
Yeah,
We did. Yeah, we had to.
DeMarco Murray or Jimmy Graham?
Jimmy Graham.
Easy.
Yes, bro, stop.
He was a top 2
I
tight
think
end.
you
I
guys
admitted I was
definitely
wrong.
messed up with the DeMarco Murray pick for sure. His peak was insane though.
MT
was.
MT saved us. MT definitely saved
But
us.
also, it's just, I thought Wentz should have been cut, but Wentz got taxed for a year.
I did tax him.
But he had multiple seasons that were really
He
great.
did.
Yeah,
He had
yeah.
2 seasons. That moved me.
You did
More
you
like
definitely,
3.
You definitely
Which
taxed
one are
him.
we talking?
2017,
Second year Eagles?
That was the Super Bowl year.
2018 and 2019, he willed those teams to the playoffs.
He did.
His touchdown interception numbers, they were very
I agree.
good.
27
I
to 7.
He
So
did
that's-
not
so it's
turn the
2
ball
years.
over
4K.
much.
Should have kept him over Matt Ryan.
Talking about the Colts.
That's gonna do
Nah,
it.
I think it's fine. You ride out with a Hall of Famer. You always bank on that.
Something like that.
You always
Oh,
bank
so
on that.
interesting.
What
So
years
you
you
do
gotta
that
get
with
him?
Matt Ryan,
Yeah.
but not Bobby
Let
Wagner.
Matt Ryan play linebacker. He'd be racking up that too.
What year is Matt gonna get in?
A Hall of Fame.
First ballot.
He retired
First ballot?
last year.
I think Matty Ice should be a first ballot Hall of
I'm saying
Famer.
when year he retired? Last year or 2 years ago?
He retired in 2020.
He forcefully retired. Let's just put that
It
out
might have
there.
been
Yeah, for
20.
sure. He
Well,
needed
he
to go.
retired
I thought
after
it was-
Russell Wilson's first year in Denver.
Okay, so like 2
So it
years.
might have been
I thought it was more
2021.
recent.
Okay. So how many years left until he can get in? You know, we gotta wait like one
I don't
more
know
year?
about the eligibility.
Because I thought they got rid of it so you could do it the next year.
Yeah, he should get in the Hall of Fame. I think a lot of these quarterbacks that haven't won a Super Bowl, but they were so good at their best.
Yeah.
Like all the 2010s eras dudes,
Mhm.
like Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, they definitely deserve to get in. I think they're that good.
All right, listen. All things considered, Jimmy Graham basically had like 3 seasons.
He had a career, like it will fool you when you look at the numbers more, but really his peak was
New
only a
Orleans.
couple seasons.
New Orleans. Once he left New Orleans, yeah.
He basically, he dropped off.
I will give him 4 years. For
He
a tight end,
also-
these are great years.
He also played forever. Like he was playing. Was he in Chicago last year?
No,
right?
2 years
2
ago.
years ago. Okay.
So he had, on his second season, 13, 10, 11 touchdowns. That's amazing. Then the year after, he missed 1 game. He had 900 and I believe 9 touchdowns. 982 and 9 touchdowns, so almost 1,000. He had a Terry McLaurin year. The year after, 12, 15. I'm sorry, that was an easy joke. Easy joke. I regret it already. He went for 12, 15, and 16. Year after, 889 and 10. He had 4 years.
Yeah, he was nuts. Man.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I gave you guys some heavy hitters though. That's why it's like
Todd Gurley last.
Todd Gurley being last. You guys had to save a spot, and you didn't save a
Gurley is
spot.
For
Fuck
Josh,
up, bro.
for Josh, I'll do it any day of the week.
No, it was DeMarco, bro. DeMarco.
He had 3 great seasons.
Him or Todd Gurley. Stop
Todd.
talking to me.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come
Like,
on.
You gotta lock in next
But
time.
I will say,
You
I
should've cut
think
the first 4 people.
now heading into
You're not wrong.
point guard tier list.
Yeah, please.
But
I'm excited
also
for this one.
on the theme of keep 3, cut 5s, I thought where you guys blatantly messed up
Oh, wow.
was the Isaiah Thomas cut on the short.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
I'm comfortable with that cut.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
But
know
you
what you're
kept
talking
Danny
about.
Granger.
Yeah, Isaiah
Well,
Thomas'
yeah, that
peak
was
was
bad.
so great, so much higher.
Well.
And John was a part of it, too. We got to keep that
To
in
be
mind.
fair,
John was
to
a
be
part of
fair,
it.
John was a part of it too.
Who'd you
He,
keep? Who are your 3
no,
keeps?
he was telling you to think about IT though.
Who are
He
your
was.
3
He
keeps?
that
Nah,
was-
you cut. No, IT was the first person, right?
Yeah.
You cut the first person. I don't care what
I mean,
nobody
they
said.
not
You
always.
cut-
That was your
you-
reasoning.
Yes,
that was
you
your
cut-
reasoning.
My whole you cut the first person
Who
every
were your
single
3
time.
keeps? Danny
It was-
Granger.
But we also left Brandon Roy off the thing. We
Okay.
fucked up regardless. But yeah, it was Danny
Tough luck.
Granger.
No, it was a terrible keep 3.
Tough
I think we kept D Rose.
Yeah, I did not
Yeah.
keep D Rose.
Who the fuck did we keep?
Cut D Rose.
Yeah, I did not.
I
keep
didn't
D
want to
Rose.
cut D Rose. I don't know what happened. I think D
Yo,
Rose
shout out to
might
Danny
have-
Granger, but what the fuck are you doing?
No,
The
bro, I don't know
spots
what happened.
filled up.
It was
That's
you,
what happened.
bro. What do you
We're
mean?
gonna
I don't know what
Play
happened.
the video.
Okay,
Play the video.
Let's play the video.
Let's play the video.
I'm getting it right now.
Yeah, because listen, I love Danny Granger, but D Rose and Isaiah Thomas, I'm taking over pretty comfortably.
No, I don't. I didn't cut
Short-lived
D Rose.
NBA peaks. First name up, Isaiah Thomas.
29 point per game score, if I'm not mistaken.
Spectacular season.
5'9", absolute demon dog. Dropped 50 after unfortunately losing
You better
family
disrespect
members. That type of stuff is special. We cut him. We never keep
Yeah,
him.
come on,
He
bro.
was getting MVP votes at the point in time.
Thank you, John.
I'm okay with cutting
I'm
him.
under-
Next name, Ben Gordon.
Who said they was okay with
It was
cutting?
Ryan.
That was Ryan.
Oh,
It
okay.
was Ryan.
I thought that We was cut due Isaiah for a
I'm
second.
about to say, we're cutting
Then I
Isaiah.
mentioned
Yeah.
Ben Gordon.
Career playoff more than some of
Hey, he had some tough shots in that Celtics. Hey, he had some tough shots in that Celtics Bulls series.
He was shooting
Very-
40%
oh,
from three in
God.
Chicago every year.
Next name up, Danny Granger.
I like Danny
We
Granger.
can keep.
Very
This
comfortable
this
keeping
is
this one.
him, Isaiah Thomas. I feel like
Danny Granger.
yeah, we have to
Yeah.
fit kind of keep. And I think Danny
Overrated.
Granger was a dog. We could keep
Nah,
him.
he was Next name up, Gilbert Arenas.
All right, we can keep.
It's tough
gotta
because
keep
we
Gil.
saw
You gotta
him
keep- you gotta
have
keep
a
Gil.
longer
I
agree.
peak
Gil.
than a guy like Isaiah Thomas
Yeah.
or Danny Granger. So for that reason, I feel like we saw more of his career play out, so it's less of a what if.
Well,
Yes.
Gilbert Arenas' peak
Yeah.
is over Granger and
Yeah,
Isaiah
yeah.
Thomas.
That's
like
some- that's what I'm
comfortably. Yeah,
I would agree with that.
We have to keep him in.
Next name up, Ben Simmons.
we can cut.
I think what's in people's heads and our heads about Ben Simmons
dog
is
shit.
worse than what he actually was. That being
shit.
said, said
Well
there's
said,
no way we
Ryan.
can keep him.
I feel like his peak was like
He
his
did all
first
this
2
for
years.
Ben
This
Simmons
next
lost
name
Two
is
times
a heavy
NBA,
hitter.
please.
It's Grant Hill.
So it's
By
Danny
our
Green.
standard,
We
I don't
had
know how
to
we
keep
cut
Grant
him.
Hill. Grant Hill's the best
We had
name
to
we
keep
have.
Grant
You
Hill.
might have made a mistake with Danny Granger.
Danny
Well,
Granger
we can't
fucked
go
us.
back in the past.
And that was
And
your
that's
fault.
on me.
the best player.
And I take full
Who are we
responsibility.
gonna get
for
that's
that.
better than Grant Hill?
You right?
How many
So you
years
guys
did
decided to
Granger
keep
play?
Grant
He
Hill,
wasn't like
and
a
then you
good
guys
team.
He had like
decided to
3
cut
really
Brandon
good seasons.
Roy,
It was like a
which you
25
guys
point per
saw
game season.
coming. But I can't believe you didn't see this other name coming. You guys decided to cut Derrick Rose, the youngest
we gotta pack it up.
ever.
I forgot.
That was an
We should've cut
all-time
Danny Granger.
pooper.
gotta
by
pack
the
No,
it
we
up.
forgot.
We gotta
We
pack it up.
legitimately
I mean, it's
forgot D
short-lived
Rose.
peaks. It's
Yeah,
gonna
we
be
forgot.
heavy hitters.
Granger had like a 5-year stretch where he was like an all-star caliber player.
He was
Know what I
really
mean?
good.
He might have had just 1 year where he averaged like 26 though.
Yeah, he had 2 years, 26 and 24. But 20,
Nah, we should have cut
26, 24,
No, we should have cut Danny
2019.
Granger. We should have cut Danny Granger. That's on me. I just don't like keeping the first person. It fucks you for the whole game.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas is just
Him being first was
legend.
nuts. He should have named Danny Granger first. I would have cut him.
I would love to
Gotta
play
make
Keep
it
3 Cut 5
difficult.
right now. I'm fiending for it, actually.
Hate to see it, man.
Yeah, IT's peak was so much shorter.
It was just a spectacular, magical sprinkle season.
Yeah,
really
it
was.
was legendary.
It was just
They
like,
just was
I
comparing it
loved
to Jalen Brunson season. Like I seen it on Twitter like 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's not crazy. Isaiah Thomas was spectacular.
Yeah, if you're
that
talking
year.
about like his MVP. No, I mean MVP vote year. Yeah,
Yeah, the
think-
way that
yeah.
Brad Stevens was like utilizing Isaiah Thomas and coming down so many screens and stuff, he
he's a legend.
doesn't get enough credit for how he maximized IT too.
Shout out to Brad Stevens.
Yeah, he's a executive legend now. Okay, we're gonna get into NBA point guard tier list. We're gonna use the starting point guards projected for the 25-26 season,
Let's go.
which means unfortunately Tyrese Halliburton is not gonna be on this list because he's not gonna play
We can still tier
this
him.
upcoming season. We can tier him out of respect. I like that, Riv. So in the East, I'm just gonna go down the
Good
East
starter.
and West. The point guard names. These are the guys we're gonna be using: Darius Garland, Derek White, Jalen Brunson, Andrew Nembhard, Kevin Porter Jr., Kid Cunningham, Jalen Suggs, Davion Mitchell, Trey Young, Josh Giddey, Emmanuel Quickly, Tyrese Maxey, LaMelo Ball, Igor Demon, and Bub Carrington. In
Crying
the
at
West,
Igor being here.
it's Shea. It's Fred VanVleet. I texted Riv on the side and said, do you want to use Fred or a man? And he said, let's use Fred. So we use Fred VanVleet. Luka Doncic,
Man's not the point.
Jamal Murray, James Harden, Mike Conley, Steph Curry, John Morant, Kyrie Irving, Devin Booker, Scoot Henderson, De'Aaron Fox, DeJounte Murray, because he should be coming back this upcoming year, Dennis Schroeder, and Isaiah Collier.
Like we're missing some guys.
You know what's
It's
crazy?
30.
How much better
Anthony Simons.
Hey,
Derek White.
Kyrie Irving, point guard.
Who's
You
the
guys
point
are-
guard of the team?
You guys are very positional like locks. Like, you know?
Who would be the point guard of Dallas?
When healthy, Kyrie.
Now
D'Lo's going to
D'Lo?
the bench.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
D'Lo's going to the bench.
They brought in D'Lo, and didn't they? Who else did they bring in? I thought they brought in somebody else. Never mind.
I'm blanking.
Brandon Williams.
Nah, I think he was already on the team. They just
No, I
resigned
know
him.
that, but I'm saying like he's the other point guard. That
Yeah, he would be the backup.
There were
backup.
some beat reporters in Boston think Simons come off the bench
I can see a world.
where you start Pritchard and Derek White as your
There's
backcourt.
people on Twitter, the analytical side of Twitter, they think Pritchard's better than him.
Yeah, they do.
Pritchard's pretty good.
Pritchard's awesome. Yeah.
He is really good.
He's awesome. Yeah,
The
he's-
numbers love him. Point guard tier ranking. So we're gonna start out with the first tier, the elite point guards.
Wait, quick question. Are we 100% sure Scoot is starting over Drew Holiday?
I think that they'll be in a backcourt together.
Okay.
I think Drew starts at the 2
Or they just don't play 2 point guards. Like that never processes in our brain.
because who would start Shaden?
Yeah.
Because the
Still
starting
got-
5 right now, I'm thinking.
Denny's
Kamara.
starting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Kamara probably starts.
Denny, Kamara, Klingon, Scoot, Drew.
Shaden's off the bench.
Woo!
Yeah.
Ah!
Shaden's not coming off the bench. I don't think.
That's going to be a tough training camp. I'm excited to hear about that one.
What are our thoughts on going East guards, West guards, and just placing them in their appropriate tier?
Let's do that. So,
Yes.
okay, for the Eastern Conference, let's start there. Let's go with, we're going to do it by seeding wise. That's how it's arranged. Darius Garland.
Low end All-Star.
That's also where I had Darius Garland.
I agree. We're not in the business of disrespecting
No.
Darius Garland, especially after a great year. Went out on his own accord as well. I respect him. He went out there, played injured, even though it may have hindered him for the future. I still believe that I respect what he showed during the playoffs, regardless of the result. That being said, B tier.
This is an easy step. Yeah.
One of the most complete offensive guards in basketball.
Low end all-star.
Low and all-star.
I think low end all-star is the right ranking for him. Now, next player, which is a player that we've had a lot of numerous conversations about in comparison to Garland all year long, that's Derek White.
High-end starter.
Low end all-star.
The answer is low end all star.
Low-
High-end
all-star.
starter.
Riv, there is nothing wrong, and I mean this with my heart and my soul,
High-end starter.
to have Darius Garland and Derek White in the same tier.
High-end starter. He's a high-end
You're
starter.
saying this because your pride is too high.
No, I'm saying it because one is a 2-time all-star and one isn't. High-end starter.
I mean, can you be a low end all-star if you've never been an all-star?
Yes, you can.
You can.
Yes, you
Who?
can.
We're about to.
The
they're
only,
about to
the only
fight in it.
exception is like Jamal Murray.
You know who's the low end all star? Franz Wagner. Has he been an all star?
He's a 25-point per game scorer.
Answer the question.
That's fair.
He hasn't been an all-star, but he's better
you
than
would
Derek
call him.
White.
We'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I don't
Did he
hate it.
fry you? What did he say?
He said
He did
that
better than
Franz
Derek.
is
Average like
better
25.
than Derek.
I don't hate it.
I don't think it's nothing
I
wrong
don't
with putting
hate
him
it
as
either.
a high-end starter.
But you understand what I'm saying.
He's just in the same tier to Garland as well.
But my whole point
Depends
was
on what you
can
value.
be that and not be an all star.
That's what I'm saying. Derek White is we're gonna do something later about our best trades for each player. I think Derek White is arguably the best defensive point guard in the NBA. He's an elite 3-point
What?
shooter.
Wait,
Said
do we
one of the-
classify Caruso as a point
He's a
guard?
shooting guard.
No.
Very easy.
Okay, that's where we're good.
Regardless, a very short list, top 2 to 3 elite defensive point guards. He's an
I was
elite
respecting
3-point
your
shooter.
You did.
He's not
Easy too.
the scorer, bad guy, facilitator as Garland, but he's bringing a lot else to the
I mean,
table.
but if you're an all-star, that kind of matters.
You're mentioning these skills that Derek White has.
These sound
I'm
like
not,
role
I'm not
player
saying he
skills.
doesn't have them, but I'm saying he
Sounds like
does
Drew
it.
Holiday, right?
He does it in a
He's
compliment
right.
to the
High-end
players that he
starter
plays
right now.
with.
Sure.
It's a great team. It's a great situation. Can Derek White be the engine of an offense like Garland can?
When is Darius Garland going to be an engine of an offense at a team that's fucking
Are they
good?
serious?
Probably.
They didn't
Are they
even make the playoffs. You're talking about when he was in a play-in team
In his third year,
and they lost because he gagged
and he was an all-star.
and he gagged.
I mean, when
Trae Young
Donovan Mitchell's
drastically
off the floor,
outperformed
they're
him.
an elite
Agree.
offense.
I agree.
So I don't.
Yeah,
What's
they
the
have
conversation?
a great team.
They do have a great team.
That just is Darius
But
Garland
he's
find
also
his
great.
shooters.
You're right. You're right. I agree with
Find
you.
his big man.
But that's what Derek White did in 2024.
because of the playmaking.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
All right. Thank you. That's
the-
all I'm saying.
the
Because he
Cavaliers-
facilitated that offense. Derek White was the point guard of that offense that went on to win a
So was
championship.
Tatum, though.
But in the playoffs, for sure.
If
In the
there was-
playoffs, for sure.
If there was like a share of like who had the ball handling and facilitating and playmaking responsibilities, Tatum was the number one guy on that team.
Yeah.
Derek White's
best
probably
player.
number 2 because some
Yeah,
other guy can't do
it's
it.
true, though.
Yeah.
Kind of
Two
like
and
Donovan
two
is number 1 on the Cavs and number 2 is Garland.
But
Now
they
that these
share
guys
more
are
of a
initiating or
of a
the
load.
engine of an offense that's a top 4 seed. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, but top 4 seed is different than a top offense because that is.
Were they a top offense that year?
Let's check.
If they're a top offense right now, bro, I'll actually put Garland in S tier.
You wouldn't consider that D. Mitch and DG, at least this year, shared that role?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
They shared
this
it for
year,
sure.
more than other years, Donovan Mitchell took like kind of a back seat, and that's where you saw Darius Garland grow, and they were both kind of
So
the
that
engines of
year,
this offense.
the 21-22 season, they were 44-38. They were the 20th ranked offensive rating that year.
No, they relied on defense.
Yeah, they were 7th ranked defense that year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Darius Garland, just like Derek White, is a complementary offensive player. I think Garland's offensive upside is obviously higher.
Well, one of you guys are going to have to come to the consensus. Are you willing to concede?
Well, we
Or
have
are
low
you
end
willing to
all star,
concede?
low end all star.
I made a good point.
You're high end starter. What are you?
I'm high end starter too.
Oh my God.
So it's
How
a
about we leave
50-50
it into the
split.
Boston Celtics fan?
No, because he'll put him as
I'll put him in
elite
S tier.
tier.
I'll be in there with Shea.
If you guys want to put him low end also, I don't really care.
I
He
just
could be an all star.
I just didn't like your guys' logic. How can you be low end all star if you've never been in an all star game? To me, that was a little flawed.
I just think
I think there's a difference between a player that's been in the league for 4 years versus like 9. How long has Derek White been in the league? He's had so much time to prove
He's
himself.
obviously improved tremendously in these last 2 years in Boston than the first 6 years of his
Whose
career.
fault is that he wasn't as good early in his career?
Well, it's partly his, but it's also the prospect he was compared to Garland. It's also the system that he's in Boston. You know what I mean? It's not just...
I just don't think that Derek White can be the franchise point guard for a team. I just don't think so. Like Darius Garland can. Because
if Darius Garland has a player who's an All-NBA caliber next to him, just like Derek White, sure. But we're not going to act like Darius Garland's going to be the best player in a championship team.
it's not about being the best player in the championship
When you're saying
team.
franchise point guard, when you're saying an engine of an offense, that's what I'm thinking.
Like I'm thinking,
How are you an engine of an offense? You're not the best player on your team.
No, and how
But
Well said, Dills.
hold up. There's a difference between being the best player on a team and being the best player on a championship team. There's a lot of John Morant is the best player.
Cam
on the
Thomas
Grizzlies.
is the best player on the Nets.
That's a false equivalency.
Who was the offensive engine for the Warriors in 2017 and 2018?
Steph Curry.
Who was the best player on the team to you?
Okay, when you have Steph and fucking KD.
Well, no,
sure.
that's so
come
different,
on.
though.
No, but I'm saying we're comparing Steph and KD is like comparing. They're on a similar tier.
Yes.
We think Darius Garland's a tier above. You guys think Derek White is a tier above. We're
but
kind of
No, I'm
comparing
not
similar
saying he's
tiers.
in a tier above.
No, I'm saying we're comparing two dudes that we think is better than the other, but it's not a far off tier. You just mentioned you don't think the best player in the team can be an offensive engine, and he agreed. So I'm asking, well, if that's the case, you thought Steph was the offensive engine.
If your
but
only
Kevin
comp
Durant was
is
the best
Steph and
player.
KD, all right.
Well, I can't think of nothing else right now.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. When you
like-
have the best team of all time as the comp,
I could
that's
just look
tough.
at
Yeah,
this year
but
and they
there's-
both were
there's
sharing
other
offensive
comps
engine responsibilities.
But
outside
Mitchell's
of
a tier above Garland. you
As a
would say.
player, yeah.
outside
for
of
sure.
Steph Curry in the 21st century, no point guard has been able to be the best player on a championship team.
Hey,
That's not a
Shout
knock.
out Chauncey fucking Billups.
Shout out to Chauncey, but definitely a championship by committee.
Not for sure.
That was.
To be fair, you talk about the franchise guard to go and win a championship. That was Derek White in 2024, whether you want to say yes or no.
Franchise guard?
Right? I guess that's the term you used for Garland, did you not?
He was
That's the word you used. But he
before-
was actually the
They
point
brought
guard
in
on a
Drew.
team that won a championship.
Before they went out and traded for Donovan Mitchell, the Cavaliers in Garland's third season, with still a young Allen and a rookie Mobley, were on the verge of making the playoffs.
I agree.
I think
'Cause that
that
was
even
true.
if they don't make the Mitchell trade, which it's a hypothetical now, but I think that team keeps improving to the point that they're a consistent playoff team with the growth of Mobley and the growth of Darius Garland. I think that, and Lauri Markkanen was there as well, and you saw the following year he
You're
took a
going
major
off
leap.
what ifs and
But no,
like opening
we're-
Pandora's
it's
box
not
and
a-
like
it's not a
completely
what
changing
if because
things.
that Cavaliers team, they finished 44 and 38, and they had injuries to their team.
You're just assuming that it would happen.
Shit, we're going to see
Garland-
this year.
Garland was the best player on a team that won 44 games that year. That's a
100%.
fact. That's a fact. Was Allen better than him? Was Rookie
Rookie
Mobley better
Mobley
than
was really
Rookie
great.
Evan
Stop,
Mobley was
stop,
not better
stop.
I
than
said
Darius
defensively.
Garland.
Stop.
And their identity was defense.
Stop. Darius Garland was the best
So
player in the
who's the
team.
driving force behind the Magic success?
Their defense.
So it's no singular player. It's no Paulo. It's no Franz.
We've been very vocal. The reason the Magic are as successful as they are is because of their defense.
Do they make the playoffs without Apollo there?
Probably not.
Does anybody
Okay.
have a quarter?
It's,
Let's just flip it.
we can flip
I
it.
don't have a
Yeah,
quarter.
let's-
But my whole thing
That's
is that
I'm okay to move on to the next name if it means that we
got 30 names to go.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
not.
we not gonna- we not gonna meet
nobody's
in the middle ground on this.
nobody's saying Derek White was a franchise guard for the Celtics when he won the
No, but you
championship.
called Darius Garland their franchise.
He was the fourth overall pick. He definitely was
He is
a
their franchise
They were the
guard.
player.
They were both the third most important player on each of their respective runs.
cooked.
The Cavaliers
He
are
cooked.
building around Darius
Tatum,
Garland.
Brown,
yes,
White,
yes.
But yours is
Mitchell,
interchangeable.
Mobley, and
I feel like for
Garland.
Boston, it's interchangeable.
For who?
At moments, it can be Drew. At moments, I'm talking for that run. It can be Drew. It can be Porzingis. It can be Derek
Sure.
White.
I mean,
You know what I'm
Porzingis
saying?
was-
Porzingis got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm it's
Drew had
it's-
moments
like
too,
Porzingis. If he's healthy, he's the clear cut number
mean,
3. Like
for
it was no
Yeah,
thought
I
about
don't
it.
disagree.
So it's like,
But they did the whole thing without him.
Yeah, it's different. Like I ain't gonna go back and forth.
Garland
with it,
has the
like,
real franchise tag because the Cavaliers were actively building a team around him.
Yeah, he was a top 5 pick.
Yes, but he was also an all-star that good enough to be built around. You
Flip
can't
a
just
coin,
ignore
man.
that.
that's what
I'm
saying,
not
just flip
ignoring it.
Flip a
No,
coin.
So,
it's all
okay,
right. Just put
so
him in fucking C and move
We
on.
we have Derek White remains unranked. Maybe we'll have some clarity.
It's all right.
No,
I
no,
changed.
put him-
I
put him
changed.
high-end-
I
put him
changed. I
high-end
changed
starter.
mine.
No, no,
Nah,
because
it's all right. It's
I-
all right to concede and move on to
I
the
think
next name.
Derek White's going to be interesting to come back on when we have these other names.
My opinion's not going to change in
The-
an
Yeah,
hour
fine.
whenever we come back to that.
The next name is LaMelo Ball. Is he a low end or
He's a
high
low
end
end.
all star?
I think
Who's
he's
better?
I think he's low end.
I had him in low end all star.
Yeah,
but
I
also
think-
Derek White.
So
is
you
low
had
end.
Derek White in the same chair as LaMelo Ball.
Yes.
That's fine.
That's interesting.
That's fine.
Okay.
Is LaMelo high end all star?
I think he's low end all star.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's low end all star.
Is there not things that Derek White does better than both of the players we just talked about?
Strictly defense, nothing offense.
It's no way that I would ever take Derek. I would not even.
Who's a
think
better
twice about
3-point
it.
shooter, LaMelo Ball or Derek White?
LaMelo is a better shooter than
He
him.
takes way worse shots.
He
He
takes
also
worse
doesn't
shots,
get
but he's
like
still
he
a better
doesn't get
shooter
a lot
than
of
him.
good shots set up for him.
But again, like LaMelo is clearly the better offensive
Yes.
player.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
And when you're saying just talent, if I want to build a team, sure, I'll take LaMelo Ball.
Yes.
But like, if I have a team ready to compete for a championship, like, yeah, I'm taking Derek White.
Yeah, but you're not. You have to measure measure these players in a vacuum, not if you have other great players already that you can plop them into a situation.
I know, but LaMelo Ball, I feel like one of his biggest deficiencies is his shot IQ and the amount of
we
stupid
all
shots
agree
he takes.
he's low end. All-star,
Yes, he's
right?
low
Yes.
end all-star. Yeah.
No, he's just talking about the Derek White versus LaMelo point.
He loves Derek White. I ain't mad at him.
But the thing is, these players in a vacuum, that's how I'm looking at the tier. Not, if I
It's
have
just in a
a
vacuum.
Tatum
Derek
and
White in a
Jaylen
vacuum
Brown,
is a low-end all-star.
I
In a
would've been
vacuum. In a vacuum,
that's
yes,
strong.
he is. How?
Because a vacuum is just any situation. You don't know that.
Drew Holiday made the
Drew Holiday
all-star
He's a
game
much better offensive player.
much
Yeah,
better.
he's a much better.
Wait,
offensive
Drew
player at
Holiday?
the
You
time.
talking about like Pelicans?
no,
Drew
no,
Holiday.
of course
Oh,
not.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
When
When he was on the
All-Star game.
Bucks.
Yeah.
I think that was more like just
Winning
Giannis
team.
tax, winning tax, because like
He got it.
you know,
Because he should have
Cleveland
made it
got
over
3
Harden.
All-Stars.
Harden was a better player that year.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, the All-Star game don't mean shit to me personally.
Yeah, Harden was one of the league leaders in assists that year.
15-minute conversation about why.
Yeah,
someone
LaMelo Ball,
doesn't
though,
deserve to be in a tier.
low-end all-star.
I agree.
I'm with that too.
So let's go with the heavy hitter.
He's pretty volatile though, because
He's still, you don't know what he is. I feel like
I feel like of talent, high-end all-star, but due to circumstance, he's in Charlotte. There's not much talent around him.
Yeah,
you kind of put him at the low-end all-star.
We're still trying to figure out what LaMelo is for real.
Yeah, there's really been nothing in his career of a
can shoot
significance, like winning wise.
But I feel like where we're putting him is his floor. Like, but I also think high-end all-star is his ceiling.
That's fair.
Jalen Brunson.
I put him in elite.
I
put him in
agree.
elite, too.
He is elite. He is
If
elite.
we're talking about like just guards, like all right, we're stretch the league out, whatever. But like Jalen Brunson elite.
Yeah, he's an
It
elite
was
offensive
when I was
engine.
doing this. It's basically, is he closer to spoiler SGA or is he closer to some of these guys I'm gonna have in high-end all-star?
He's so much closer to.
He's
SGA,
closer to
yeah.
SGA. He has shown that he could be a number one on a team that is right there when it comes to the finals. He could be a high-level scorer in the playoffs. He has everything you could ask
If you're
for.
top 20 of me, you're elite.
I'll bring up this conversation when we get to that player. I apologize.
Cade
Next one.
Cunningham.
No.
He better
Is he
not.
next?
I was gonna mention him next. Yes, Cade Cunningham.
Oh, okay.
I have him high-end all-star.
He's a high-end all-star.
He's high end all star for me as
Yes.
well.
Right?
That is a
Elite?
high-end all-star.
Not yet. One more year. One
I'm
more
fine
year.
with that. I'm
One
fine
more
with that.
We'll get there.
So you think that Jalen Brunson is closer to Shea than he is to Cade?
I do.
No, Cade will probably be. No, he's not talking about Cade.
No, I
asked him
that's one of the
directly
names.
the
Yeah, I mean
question.
he's the high-end all-star to me.
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
I think Brunson is
Because I
closer
feel like Cade
to
is at
Shea
like the
than-
top of high end. So,
He is.
So like
Sure.
Brunson would be like 11,
Brunson's
12.
at the bottom of
Yeah.
elite.
Yeah,
and Cade's at the
so
top of high.
I feel like that, like bottom of elite, top of high end. I
Cade
don't
could
think it's far
Cade
off.
could be elite next season.
But I will say, I think Cade is at the top
Yeah,
of the high-end
and I don't think
all-star.
that's
I'm
far
with you.
off from bottom of elite. Like I
No,
think they're like,
no.
like
It's
this,
just
you know?
Brunson has such a track record of playing in the playoffs at an
Yeah, that's
incredibly high level that you can't ignore.
We'll get there, and the next year we'll talk.
Yeah,
The
I'm
Pistons got better this offseason. I like what they did. Tyrese Maxey.
low end all star.
High end all star.
I have low end
all-star.
all star as well.
High end all star.
High-end.
I think he's at the bottom of high end. He's the best playoff performer, arguably, outside of Brunson that we've named. Actually, no, comfortably. And you can argue he's up there with Brunson. He's that good in the playoffs. He's that good in the playoffs. Like you can laugh, but he was giving y'all hell.
So we just don't
He
care
was.
about efficiency.
in the playoffs.
Because efficiency in the playoffs in that first round, he was not close to Jalen.
I don't give
Especially
a
after the
fuck about
first couple of
efficiency sometimes. No, I don't
No,
care.
he was efficient against y'all. He was 48% from the field, 40% from three.
Why did you lie to me like that?
Average 30.
Are you
Because
thinking
it
of this
didn't
year?
feel
He
like
wasn't
it.
efficient
He was
this
a
year.
savage. No, this year.
Yeah,
no,
they didn't make the
efficient.
playoffs,
No.
obviously.
No, I think I'll concede, but I think he's the bottom of.
I don't hate it, Rib. I just feel like the season he's coming off, which it's not his fault.
That's
that
fair.
team was a
Team
mess.
was dog shit.
Just a drop
I
down.
just think
but
he's like Derek White. Back to him. You guys prop him up, right? Because of the things he can do as like in terms of just like
He's
fitting
making a good point.
fitting next to other stars,
Absolutely.
being able to.
You're making a good
I
point.
think Maxey is just that, but a little bit more.
He is.
So that's why I would have him low end of high end. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't fight you if you said it. Well, you did say
You
it.
know what, Riv?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad again.
You made an excellent point because I do think Tyrese Maxey at his best, him and Garland.
I think at his best, he's better.
He's better
if
than
we did
he's
this
better than
last year,
Garland.
he's probably in high end all star.
I
I think
Coming
if he did it again, you know what I'm saying? Like if they were healthy again and he had a good playoff run, he would have
would
probably
be
been
there.
in high
Yeah.
end. But I don't listen.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not mad at
I
it.
like so the graphic I saw that I was referring to is basically talking about the efficiency. It was Jalen Brunson and Maxey's game by game performances in that
okay.
series. Because I'm looking at it now, like in the vacuum, Maxey was efficient.
You love a vacuum, by the way. So don't.
First game 14
change
for
now.
26. Second game 12 for 22.
Sounds good to
In
me.
the third
good.
game, 9 for 21.
All right,
That's okay. That's an okay
it's a
game.
playoffs,
Fourth
man.
game, 8 for 21.
It's a playoffs.
That's
I ain't
also
mad
an
at
okay game.
38%.
Yep.
And then in the
that. Is he taking
fifth
hella
game,
threes?
he's averaging he's 9, 11, 8, 9, 12, 6.
So most of these
lot.
are
So he
threes.
is. So then game 5, he had 17 for
That's
30.
when
He's
he was
very
a
efficient.
demon. That was when he hit the
They won in
half-court shot.
overtime.
Yeah.
And then the closeout game, 6 for 18, 1 for 6 from 3.
That one's a tough one.
And 17.
I would only say like the only egregious performance for me would be game 6.
Listen, he's their
I'll live with the 8 for 21s respectfully.
he's their best perimeter scorer. He's their best off-ball player. You know, he works really well off Joel Embiid. He's probably their best shooter.
So you think he's better than Garland?
I think
I think so.
I think at his best, yeah. I really, really, really love Maxey.
Riv, I'll be honest with you. There's a part of me that has been swayed. I think he might be a high-end all-star.
No, yeah, 3 I put low end. We can put him low end.
I don't know.
We can put him in low end. I don't.
But I get
High-end-
where you're coming from.
Yeah,
26 a game's not easy to come by.
I don't
High-end
think-
all-star I kind of view as like one of the 15 best performers in the season.
and I'm not mad at that.
like Cade Cunningham.
Because I think Maxey would be the floor of high end, and so he'll be right next to the top of low
See,
end.
but then
So
there's
that's
a
why I'm not
player
mad at
that's
that.
going to get dicey when we talk about him in
And
the
I'm
Western
excited about that.
Conference.
I'm
We
excited
can
about
move
that.
on.
Andrew Nemhard.
Solid
high
starter.
end starter.
Oh, high end, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
What did I say?
we can put him
Solid.
high end.
High end.
We can put him.
Actually, where
we
did
can
I
put
have
him
him?
good starter too. I ain't going. You know what I'm saying?
I
Can
know
we
I had him
get
solid
a-
Oh wait,
starter.
Can
no,
we get
wait.
a-
Where
here's
do we
my
have Derek
seats
White?
here.
Derek White is
Yes,
he
in
was
high-end
Drop
starter.
Nemhard.
Thank you. Thank
Drop,
you.
I apologize.
Thank
I thought we
I
put,
agree.
drop Nemhard.
I
Is it-
agree.
wait,
So you
hold
don't
up.
think he could be
Am I
at the
missing
bottom
tiers?
of high-end starter?
I think he can be, but we'll wait and see.
I thought C tier was solid starter. Did I miss something?
No,
we
no.
we
changed
changed it to high-end and
My
low-end
bad.
starter.
Missed that.
Yes.
If Nemhard has a better offensive year this year, I can see it.
See, that's why for me
see it.
it's a TBD because it's been 2 seasons in a row, mid in the regular
playoff
season,
guy.
dog in the playoffs.
He can play
It
D.
moves me, but I need a full season.
I think what he's shown in the playoffs makes me say high end
high-end
starter.
starter.
I'm leaning more towards
I'm
high-end
not
starter.
mad at it. I just think him and Derek White. Is,
Well, I don't have Derek White in that too.
That's
him and
what
Derek
I'm
White. I think it's a
saying.
comfortable.
We'll rank Derek White last unless we just flip a coin
It's
and
tough.
put him in a tier.
Because he's damn sure not in Derek White's.
That's why I went to
comparable,
low
though.
end, but I'm fine with high end starter after this postseason.
They definitely have like similarities
run. Next name.
I mean, if you're just saying what he does in the playoffs, sure.
because Nemhard, he's a great defender. He's not the defender White is, but
Yes.
on the perimeter,
One-on-one, he
on the
is.
perimeter, yes, he is.
One-on-one,
But in
he
terms
is.
of like
one-on-one,
protection,
he's probably a
help side, no, he's
better
not.
one-on-one defender than Derek White.
And then offensively, it's just those flashes of Nemhard, like initiating stuff. He
I think
was a true
isolation-
point guard in Gonzaga.
Isolation on both ends, I think he's better than Derek White. I think
Yeah.
everything else from a team construction, Derek White clears.
That's why I'm more so. My Andrew Nemhard projection is more so off for like what I think he's gonna be this upcoming.
I mean, he's gonna have.
I think he's
Is
gonna
it?
be
Is
very
it? But here's
He's
my
gonna have
question:
all the
Is it?
opportunity.
Is it gonna be what he is, or just given more opportunity? Because sometimes we can look at opportunity and it can fool us into thinking, quote unquote, example. Cam Thomas's 25 points per game makes you think he's probably one of the best scorers in the league, but in reality, it's just a ton of opportunity and not much talent on the team. So,
But I've
I
already
actually-
seen Nemhard in a winning situation to know that he's not a player that, even if his volume his stats take an uptick because of his volume and it increased, I don't think that means that he can't do that.
But
I
is
think
it
it's just an
not?
opportunity.
I feel like we can't ignore 82 games of just
mid.
on offense. That's important. Like
Mid.
them 80 games matter. They don't matter obviously as much, but like it's a role player. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's just he has his role. I think his role is just to play defense at a very high level every night, and
Yeah.
then just occasionally attack a closeout and spot up. And
It might be more than
sometimes-
that
in the
sometimes.
playoffs, it goes up to a different level to where he has more responsibility.
he just screams poor man's Jamal Murray. Like low in the regular season and then the uptake in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So now we have
Different role.
we have like this mind-boggling situation where we don't know where to put him.
So next name is going to be Trae Young.
This was tough. This was the toughest name for me. I had high end all star.
And fuck.
I had put him in high end all star.
High end all-star.
This
man.
is either the top of low end All Star or the bottom,
I'm with
of
I think he's
high-end
better
All-Star.
than Darius in them.
He's better than them comfortably.
He has actually led a top offense. He has gone to
You know,
an
he's done it
ECF. It's been
multiple
some years.
seasons of
Yes.
it too.
But also when I'm thinking this upcoming season, this is going to be the most talented team he's ever had.
Yep.
This feels like a year where this is going to be the best year of Trae Young's career.
yes.
Do you
good.
care about his efficiency? Because you not
Like,
hard
it
for
matters. It actually bothers me that he isn't a consistent 37% 3-point shooter. It does bother me.
He's
'cause
also like not good at the rim.
he's
Yeah.
It's actually I don't think he's nowhere.
Great
but he is
passer,
a
though.
great. He's a
He's a
great,
great, you know,
playmaker.
One of the best.
The
Offensive
efficiency
engine.
matters. He is undersized.
He is
He
undersized.
does have to do a lot in that offense.
And then
He
defense.
still is a high end.
Darius Garland's undersized.
without a doubt, and a great finisher.
Trae Young's smaller.
I don't think he is.
No, he is.
They're
smaller.
like the same.
No, they're like
I feel
the
like
same.
he's at least
Weight-wise?
less.
Weight wise. Honestly, they look the same.
Let's
I'll
see.
be honest.
You know, weight can be deceiving.
Trae Young's better than him.
I
Garland's probably a little
But I'm
bit.
saying
like,
you're a big aficionado. So
But no, it matters to me. I
Garland's
definitely
6'1",
understand that.
192.
6'1"
If you
is
tell
cap.
me that Trae Young's 6 flat or 6'1", I'm not believing.
Trae Young is 6'1", 164, according to
That's
Basketball
fucking
Reference.
nuts. Trey got it.
164.
I weigh more than him. Trey got a lock. Trey got a lock in the lap. He got to get that weight up.
Let me get a second source.
He's a high-end all-star.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
161 is
Google
nuts, bro.
164.
That's his problem right there.
ESPN 164.
He get bumped. Fuck.
So the next name we're gonna mention is Emmanuel Quickly.
Low end. Fuck.
High-end starter.
No.
Yeah.
Is he better than Andrew Nembhard?
No.
Yes, he's better
He's a
than
good
Andrew
player. He's a
Nembhard.
good player. Take the contract out, Riv.
Yeah,
Take the contract out.
I can't do that. I
Just
can't do that. You
player for
cannot do
player.
that here.
Why?
Why are we imagining he don't get paid $34 million?
No,
Because
no,
it's a vacuum, Riv.
It is.
It's a vacuum.
He's cooking.
All that matters is how good he is as a
He's
player.
cooking.
But then if that's the fucking case, he's not a high end
He's
starter.
a 20-point per game guy.
No, he's not.
Yes,
He's more-
he is.
he's more
No,
18,
no,
he's more
Dels.
He
No,
averaged
he's not.
17
18,
last
20,
year,
I'm
19 the
sorry.
year
I don't
before.
give a damn. It's the same
Drew.
shit.
No, he's not.
It's
I'm
the
trying.
same
Listen
shit.
to me. No, he's
He's a
not.
good 3-point shooter. I
He's
think
good, and he's a solid playmaker.
All right.
high-end starter.
High-end
I
starter.
got outvoted. I'm not mad at
He's
getting
the
outvoted.
middle of high-end starter.
He's the middle.
Middle
He's the middle.
level.
Is he above Andrew Nembhard?
Yes.
I think player
Why?
for player.
Why?
He's a better offensive player comfortably.
Like what?
And
Tell
has
me
actually
things.
done it for over 70 games, multiple seasons in a row.
He's been trashed in the playoffs. Do you take that into account?
Talk about when he was like.
He was not good the small tenure with the Knicks in the
Awful.
playoffs.
That's what it mattered.
He was
He
bad.
was awful.
That's why he got traded off of
I don't
that.
give a fuck about what he does in Toronto unless they're competitive, bro. I'll be honest. But you know what? I
They
got
should be
outvoted.
competitive this year.
I got outvoted.
Don't sleep. Don't
Sleep on what?
Toronto.
They're gonna be a solid team.
Kevin Porter Jr.
Backup, lowest
Backup.
one, whatever. it
He's
is.
solid. Backup.
I put him
Solid
at
backup.
questionable starter.
I knew you were
Why?
gonna do that.
There's
You love
nothing
him.
questionable about it.
I
he's
love
the
him because he's in the
definition-
second worst tier.
Yes.
There's
What the
nothing
hell?
questionable
He
about.
sucks.
I think
he
he's
shouldn't be
no,
starting.
he's literally the definition of questionable.
He should not be starting.
First off, his career being in the NBA is
He has
questionable.
never started
Yes.
outside of like
Okay,
a fucking
you're
month
here
with the
with
Bucks.
But he
You're
shouldn't
here
be
with
starting.
No,
he shouldn't be
That's
starting.
why it's questionable.
He's
He
never
only
started
started 'cause they
outside
had
of a
to.
month with the Bucks.
Whoa, the Rockets.
He started for like
They
10
were
games.
He was
AAU
kind of
team.
good. He was kind of good on the
Now,
Rockets.
don't let it fool you. Don't let it-
Questionable.
don't.
We're not saying he's a low end starter.
Dels,
He's
we're here.
questionable.
Back
Yes.
up. Back up. Back up.
When he starts, he's fine.
Back up.
I'm looking at
But it's questionable.
He
that
did
he's in
start with the
NBA.
Rockets.
With the-
I
the
know
last,
he did.
the last 2-3 years, he did not start.
I know
With
he
the
started with the
Bucks,
Rockets.
1 year
He
he was out
averaged
'cause,
12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He shot 49% from
Come
the field
on.
and 41% from three.
We can be honest about
And
Kevin
87%
Porter,
from the line.
terrible person. And when it comes to basketball, he is inconsistent, which makes him questionable.
Like, I think this is a questionable starter.
yes,
He's a backup.
He's what I'm with Joel.
He's not a starter on a serious team.
That's
the
why
Bucks-
he's a questionable
That's
starter.
why he's a fucking backup.
No, he's not a backup.
I'm
There's
not
obvious
going to fight
backups.
over it, but he's a damn backup.
Like
to me.
Andrew Nembhard is a fucking backup.
No, he's not.
Oh, nah.
What the fuck are we
He's an
doing?
actual backup. He's gonna go now play real point guard now.
Lost
He starts at the
me.
2 guard.
What did Andrew Nembhard
They
do to
played
you?
two
Nothing.
point guards.
But that's
They play 2 point guards. They play 2 point guards.
because they do. have
Nembhard is a
Tyrese.
point guard. They play 2 point guard.
We'll see.
That was ridiculous. Yeah, that was fucking ridiculous. Kevin Porter. Yo. Next.
Kevin Porter Jr. release your hate vessels for Andrew Nembhard.
Sorry.
Jalen Suggs.
Solid starter. Or what do we have? A high-end starter?
He
I
is
have
a high-end starter.
He's comparable to Derek White to me.
He's comparable to Nembhard to
And
me.
he clears him.
Could be a 1 year wonder.
He clears
Derek White?
Suggs
Yeah,
Could
he
be a
does.
1 year
Derek White
wonder.
clears Suggs.
He does.
He could be a 1 year wonder.
by a country mile.
Why?
He's better offensively. He's
We don't
better
know that.
defensively. What do you mean?
We don't know that.
Nah,
What do you
he's
mean
better
we don't
offensively.
know that?
Why?
He has 1 year shooting?
Who?
Suggs.
One good year shooting.
Yeah.
The year after, he wasn't good.
That's
That's
what
my
I'm saying.
point.
Derek White clears.
Oh, I'm thinking we're doing Suggs versus Nembhard. My fault.
Oh, yeah.
Pardon
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, White clears. Yes, my fault. My
Are
fault.
we-
Suggs is an awesome
Yeah,
defender.
you're
I
getting
apologize.
away with it.
Defensively, I think that's close.
I
Between the two
agree.
of
I
them.
do. I do.
Suggs is a great
I
defender.
thought
He's
we were.
awesome.
I thought you were saying Suggs clears Nembhard. I was like, no.
No.
Sorry.
I was
I
taking
ain't gonna lie,
Suggs-
man.
I think
Put-
Suggs
I
is
would take
better.
Suggs.
It's close though. I think that's close.
Put Suggs in the place of Derek White, they still win a chip.
Probably. That's, yeah.
Nah, we don't know if that
You
shooting
need
sticks, bro.
his shooting.
Nah.
He's cooking.
I don't know. I don't know.
You need his
I don't know if that
shooting.
shooting
I mean, look at
sticks,
the run.
bro.
We fucking ran through
They
the
did
Mavs. We
run
ran
through
through the paint.
everybody.
Like,
That
come
is fair.
on.
You guys
I
did
mean,
play
yeah.
Mickey Mouse. So
We
you
played
know what?
Luka.
I think
No, that
I
was
think
Mickey.
need to do that.
That was Mickey.
Suggs
You
is
didn't
high
need
end
to do
starter.
that.
Is he above Emmanuel Quickly in high end starter or no?
No.
They're the same.
They're like
area.
back and
Yeah,
back
it
and back.
don't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
Okay. I'll have a spot ahead. Are you okay with that, Riff?
Sure. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. So next name, Davion Mitchell.
Backup.
Questionable starter. He's better than Kevin Porter.
I'm
He's
fine with
better
that.
than
I'm
Kevin
fine with
Porter.
that.
You didn't watch Miami.
I'm fine with
He's
that.
better than Kevin. Yo,
He
he's
was good.
better
He
than
was
Kevin
good at
Porter.
Miami.
20 games. It was 20
Did you
games.
see the playoffs?
What's
He
Kevin
was
Porter
good.
play with the Bucks?
He played what was it?
Nah,
Am I
he
bugging?
played a
You
similar.
was about to
amount. It wasn't that
cap.
much.
You was about to lie. You was
I was
about to
gonna say he
lie.
only played a few months in with Milwaukee.
How long was he on the Bucks for?
I think he got released or traded by the Clippers.
I
After
can
the
tell you. I can
deadline,
tell you right
right?
now. I
All
can tell you
right,
right now.
let me know.
It was
'Cause I
after the
was
deadline.
about to say
it wasn't
something
that long. It
nuts.
wasn't that
He
long.
played 30 games with the Bucks.
All right. How many games did
Davion?
Yes.
I believe he got
Davion is a
traded.
low end starter to me. I think that's the
30 games
perfect
with
team.
Miami. So they played the same amount of
amount.
games.
I'll be quiet.
Davion
He's
is
a backup.
is a low end starter.
Questionable.
But like, that's exactly my point. Like Davion is a backup.
Kevin Porter averaged 1 more point per game, and
He's
Davion
not no
Mitchell
questionable
clears as a defender.
Yes.
Are you not
Players.
taking into account Davion in this new Heat culture? Like
30
Davion,
games.
Davion with the Heat looked much better than Davion
50%
with the Raptors.
in the playoffs, 15 points a game.
I know. He's
And he
a
was near the top of the
backup.
league in
God, they
pick
played
and
in the
roll.
fucking playoffs.
Yeah,
Points
but,
per possession
But you don't
efficiency.
want, with all due respect to Davion Mitchell, you're a good player. You
Yeah,
work
he
really
is.
hard. You do not, or you're not going to win if he started.
If you don't want him starting, he's a low end starter. No,
No, he's a questionable.
He's a back.
Yeah,
he is-
questionable.
He's a
questionable.
If
You have
Davion's
questions.
my backup,
He's
You're-
questionable or
I'm
backup.
excited.
But if you're question, like
he's
he's
not
your
a long
starter, you have
starter.
questions.
okay.
Questionable or
But
backup.
it's only questionable because of the 30 games he played in Miami, which is one of the best situations you can
There's
be
just
in.
no way you tell me Kevin Porter Jr. is
No.
in a different team.
I'm taking Davion Mitchell over
I said
Kevin
he's
Porter pretty
question-
comfortably. Yes.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I know what Davion's, at least defensively, I
I'm
know
with
he's here.
I'm with him.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Take a name.
I'll take the L.
You
And
have
he worked
you have
harder.
backup, correct?
I think he's a backup.
I think he's a low end starter. You guys think he's
You
questionable.
think he's what?
I think he's a low end starter.
You are
Questionable
off
starter.
the board.
Questionable
30
starter.
games.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you're
More.
sleeping on
Hey,
Davion.
Dels, we win here. Questionable
Sure,
starter.
I had him as backup, a questionable starter. Sure.
I have him as low end, but it's cool. You guys won. It's 2-1. Josh Giddey.
Questionable starter.
Low ends.
Okay.
Low
He's
end.
better than Davion
He's
Mitchell.
a low end starter.
But you still have questions about
Yeah,
him.
he's
But we
better
can put him
than
low end.
Davion
We can put him low end.
Josh Giddey at low end
He's
starter.
not even getting
filling out
paid.
the
What, are we
tier.
like? Hold on. Let's really think about this.
He's a low end starter.
Yeah.
We sure?
He's averaged
They
20.
pay. You pay low end
He was
starters
OD
fast.
this year. He was OD this year.
What's define OD?
like for him?
For the Bulls.
For him, he was OD.
For the
You know
Bulls.
what?
Yes,
All right,
yes.
all right.
You don't pay low end starters fast. They're asking for $30 million.
Fair.
Like Jeremy Grant, low end starter.
They paid
He
him
gets
fast.
paid
They
fucking
paid him
ton.
like a fucking
They paid him
elite
fast.
player.
He's the Jeremy Grant at the point guard position.
Malik Monk, low end
Next
starter. He's
name.
getting that market up. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm
Bub Carrington.
saying. Still a questionable starter.
Okay, yeah. I was going to back up questionable.
One of the best
don't
mid-range
hate
shooter.
it.
One of the best mid-range shooter, but still don't know what you're gonna
Backup.
get. Small,
Yeah.
questionable. You still don't know. I think it's still he's young, year 2, questionable. Call him just a backup. Outright crazy. He's better than Kevin Porter.
Wizards were the worst
yeah,
team in the
I don't know.
league.
They're supposed to be.
Is he a starter on?
Any team.
I'm being honest.
That's why he's a questionable
That's
starter.
questionable.
That's why
That's why he's
he's a
questionable.
backup.
It's different. Kevin Porter Jr. We know. Like we know what
That
his
ship
we
has
know.
sailed.
But Bub, it's year 2. I'll
Uh-huh.
put him in question.
Bub got some flashes. I can't just.
I agree.
He was
I'm not
top
gonna.
First
I'm
month
not
of
gonna
the
fight
season
over
was
Bub
awesome.
Carrington. Shout
Bro,
out
he's
to the
finished
Wizards.
top 15 in mid-range shooting as a rookie.
Shout
You know how
out.
hard that is?
Shout out.
Okay, so
Again,
questionable. I'm not
questionable.
gonna.
If you're
I don't
a
care.
top 15 mid-range shooter, you gotta get on that court.
Yeah, like I hate this guy for
Hey,
saying
bro,
that.
that shit different. Like
Like, can you believe it, bro?
bro, he
Like,
got to get his bucket, bro.
Oh,
Like,
you just had it on the top of your head. It's impressive.
I
not
saw
gonna
it.
lie.
I saw it like 2-3 days ago. So it's been
He's
in my
on
brain.
Wizards
Top
Twitter.
15 mid-range
42%.
shooter.
Okay, to round out,
That was
The
on the
East
East
list.
Coast.
yeah, Yegor Demon.
Back
Backup.
I don't care what. He's dog
What's
shit.
the lowest tier?
He's dog shit, bro. You can't tell me nothing. He got to show me. He got to show me,
All
bro.
right,
Back
I'm
up.
realizing why backups is rude. It's F. So let me apologize. I don't think Davion Mitchell is an F.
There we go.
He's not an F.
Igor is an F.
How I think about it is like, what if TJ McConnell was in this ranking? Where would he rank?
He's
a-
backup.
He's a low end starter.
Questionable starter.
He's a
Backup.
low end starter.
Questionable starter.
Get the fuck lot
You
better.
can't. You
Beat that ass. Beat that ass.
Bum carry.
He's a TJ McConnell.
Who's better, Davion Mitchell or TJ McConnell?
Wait, who?
TJ McConnell or Davion Mitchell? Be serious.
Davion Mitchell is better. Davion Mitchell is better.
Then who?
Davion Mitchell or TJ McConnell. Who are you taking?
I would take TJ. I would take TJ.
No, you wouldn't. That old nigga, you're not taking him. What are you talking about? Davion could guard. TJ McConnell, yo, he's literally standing at the three-point line, and people are standing right here.
When have you ever liked
Get the fuck out of here.
You've never liked
I don't like TJ
Davion.
either. So it's really it's a medium. It's a medium.
You can't put Bub
What
Carrington
is
in
he
question.
He's a year too. And TJ starting on the Wizards? No,
Yes.
he's not.
Over Bub, he's a better player right now than Bub.
You think the GM, you think the coach will start a 30-year-old
No,
over
obviously
Bub?
not. But that's not
Beat
this
that
fucking
ass.
list.
Beat that ass right now.
Rib, that's not this list.
Yo, shut up.
Rib, that's not this list.
No,
We're not
no.
doing who
Did
has the
TJ
most
McCollum
potential.
start over Dyson Daniels?
CJ is way better than TJ McConnell.
Okay,
he's
fair.
a good player. That was a bad argument.
Rib, this list is not. We're not basing this on
Okay, in a
potential.
vacuum, TJ McConnell is
better.
dog shit, and I'm not putting him in that. I'm not putting him in that. I'm not doing that.
You're chatting.
You're guarding him like Ben Simmons. No,
Rib,
no,
you contribute to a team
no,
that went to
no.
Game 7 on the finals. He
I don't
contributed
give
to
a
that team.
fuck. No,
There
they were
was
playing
games-
Tony Bradley. I don't care.
There was games he was better than Tyrese.
No, he's a backup.
There was
He
games
was
better than
a backup.
he's
Tyrese.
spitting.
No.
Like,
He
I
was
thought Tyrese
literally
games
better
he was
than
better
their best
Why?
player.
Because PRA, points, rebounds, assists. No,
He was out there getting buckets when no one
No.
else get buckets
And on the
that team.
defensive
They didn't take him
side?
serious. Nope.
What are you
nope.
saying?
He had 20 in a
No,
game
you
in
know
the
you're
finals.
chatting.
He's
You
a
know
backup.
you're chatting.
He's a backup.
No, he's
He's a backup.
And he's
How many teams he starting on?
He's definitely starting over Davion Mitchell, Ray.
You're lying. You don't believe that.
What do you mean? What does Davion do better than
Miami.
him?
No, Miami's coach on his defense.
No, if
No,
fuck
fuck
Bub.
Bub. He's a
Fuck
year
Bub.
2 player on a rebuilding team. They're not starting TJ McConnell on that team.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes,
No, they
they
wouldn't.
would.
You're missing the point.
You
You're
know
missing
what?
the point.
You know what?
Did Scoot Henderson start off, Rip?
And
Did Scoot Henderson start
Look
off?
at these QZ. They're
Scoot Henderson
awful.
was the 3rd pick overall.
Joel, who was in front of him?
Anthony Simons.
What the fuck?
Anthony Simons?
Yes, he was in front of him. He's good.
He's a great player,
Exactly.
but 3rd pick overall.
Bub is not
On
losing
the
his spot to TJ
Blazers.
McConnell, bro.
It's the
you're
Wizards.
missing the
Exactly.
point.
They're gonna play young players.
No,
You're
they
missing the point.
won't.
Who started last year?
You're missing
No,
the
no,
point.
they would.
They will. Yes, but
Over
that's not the point
TJ
of this list.
McConnell.
Yes, that's not the point of this list.
No, they wouldn't.
That's not the
You know
point
what?
of this list.
Tell me.
That the point of this list
a
is we're
vacuum.
ranking point guards.
Okay.
If we're
Tell me
doing
this list.
who would you rather
Okay.
start for this rebuilding team or this team you're starting from scratch? Yes, I'm taking Bub
Okay,
over TJ.
if I'm ranking
Who's
TJ,
the better player
he's a
right
backup.
now?
He's a backup. He's a backup. I rank Davion Mitchell as a questionable starter because he starts for Miami. It's questionable. That's the position you're looking at. Like, all right, this is the position I have the most
If
questions
TJ
for.
was on
if
the
TJ
Miami
was
Heat, he
starting,
would be there
for the
too.
Heat, you would say he's questionable. You're sitting there saying, yo, why would I start him? But he's on a perfect team where he is a backup. He's a good backup. I'm with that. He's a fine backup.
I'm fine with questionable starter. He's just better than fucking Bub. That's all I want.
He's
I'm
year
fine
two.
with questionable. Yes, he's
he's
year
year
2.
two.
That doesn't
He's
mean
year two.
he's better than TJ McConnell.
What does TJ do better than Bub? Like, why don't you fucking tell me?
Everything.
Like what?
Everything.
Like they're lying. They're
No.
lying. Like what?
My
What?
God.
Tell me. Tell me.
Do you see what TJ McConnell was doing in the playoffs? He was a 50-40 player.
Bro, he was.
And on the defensive side,
what was he doing?
on the inbounds, how
pest.
many
He's a
inbound
pest.
steals did he
a pest.
have?
We're talking about inbound fucking steals.
That matters.
That
That's
makes you a
stealing
starter?
possessions. I'm not saying that he's better than Davion Mitchell.
At what?
And at basketball.
Is Davion Mitchell a backup to you?
Here, backup is F. Do I think that TJ
what is he?
McConnell's an F?
They're both
no.
backups. Are they
They're
not
both
both backups?
questionable
Are
starters.
they not both? If you're sitting there looking at a team, if me and you are building a team,
They're
or we're not
questionable
sitting there
starters.
like, if they both
If we're
start, we're
building a
both
team.
like, what the fuck? This
I
starts.
promise you, all 30 teams are taking TJ McConnell right now to win a championship over fucking Davion
And you're
Mitchell.
still saying this is the worst position on the roster. It's still a question.
okay.
That's my point.
That's not the conversation.
TJ McConnell.
Who's
if he's
better?
TJ McConnell.
Who's better?
TJ McConnell.
Oh my
if
God,
he's
that
on
answered
my
the
team,
fucking question.
Davion is better.
No, he's not.
At what? Tell me.
At
Who's the better?
offense,
Okay.
who's better?
Davion Mitchell.
What does he do better?
He's a better driver of the basketball.
TJ
He's a better
McConnell
ball
did-
handler. What are you
Okay,
talking
the
about?
ball
He's a
handler
better
is
shooter,
fine.
and he's
No,
a better
he's not.
defender.
No, he's
what are you
defender.
talking about?
Yes,
So what are you
defender.
talking
Yes.
about? You
Shooter,
know how
no.
many games Davion played played in Miami.
He played
so I don't even
20
know.
games.
So what are you talking about?
20, 30 games for the sample that we have for Davion Mitchell's
And
entire
Davion
career.
started. He started.
TJ
And he was
McConnell
playing
has been
well.
a firm player for
Backup.
however many
He's
years.
been a backup.
But
He's
so
been a
has
backup.
Davion
He's been a
Mitchell.
backup.
Outside of 30
He's been a
games,
backup.
on the best
He's
situation
been a
that you
backup.
can be in for a point guard.
So what's your-
because you have
wait,
Eric
wait.
Spoelstra.
TJ McConnell in the playoffs, or excuse me, in the finals, averaged 12, 4, and 3. He shot 54%, 55% from 2, and 60% from 3.
I
On 5 attempts,
know.
on 5 attempts.
In the playoffs, he was damn near 10 points, 50-40.
If I could chime in here, I think you were being a little bit too disrespectful to TJ McConnell.
backup,
But I could
bro.
understand why he thinks that between Davion and TJ is not,
It
it's
really
not that
doesn't
far
matter.
off.
They're
I
both
could understand
backups. They're both backups.
I think he's
My-
a tier above Bub.
They're ley're both backups. They're
my
both
guess.
legitimately backups.
That's what I said
The reason
for fucking
the
Davion, and
reason-
y'all said I was
Well, because
wrong.
Davion, I'm looking at it as Davion is on Miami. He's on the Heat. That is a questionable starter because he's the point guard for their team and he should not be
The
starting.
team just went to the finals.
Who?
The Pacers.
And he's the third point guard. He's a backup.
Who was more consistent on offense, him
is he
or
the backup?
Nemhard?
What?
On offense,
finals
who
or
was
in
more
in
the
general?
playoff run, Nemhard
Probably-
or him? For the entire regular season, who was more consistent,
You can't
Nemhard
compare
or
that.
him?
You cannot compare
Why?
that. You cannot compare
Because
that.
Nemhard
Who-
gets the benefit of
who's
the doubt
backup?
because he was good in the playoffs. The difference
the
between the
backup?
two is that McConnell has
who's the
been good
backup?
for regular season
Who's the backup?
too.
Who's the backup?
McConnell.
So what are you talking about?
Nemhard starts
Who's
because
better?
of the defense.
Mitchell will be the backup for the Pacers too.
Yes.
And that's why they're both backups to me, Dales.
Backup.
They're both
I
backups
said
to me.
backup for Davion.
I'm gonna say it again for the 8th time.
If you
the
talk
only
about
reason,
fucking potential,
it's not
lose
even
it.
potential.
We're
They're
over
both-
Bub.
Davion Mitchell played well on the
Davion's
Heat. though.
26.
I
Yeah,
agree
yeah.
with you.
Davion's 26. I'm not talking about potential. Fuck the potential. Davion Mitchell's a starter for Miami. That is questionable.
It is.
That is why I put him in questionable. Do I think he's a backup?
But-
yes, Drew. I think he's a backup
Like, that's
along with
better for
TJ
him, a
McConnell.
backup.
Yes,
All
I
right.
agree.
Ty
But
Jerome. Ty Jerome.
backup. He's a backup to me. He's a backup. He's a backup to me. I would not start him.
he's
Would I
better
put-
than Davion-
on this tier.
Davion
Listen,
better-
listen,
Davion Mitchell's
listen,
better than Ty
listen,
Jerome?
listen. But since we're doing tiers and backups in the F, I wouldn't put him as a F tier. But he would be a backup to me. His situation is probably low end starter, questionable starter.
Who?
Ty Jerome.
Okay.
That's why I'm.
I think he's taking the list very literal.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Taking very literal.
I wouldn't relax.
So then for TJ McConnell then.
he's a backup.
No, but I'm
I would
saying
change
under this-
it since because I get it.
This whole
Backup
conversation to get
F.
to where I want to be. Yes.
F looks crazy.
Yes.
Okay, but in a general world, he's a backup.
So TJ would be a questionable starter if he was a
Yes,
starter.
he would be a questionable starter.
Yeah,
I would
for
have
sure, for sure,
questions
for sure, for sure,
about
for
him.
sure, for
sure.
That's all.
Well, he was just
Wait,
taking.
why did we just
he
get
was
so
taking this
screaming
because
list
you got
very
me
back?
literal.
confused because I brought up Davion to questionable starter.
I
You got
didn't
upset
know
about that.
you were taking the list very literal to me. Like this player's a backup on this team, so he's a backup. Davion's a starter.
Well,
he's
I mean,
questionable
TJ's a backup.
starter.
I don't like.
Yeah,
on
well,
any
Davion averaged 10 points, 5 assists, and shot 50% from the field,
I mean, that's what
44%
TJ
from
has
Yeah,
three.
they're
done.
both backups.
No, but Davion Mitchell shot 44% from 3 on 3 attempts with elite defense.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
I do think that what he showcased with the
was
Heat
good.
is the best basketball that he's played in his career.
I agree.
That's why I can see
TJ
like
McConnell has made a career of that.
like
As a backup.
Davion this year. I'm not
Due to
saying he's going to take a
circumstance,
big
though.
leap,
Davion will
but
probably be a backup to us
TJ
tonight,
wouldn't-
too.
You're right.
I'll be honest.
You're
TJ
right.
wouldn't start.
But he's a good, like he's
a
one
good
of the
backup.
best backups.
He's
like
a
I mean,
good
for
backup.
example,
Maybe
like
the
for example, let me
Davion would be one of the
like-
best backups.
But that just happened. That literally just
It's
happened.
right. TJ
Right.
was
Yeah, no,
that.
I'm
But
with you.
let me
I'm
ask you
with
this. Let me ask you this. If the Miami Heat had TJ McConnell and Davion Mitchell both on their roster, who would
TJ.
start?
Why?
TJ,
They're a
I think
defensive
Davion
oriented
is their
team.
defense.
They would start Davion Mitchell.
you need offense on that team too, though.
They are a
I
defensive.
don't really want to
Neither
start.
one of them are bringing
I don't
them
really
any
want to start
offensive
Hero
juice.
and
Cut the
TJ
fuck-
TJ
McConnell.
McConnell
Cut
just
this
was
shit out.
50-40.
But you got to start.
Now
You got
we
to start
go.
Hero too.
Bro,
I think.
like,
I don't want to
yo,
start Hero
I'm
and
kidding.
TJ.
Yes, you
back
can
up.
do that.
Bro,
Defensively-
TJ's not a defensive liability.
But dude, he's
Bro,
like
he's
fucking
6 fucking
5'11".
feet tall,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, so
He's
Like-
a pest.
how tall is
definitely a pest.
Davion
He's
Mitchell?
definitely a pest.
How tall is Davion Mitchell?
6'1".
Okay, they're both fucking short.
But
Bro,
Davion-
bro,
for the point guard
bro,
position.
Bro, you're not sitting
So
there.
does TJ.
You're not sitting there starting TJ because of more offense. Neither one of you, not one of them, are bringing you any real offensive juice as a starter.
But
You don't
TJ
understand
McConnell
that?
just did
For the
that in
Miami
game-
Heat.
did he not just do
No,
that
he
in
said
game
the
s-
Miami Heat. The Heat. The
But
Heat.
to be
It's
fair-
not the Pacers.
In Game 7, did TJ
The
McConnell not backpack
Miami
a championship
Heat.
offense?
The Miami Heat. The Heat.
So
He's
what?
talking about the Heat.
I'm
He's
talking about a
the Heat.
team that actually went to the finals.
That is one. That's a fucking series, bro.
Okay.
It's one series. It's a 7-game small.
Question.
It's a
Question.
Aaron,
Did we
Neesmith
not just
played out of his
allow?
fucking
Did we
mind.
not just
That doesn't mean
allow?
he's better than what he really
Did
is.
Nembhard not
What are you
get put
talking
into a
about?
high-end starter off the
Okay, so wait,
playoffs?
Drew, question.
Because no way in
'cause why-
fucking hell you're telling
so
me
why
off
does
the
the
regular
playoffs only
season.
matter for TJ but not Nembhard?
That's not
You're
true.
dick riding
I
TJ
gave
McConnell,
Nembhard
but
the
you
high-end
don't prop up
starter.
Nembhard. That
Did
shit
I
doesn't
not
make
give
sense.
Nembhard the high-end starter?
You didn't want to do it. So
But
what are
I
you talking
did.
about?
But
How
I
do you
did.
dick ride a
How
6-foot
am I
backup
dick
to
riding
Nembhard?
him?
He's literally
Nembhard
Harry
has
and
no
Nembhard's backup.
status
He's
in the regular
backup.
season.
He's the backup, and he dick rides TJ for the playoffs. But when Nembhard cooks up in the playoffs,
He does.
Well, he
I'm
doesn't do
giving
it in the
him
regular
his-
season.
he
doesn't do it in the
hasn't.
regular season.
He
Joel,
hasn't.
does that
Name
make sense?
another player that gets propped for fucking
Jamal Murray.
being dog shit in the reg. No.
I didn't know he
He's
was gonna say
not
dog
this
shit.
fucking
I didn't know he
bad.
was gonna say dog shit. I think he was gonna say good.
Yeah, that was a little bit quicker.
He's not
response
this
from me.
fucking bad in the
Okay.
regular season.
How good is TJ in the regular season?
To the point where we prop up Nembhard for averaging what? 12 points? Was
You
it
better-
12 points in the postseason?
You better pray
How
to
many
God.
points was it?
You better pray to God TJ averaged 12.
No, I know TJ didn't average 12. How many points did Nembhard average? No, he averaged 9 points in the postseason.
What did you see?
This nigga's a 9-point per game player.
I-
What are we doing?
I understand
What are we
that.
fucking doing here for
I
real?
understand that.
Like, yo, bro.
But what did
in the
Nembhard
Indiana Pacers-
average?
Dells,
What did
what's
Nembhard
the best
average?
What's the best offensive system in basketball right now?
It is the
Pacers are up.
Pacers.
What's the best? What's one of the worst offensive systems in basketball right now?
Tyler Hero's not great.
The Miami one, right? Right? So what are we doing here? And
The Miami Heat are one of the worst.
all right.
That was
Exactly.
fucking nuts.
Bottom
10.
what?
Bottom 10. 10 to 12.
Systems?
It was a pretty bad offensive infrastructure for them.
They
It was.
don't have the personnel for that.
I agree.
Nah.
For sure.
17 minutes ago.
How many points did Nembhard average in the playoffs, Riv?
I'll look it up.
Okay, so we're gonna go on to the
on to the
West.
West.
Well,
He
yeah,
didn't start a single game in the playoffs.
Okay.
It's fucking ridiculous.
How many points did Nembhard average?
We'll talk about it now.
Because I know he had some fucking duds too.
13.
What was the efficiency?
Actually, not terrible. 47, 46, 80.
That's good. Really good. Really good.
Andrew Nembhard in the regular season averaged 10 points and 5 assists. He basically had Davion Mitchell, Miami Heat regular season.
He
numbers.
basically had that.
Yeah, it was similar.
Shot 29%.
Interesting. And
So
one's
maybe-
questionable, one's high end.
I love Nembhard.
One's questionable,
Nembhard-
one's high
Nembhard
end.
had 2 runs, to be fair.
Nembhard-
Last year, too.
Nembhard-
Which is
Yeah.
why we are glazing.
Nembhard can guard the shit out
To
the
be
ball.
fair, what matters the most is postseason. And I acknowledge that.
Nembhard
Which is
can
why
guard the shit
I'm
out the
giving
ball.
Nembhard. He can.
He can
But
guard-
so can Davion.
I agree. Davion also played well in the playoffs.
So let's go and put Davion in high-end starter?
I know, no.
I put him in
Because
low
it's
end.
been 30 games. That's basically the
Davion?
equivalent
No,
of
no,
what
no, 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 no.
of what Nembhard has.
No, we're not
Is
doing
that
that. We're not
wrong?
doing that. We're
Is
not
that
doing that.
wrong?
No, we're not
That's
doing that.
I thought we
basically
were
the
doing the West
equivalent of what
starters.
Nembhard has. You're smart.
We're
Smart.
not. No, that's not the
Smart.
same thing. That's not the
Because
same thing.
30 games is basically the 2 postseason runs that Nembhard's had.
No, because those are
Because
30 regular
that's
season
now
games,
you know
bro.
you're caught.
No,
You know
I
you're
didn't
caught.
put Nembhard. Wait, that was a consensus that we all put Nembhard in the high end. I know you didn't do it, but for the most
I was
part,
there.
we
I
was
was
just
high
like,
end.
yo, we can put him in
I was
high
high
end.
I'm just saying, one gets propped to high end, another's questionable, and TJ's a fucking backup.
So, no, they're both backups.
Well,
I said
Nembhard's
that.
better than both of them.
By far.
But then Davion and
Yes.
Okay,
I think
They
they
got
go
it
tier
too.
above
you
them.
heard what he just
Yeah.
said.
Who?
That stat line for the regular season was basically Davion Mitchell for the 30 games he played for the Miami Heat.
He did say
Davion
that.
did it on better efficiency
Oh,
too.
He did say that.
Fair.
interesting.
He did say that.
Maybe
Interesting.
Davion's
We
just
both
underrated.
think they're both backups.
He's
Maybe.
underrated.
He's underrated.
Okay.
Davion and TJ.
Okay.
They're both backups.
In the literal sense, yes.
Yes.
Nice.
West. Piss me off, Riv.
Gotta know
SGA
what you know, man.
point
Elite.
guard tier
Yeah, there we go.
rankings.
Finally, one we can go by
Elite.
quickly.
Here we
talking
go.
Elite.
High end starter.
Okay.
Next up, Luka Doncic.
Elite. Ah, well.
I didn't know where you. I didn't know where you
Elite.
stood.
Dells, you want to do it here?
Elite.
High end?
Really?
Elite.
Despite his conditioning?
He's elite.
Okay.
One
Where's
of the
Tatum?
best players in the game.
All right.
above
Despite his conditioning. Oh, too bad Tatum can't be in these rankings,
I know.
buddy.
2 years, we'll be here.
Because that's really the point guard.
2 years will be.
You'll be back.
We'll be
okay.
back.
Jamal Murray.
And this is where I'm
Low
interested.
end.
Low end.
Low end what?
Low end star. All star. Low end all
Low end
star.
all-star.
Where's the star? Where's the all star, pal?
Well,
Where's the
well,
all star?
to be
Where's
fair-
the all star?
That has nothing to do with me.
To be fair, the separator between Derek White and Jamal Murray
Was 2 years ago?
is that no, but Jamal Murray has legitimately elite playoff runs.
2 years ago.
He wasn't bad this year.
Jamal Murray's worst playoff run is Derek White's best.
2 years ago.
He wasn't bad this year.
Jamal's also more important to the Nuggets than I would say Derek White.
Because
Celtics.
he's 1,000%
He's their second best
number
player.
2. He's 1,000% their number 2. Imagine Derek White next to Jokic.
Yeah, but
Watch.
I think offensive creation.
Imagine
Jamal
watch.
Can he
Murray
do the
there.
same? Can he have the same type of shot
not the
making
same shot
ability
maker.
as
He's
Jamal?
just-
No.
That if
offensively,
Derek White
for
would
sure.
play.
But
you need
there
more-
are offensive like
Because
that's
there's
their
nights
offense.
where Jamal is giving you, let me not say nothing because that's very disrespectful to Jamal, but he's wildly inefficient. He's turning the ball over. He's one of the worst players
Derek
for
White's not
them,
gonna give
and
you
they
a
still
ceiling.
can be right there to win
He's not
because of
gonna-
how
you gotta
great
say
Jokic
outside
is.
of
Jamal Murray.
Jokic, there's not much shot creation. Jamal Murray brings you all of it. Derek White doesn't bring
You're
you
not
Even the
wrong.
attention he provides.
You're right.
You're not gonna.
You're
it's
right.
not gonna be the
You're
same.
right. I'm just saying that's another player that doesn't have an all-star that we're now going to put in the low-end all-star.
But over the last 4 years, Jamal Murray's averaged 21 and 6 in a regular season.
And Derek White's average, what, 18?
Some shit like that.
He's not as good numbers as Jamal, though.
I'm just saying 18 as the number 4.
Has he averaged
You said 3. You did say. 3.
Okay, I'll even go 18 as the number 3.
like Jamal Murray. Like, yeah, he'll give you games where
You think Derek White's
he's
better than Jamal
inefficient.
I don't, but I'm
I
just
don't even
saying
think
off
it's
tiers.
close.
Derek White's
Like, I don't even
16.5.
think White and
But we're
Jamal
going low-end
close.
all-star. He's never made it, but that's off your. I'm
He's
going off
never
your
made it
logic.
because the
I'm
West.
going off their logic.
He's never.
What's there?
It's just Joel. It's just Joel.
You said it.
No, he said it.
You both said it.
What the fuck?
This is the thing. He hasn't made an All-Star game in the West because there's a lot of elite and high-end players in the West.
I agree.
There's that's the difference.
But
the
you can
West
also
is
make it as a
stacked.
wild card.
He ain't making
But
that.
the
He ain't making
positions,
that,
the
bro.
West
I
has
watched
more.
Jaren Jackson Jr. make the All-Star game.
Jaren Jackson
The
was
West
better
has
than
more
Jamal.
superstar
100%.
talent than the East.
But and I say this with respect to Jaren Jackson, who I think has taken huge strides in his game. Jaren Jackson made the All-Star game before you did.
Jared Jackson's a good player.
I
Deep
agree
boy.
with you.
Yeah.
You
I
can't-
agree with you.
You can't.
That sounds like such a back.
But number one,
No, I'm just saying JJ already put himself in a position where he's an all-star over
it was
you.
more of the
that's
improvement.
a defensive player of the year. And the
No,
power
but
forward.
offensively, JJ has also taken huge strides.
I know, but
Jamal
he
doesn't, you
made
know
it because
what I'm
of his
I
defense.
agree. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying like the power forward position is weak compared to the guard position. It's not even
There
close.
is
But they
better
go
than Jamal.
forwards. It's forwards.
The forwards too.
The
And
small forwards are good.
Elite
the
playoff
forwards in
record,
total in the West,
We
how
talking
many
2 years ago,
forwards
we
really
talked about
are
that.
there?
I mean, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard,
Kawhi's never healthy, so he's never eligible.
So Drew, you're saying
Zion's never healthy, he's never eligible.
Jamal's
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis is a center. He gets listed as center.
No, that's nonsense.
But he gets listed
It
as
is
a
That's
center.
nonsense.
'Cause
Sabonis.
one
So we're
year
saying
the
Sabonis is a center too.
one year
does
DeMar
get
got
listed
listed
as
as a
that.
guard.
That's nonsense.
It was weird. They do weird shit. So you're saying Jamal's 2-year run, we should just negate that and I'm asking.
Because we're talking about going into this season.
Okay, so who better, Jamal or DJ
Same tier.
right now?
Same tier.
I'm asking you. Because because let's call a
It's
spade
not
a spade.
nuts.
Let's
It's
call a
not
spade.
nuts.
That was 2 years ago.
It's
Let's call a
not
spade a
nuts.
spade.
And one plays
if you
next
think
to the
DG's
best
better,
player in the league.
Then
I
you should
agree.
think Derek White is better than Jamal.
I
You
agree.
should be as loud
You know
as you
what?
were
This
before.
motherfucker might be
You know what I'm
cooking.
saying? Like that's all
Jamal
I'm saying.
got playoff runs though.
But I'm saying, no, all I'm saying is
Here's
he's
something.
not really feeling those 2-3 years ago. He's talking about right now. So if we
You're
talking about right
right.
now,
He,
3 years.
that's all
he's
I'm
got
saying.
good logic.
That's all
That
I'm
was
saying.
really two-
I want the consistency.
Three
of
playoffs.
Because
saying.
Jamal went from top 7
Top of the world.
combos
Top
in
of the
point
world.
guard
Yeah,
positions
I'm with
to, is he even top 10?
I'm with you.
Is he top 12?
I'm with you. I'm ready.
last year in the playoffs, he
hurt.
struggled. He was hurt, and it was visible.
But he's always kind of.
But in that first round, he hit big time shots.
He killed
that-
us.
Yeah,
He killed us.
he
No, he's
basically
clutch.
he
He
killed
closed
us.
y'all out.
He killed us.
And
then
then
looked like shit against Minnesota.
and then last year, I mean, this past playoffs against the Clippers, he had
Jaden
some
put him in the
amazing
box.
highs
He did.
in that series.
He did.
That's
OKC,
Jamal
he really
Murray's been.
struggled.
He always has amazing
But
highs.
you know, OKC's an all-time defense, and I think anybody's struggling against them. I mean, put Alex Caruso or Lou Dort on you for a series.
agree.
Derek White, what is he doing? He's averaging 9. He's
wow.
not doing
9.
nothing.
Damn.
Like
Nine's crazy.
like I think
That
that
is a low number.
it's an all-time defense. Like I think Jamal, for him to average 20 points in that series, despite the inefficiencies, like everybody struggled
You
against.
told me
OKC.
TJ McConnell killed them.
TJ
He did.
McConnell was giving them
Did kill
fits.
So I feel like
55% from 2.
He was giving them fits.
so Jamal should be.
But the way he gets it, he's just crafty. You know what I
Like,
mean?
I
was
think
giving them
guard him.
fits.
The only conversation
couldn't guard
I'm
him.
willing to entertain in regards to Derek White and Jamal Murray is the amount of money they get paid, and if whether or not
I'm not doing
I'd rather like contractually what's like a
I'm
better
not doing
value.
that. I'm not
But in
doing
terms of like a player in a vacuum, oh no, Jamal Murray is clearly better than
Yeah,
Derek
we're
White.
bad guys so clearly on this podcast. It's sad.
I love being
What's
a bad
Jamal
guy.
making? Like 40?
It's a good amount.
Derek White's like 33.
Shout out to Jamal. Get your money. I don't want.
Derek
pocket
White
watch.
used to be paid less though, right? Before
Yeah, he
the
got the
season.
He got his
extension last
bag.
year.
I ain't pocket watch.
All right, so we're going
Low-end
all-star.
I'm going low end
Let's
all-star.
just keep this in our back pocket.
Okay.
Sounds good.
You don't have to be an all-star to be. You know what I
Sounds
mean?
good. No, I agree.
Yeah, it's silly.
Because I agree with this placement.
Yeah. He can't be high. He can't be an Andrew Nemhard's tier with all due respect.
And I want you to keep on cooking.
But he is the biggest exception, though. Jamal.
He's been that though.
He is the biggest exception because of
yeah,
how
he's been that for a
remarkable
while.
he has been in the playoffs before.
But still in the regular season, he's been a 20-point per game guy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Dylan Brooks,
Here we go.
God.
high-end starter, low-end starter.
He's closer to
He's probably in the middle.
High-end
yeah,
or
he's
low-end?
a middle
So let
end
me ask you a
starter.
question.
He's in the middle.
He's
Is Nemhard better than Dylan Brooks? Be honest.
He's not as volatile.
But
on
is he
offense.
better?
I'd rather
I'd rather
Nemhard.
to be honest.
You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. There's no way.
I'm being truthful.
You're not being truthful.
if I'm the
You're
Phoenix, if I'm the
lying.
Phoenix
I think
Suns,
you're the Brooks
if I'm
guy
the,
here.
if I'm the
no,
Phoenix Suns,
vacuum.
Talk.
the Suns, but the Suns are in as bad of a situation as you could
I don't want to
possibly
hear
ask
that.
for.
I don't want to hear that.
They would rather
don't wanna hear
Nemhard.
that.
They need both positions. Brooks at
But they're
forward,
rebuilding. They would have
point
the
guard,
younger player.
but they're not. The gap in their age is not like crazy to where you're like, oh,
That's a
Nemhard.
fact.
Let me ask you a
Yeah,
genuine
you'd
question.
rather him because of age.
Better
It's at
name.
least
Better
a
name.
few years,
Better name.
no?
Better name. Jalen Green. What is he?
Low end.
Low end. Actually,
Low end.
Low end.
fuck.
Okay.
He needs his own tier.
So we're being honest. So Andrew Nemhard is better than Jalen Green. You're gonna look me in my eyes and tell me
He's
that.
not a better talent. He's not a better talent.
You're gonna look me in my eyes and tell me
Nemhard's
that
4 years
Nemhard
younger
is
than Dylan
better.
Brooks. That's
Yeah,
He's what, like 20?
25.
Five?
Nemhard Brooks is 29.
But he did play 4 years, so I could see the confusion. Nemhard played
Yeah, I
a
mean,
good amount of time.
Andrew Nemhard is a true
Jalen
point
Green's a better
guard.
talent by far.
Then who?
But he's so volatile.
In a vacuum, Jalen Green is better than both those guys. For sure.
He's
This is
just
why this
volatile.
Like
this
the
Nemhard
conversation-
placement's not sitting right with
Like
me.
the
I get,
conversation.
no, I can see
The
it.
Nemhard
It's eating you
placement,
alive.
like the vein in my fucking
I feel
forehead is bulging.
I'm with you.
Like the conversation between Nemhard and Dylan Brooks. Would I rather a player that's going to play within the flow of the offense versus somebody that's going to hijack the
I'd
offense?
rather be tripping.
I'm going with Nemhard.
Sometimes you need it,
The
though.
defensive value I think Nemhard provides is just as valuable as what Brooks
But
provides.
low key, if
Brooks
you're
more
the
versatile.
Pacers, though, if
That's
you're
what
the
I said.
Pacers, I'd rather have Nemhard. There's times where Tyrese Halliburton can't get a
he's a
bucket.
culture
and
setter.
Nemhard can.
Dylan Brooks is a
He
culture
has been
setter.
a culture setter.
He is.
He is
has
for
been.
sure.
We'll go back to this.
We'll get to small.
Nemhard
Can we
rankings.
take Nemhard out? If we have Derek White not listed, we need to
We
not
didn't
have
list him
Nemhard
yet?
listed.
We gonna put him in
No.
low end. Just put him in low end, man.
Derek White?
Come back to 7 different names. At this
We
Okay.
gonna go back and we gonna argue again.
Next
Nemhard
name.
shit is really and I take blame, guys. I'm sorry.
I ain't mad at you.
Okay, we'll take Andrew Nemhard out right here.
Thank you.
Got your
Okay.
dogs out, bro.
Yes,
Damn.
I do.
You got the puppy out
I do.
for free?
Okay, so elite tier, Steph Curry.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, keep
Come on,
pushing.
come on, bro.
Go
Is he
tier.
above Jalen Brunson in the elite tier?
Yes.
I would have Brunson over him.
It's bugging.
The last 30 games, is it 30 games? Whenever you guys got Jimmy,
When
I
they're
think
a
the
competent
30.
team, you
Yes.
know who's better.
It's true.
When they're a competent team,
It's
you
true.
know who's better.
I was on that side.
There's
too.
only two dudes and
not-
guards
yes.
better. When
I
they're
was
a
on that
competent
side.
team,
I'm not going to fight you
you
about
know who's
it.
better. You don't
I'm not
gotta
gonna
fight
you
it.
about
It's just facts.
He's
Like,
right.
When they're a competent
He's
team,
right.
you know who's better.
And I was on your side until the last 30 games. Steph took
He
the
had to
ball
see
to
the light.
level. You're right. And
Team is dog shit. I get it. We can put Brunson over.
he was terrible.
He was.
For his standard.
Team's
he
dog
was
shit.
bad.
Team is dog shit.
Go ahead.
Who was
Nick.
better as a whole last year?
Brunson.
Brunson had a better
Brunson
season.
was better. I just
In the
think that
playoffs?
Steph Curry's
Close.
a better
Well, he only
engine.
played
He
I
only
think
played
Steph
years.
guard.
I know.
Yeah,
But
he
still,
was.
Brunson
Steph
was
kinda-
killing that team.
Steph was kind of great against Houston.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Kinda.
He was kind of great.
He's kinda great.
I mean, that was the second best defensive in
Kinda
basketball.
great.
I know you like PRA. I know you do. I know you do. You love PRA.
It does. Yeah.
PRA. Okay, next name up is going to be somebody who's stood eye to eye with Curry before, James Harden.
When did he stand eye to eye?
He's done it plenty of times.
2018.
He actually is taller, so he kind of looks down a little
He's a
bit.
little taller.
Looking down on the
You
winners.
want to know?
Brutal.
Here's the thing. Right
Low
now,
end
at
all-star?
this
It's a low-
point
yeah,
in his
yes,
career,
yes, yes.
this is
Oh,
the
he's-
gold standard
Really?
for
Low-end
low end all
all-star.
star.
Absolutely.
This is the gold
Because I feel
standard.
like when you look at your peers like Steph, KD, like they're just elite, and then you just dropped off so much. So when you're looking down at winners
This is
and you're not a
unnecessary.
winner,
That
it's
was
just
rude.
it's just
It was
those, you know,
rude.
it's just
We could have just
it
said
paints
low
a-
end all star and kept
It
it.
You're
paints
better
a-
than this.
He
The way-
started it.
the way-
He didn't have to say you look down.
the way-
He did not have
The
to
way
say
you
that.
talk about Harden
Yo,
is
ring
so
check. Oh, sorry.
disrespectful.
My fault.
James Harden
You started
is
it,
in
bro.
the elite tier
Of what?
in his prime.
Oh,
In his
for
prime.
yo, that was
Yes.
10 years ago.
Oh,
In
no,
his-
absolutely.
No, that wasn't
Oh
10
my
years
God,
ago.
10 years.
2025.
4
like
years
7.
ago.
Give or take. Oh,
2021 with
4.
the Nets, he was an MVP candidate.
He's good.
Oh, he was.
He's good.
You're right. You're right.
2021
That doesn't
he's
always
good.
mean you're elite.
He was elite
He
that
was
year,
elite.
though. He's
Sabonis
averaging
was on-
25 and
Sabonis was
12.
on the
You know
list.
who else? Chris Paul.
Wasn't elite. Fuck out of here.
You know, I wish the world could have seen the way
I wish
that
he won.
you talked about Harden, because we had this whole argument in Vegas about Harden's influence, and we were in the car and Riv's
His
like,
influence is heavy.
Rip,
He got mad because I said Steph has more influence.
No. I got mad because he told me Harden don't really got no influence.
Of course, no.
That's what he said.
I did not say that.
That's what he said.
What I said,
and then
no,
Carson had
no,
a course correct
no.
him when we met up with them. He's like, no, Harden.
All
There's
right.
a lot of stylistic similarities between the way people play now and Harden's game.
There's always three sides to the story. His truth, my truth, and then the truth.
That's true, yep.
I will say my truth. I let him talk. What happened was we were in the car. He started talking about James Harden.
What else
And
is
he was
new?
like, who has more influence, James or Steph?
Not
and I
close.
said Steph. It's
On
not
the
a
way
conversation.
players individually play.
Yes, and I said Steph.
Sure, yeah.
No,
Not
that's not what he said
not
at first.
team
Oh
construct.
my
No, I
fucking
didn't. No,
God.
you're
No.
lying, Rick.
You didn't. You said that at first, or you changed it like
No,
I
I
meant,
said it at first.
You're
I
lying.
I said Steph Curry has more influence overall in a game of basketball
Yes,
and how it's
because I said
in the
Steph,
3-point
not a
revolution and
conversation.
stuff.
That's what
but
I
in
said.
terms of like one-on-one play and how players individually play, Harden has more
Now
influence.
you see how he just changed up three
No,
times
that's exactly
he
what I
said?
said in the car.
We're gonna have to get Carson or Logan to ask.
Bottom
Or
line
John.
is,
John was in the car with us
John.
too.
get a ring.
He will.
Low
this
end
year.
All Star, right? Low end All Star.
John Morant. Yes,
Low
he's
end
a
Low
low
end
end
All Star. John
Low end
Morant.
All-Star.
I put.
Yes, I agree.
He could be high end. Maybe
He can be high.
He can
Ceiling.
bounce
Can
back. But
Can I be honest?
Is he over Garland?
Yes. But can I also be honest with you? I'm not allowing one down season.
Interesting.
I think he can be in the conversation for high end as well.
Yeah, no.
I think he is. I think
When you
he's
guys fucking talk this year, I didn't think I would
Me?
hear this out of
Me?
no.
Me?
You know what? Wrong.
Thank you. Thank
Wrong
you, bro.
crowd.
It's really this
Wrong
fucking bastard
fucking
right
crowd.
here.
You know,
And I was right.
right about what?
2 years in a row in Memphis. Actually.
He didn't play the year before. Why'd you do that?
They weren't good when they were healthy.
How is he to end the
You're
season?
lying. They were never healthy.
I'm not saying him. I'm saying
the
just the
end of the
team
year.
itself.
The team was never healthy because he's not healthy.
No, dude.
What the fuck are you saying?
Before
He
the
was
season,
6-2 when he played.
before the season,
Two.
before the season, when we knew Ja was gonna get suspended,
Yes.
you still told me you thought Memphis
yes,
was
but
gonna
they
be
weren't
really good.
healthy to start the
Because
season.
your exact reason it was they have had a win
Joel,
record without
they
him.
weren't
before.
healthy to start the season.
You're saying 2 years ago.
They only had Steven Adams was missing.
We're
no,
talking
I think
about
Marcus
2
Smart
years
didn't
ago.
start the year.
2 years
No,
ago.
2 years ago.
Okay,
talking about
Brandon
2 years
Clark
ago.
was also hurt.
That's what I'm saying. They started the year unhealthy. I know you tried it just now.
They
but
had
started the year
Desmond
unhealthy.
Bain, JJJ. Win
JJJ
games.
wasn't this. He wasn't even
Win
that game.
games.
I mean, Desmond Bain and JJ's are top.
They
two in the
started
West.
out
And
like-
Desmond Bain got hurt too.
They started off like 2-15.
Yeah, they started.
Yeah, they were
terrible.
dog shit.
They were banged up.
No,
I
you.
mean,
That
once
was a
you
great
start-
call by you.
once you
Before
start
the
2-15,
season
the
started, you
season's
said
over.
they were
I mean,
going to
yeah,
be terrible.
you
but
wish
that has nothing to do with Ja.
it didn't. He didn't
No, I
play.
said I was just right about the Grizzlies 2 years in a row. That's
Oh,
all I'm
okay.
saying.
Sure.
Sure.
Thank you.
John Morant's a high end All Star.
When he's right, yeah.
When he's right, yeah.
I agree. But
Do you agree?
Right. Sure. Ceiling wise, hypotheticals.
I mean, he's done it. What
I
is
mean,
what
yeah. A few
hypothetical?
years ago, he was high end all
You
star.
called Giannis an
3 years
idea.
ago.
This is what you do now.
Oh my
you
God.
just call people that you've seen it.
Jesus,
So
here we
Harden
go.
winning a ring, that's a big ass idea.
Oh my
That's a dream.
God.
That's what that is.
I
Because
said the
you've
idea
seen these
of guys
guys
going on
do
a deep
it,
playoff run.
and then you just call them ideas. You make shit up. You know what? Got
You know
it.
what?
Got it.
Listen,
got
John
it.
Morant high end all star when everything's right this past season, low end all star.
48% from the mid range.
The next player is
Where's
going to
that?
be
Top five?
I made that up.
Oh, I was gonna say 48% is like KD shit.
Nah, he's like top 20. He ain't top 5.
Next name up, Kyrie Irving.
Damn, he's like the middle.
I'm calling him a high end All Star.
Where did I have
He
him?
would
I
be
got
like
low
the
end.
middle bridge. You know, like
got
between
He's
low
top
and-
and
he's
low
better
end.
than Harden. Is he not?
That's why I say he would be the. But I don't know if he's just as good as Steph in them.
No, but that's elite.
No, that's
Oh,
elite.
who's I end?
It's
I had
Kyrie,
high end
Trey,
Cade.
and Cade.
Yeah,
And
Trey.
Trey. I had
Yeah,
Kyrie
yeah,
high
yeah,
ends.
yeah. My
That's
fault.
him.
My
high
fault.
ends.
He's high end.
He's still
I
yeah.
completely forgot that tier.
I mean, he's still super efficient. He's still, got one of the best bags in the NBA. He's not a liability
Oh,
defensively.
bag.
now his bags.
yeah, high end.
Does he not have one of the best?
I'm
bags?
with you.
No, it's the best bag.
It's the best
That's-
bag in the
yeah.
world.
What were we doing?
I'm with you.
He's high
this-
end.
So
He's
we're
high
definitely not featuring like any projections wise. We're not like
No.
high end all star after.
If that's the
ACL
case,
tear.
Cade elite.
Like to me, Kyrie's pretty comfortably above Darius Garland and
Yes.
Derek White and
Elite,
tho-
yeah.
those guys.
Is
Yeah.
Kyrie comfortably
here.
above Tyrese Maxey?
Yes.
He's
Yes.
literally Maxi, but
Yes,
more
but
efficient.
better.
Yeah.
But Maxey
better.
could definitely get there.
He can.
And I wasn't pushing back when Riv said high end all star because when you take what Max did 2 years ago, he would have
I
been
think Maxi and Kyrie provide the same things. For
Yeah,
Kyrie's just
one's
more seasoned,
efficient.
IQ, better ball handling, just a better player.
Yeah.
But that, they provide better. They ain't gonna give you too much playmaking. But my boy Maxi said he been working on the off season. So
I love that for him.
you feel me?
So
You
the
need him.
next player is going to be a player that
Can't find the name.
Cam Thomas.
I have it. It's just weird to put him at a point guard, but that's what they say he's going to play.
Devin Booker.
Is Devin Booker.
I
I
and
ain't no
all-star.
point guard. Take him off.
But he's gonna play the position
High-end
because
all-star.
Jalen Green's gonna start at the 2.
Oh shit.
If Devin Booker is a point guard,
He's a high-end
High-end
all-star.
all-star.
He's elite. He's
honestly,
elite. He is not in the same tier as Caden. Respect to Caden. I love
He's
Caden.
in the same tier as SGA.
Well, he's
LeBron.
better
He's
than
right
Cade.
next to Brunson. I
He's
feel like.
better than Cade, but I would say that
He's
he could be at the top of
cooking.
high-end all-star.
Why is Brunson just comfortably over D-Book?
I mean, the last 2 years, I think Jalen Brown's been better.
Yeah, but I feel like Phoenix team has also been
Like,
pretty
is
dog
D-Book
shit.
in the
has
same
been.
tier as Steph Curry? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, if that's the guy we're gonna use, yeah, you're
I
right.
would have
Fuck.
put Jalen Brunson at the very top of high-end.
But I think
all-star.
Booker's at the very bottom of elite.
I don't hate it.
Like he's a top 15 player.
easy.
I don't hate it. It's tough because Phoenix has just been such a dumpster fire
Like
that
Trae
they haven't
Young,
done
D-Book, I
anything.
feel like there's a
like
gap
if this
there.
was a shooting guards list, he'd be at the elite.
elite for sure.
With
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, Mitchell, and him.
It's just
But I feel like the Ant would be an elite too.
Riv, I'm
Yes.
not pushing back.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
cooking.
he would. I would have him high. I just
I
with
feel
the
like
point
D Mitch would
guards.
also be
Riv.
like I feel like if we're gonna just compare them to the SGAs and the Luka, I get it. Like,
I'm
yeah, the gap
I'm
is
more
there.
likely to side with Riv.
Yeah,
but
but
Devin
you
Booker
know,
is a top 15 player. K's like what in the same range, right?
Cade is probably like top.
But I
20,
think Devin
25.
Booker's also just like if you're talking about point guard skills, he's not really like a
That's
natural
fair.
point guard.
and that's
too.
what's putting him in a really tough position here. Because I think if we're just talking like player for player, he like
We
I
are going
can't put him
vacuum.
in the
We've
same-
said
you know what I'm
vacuum
saying?
99,000 times.
I know Devin Booker though in a
He is
vacuum is not a
elite.
point guard. You know what I mean?
He's
Like,
I just don't feel comfortable putting him in the same tier as Trae Young.
I don't feel comfortable putting him
Feel
in
me?
the same tier as Cade right now.
Oh, whoa.
Right now.
I didn't say that, but you know what I'm saying.
it's close.
You know?
I don't hate it.
I don't really mind putting him in the same tier as Cade, but above Cade. I think he's better than Cade, but
Top
do
of
I-
high end
do
all
I-
star.
Like, do I think that Devin Booker's just clearly better than Cade? No, I
But he
do not.
also said the same thing about Brunson and Booker is not.
It's
I
not.
don't think
but
it's a-
also.
it's not-
I
It's not
also-
a tier difference.
I agree.
It's not a
I agree.
tier
I don't think it's a
difference.
tier. But you was gonna put Brunson at high end, right?
I was gonna put him at the
Okay,
top
so
of high
that's
end.
where the disconnect is.
And
I-
we
I
had
don't
this
think, you know,
conversation before.
we did,
like,
yeah.
I was gonna put Trae Young at the top of low end all stars.
Yeah, I think I think there's more elite guys than you do. That's really all it is.
Devin Booker's the only one that I would push back.
High end, I hear, and I think every single year you're kind of penciling them in all star.
The only. Yeah, go ahead.
These guys are the ones that we've listed for the foreseeable future, at least. These are guys that we pencil in every single year. They're healthy. They're all stars. I think Devin Booker has earned himself a seat at the table with the elite players in the league. He is.
Elite, I view as MVP, like an MVP caliber.
Devin Booker
guy.
was MVP candidate.
He was when they were good.
He was
They ain't good. That's his problem.
He was a first team All NBA player.
He was fourth or fifth. He was right either in front of.
It's
Tatum or
tough because Jalen Brunson has shown these last 2 years to be a high end, one
his
of the
team
best.
is also better.
Yes, but I can't take away from Brunson because
Well, we're
he
talking in
has
a
a good
vacuum.
team. I know for sure, but Jalen Brunson has shown in the playoffs to have as high as the ceiling as damn near anybody.
Devin Booker,
Devin
in the
Booker
playoffs
has-
is really
I'm
good
not trying
too.
to go till 2021
Yeah,
because that's
going back
insane.
4 years
But
at this
I'll go
point.
That was
back.
the
Let's go
last-
back 2 years.
When he played,
Yes,
no,
yes.
he played
It's-
before
it's-
Minnesota.
it's-
Nuggets,
yeah,
2023.
He played
The
Nuggets,
2023
Nuggets,
run
he was
where
amazing.
He
was
had Michael
yes.
Jordan
No,
numbers.
that series was nuts.
Like I think if
3
we-
years ago.
If we talking vacuum, I don't think Brunson and Booker. Brunson's just a better player. Like I think there's things Booker does better. I think there's things Brunson does better. I don't know if there's a tier gap between them.
Like
two.
2023, Devin Booker was otherworldly in the playoffs, but then 2024,
Minnesota put him in the box.
Game 4, he had the near 50-point game.
He was amazing,
Yeah.
but 1,
But
2,
like
3.
1,
man.
2,
But
3,
he was
he was
terrible.
not
He was
good.
bad.
Yeah, I'm
so
with you. I'm with you.
like I don't. That's why I said like for me, elite I view as like MVP caliber players. So like Shea, Luka, Steph. That's kind of where I view the elite guys. So
And off
that's
this
how
past
I would
season, which
do
is
it.
what I'm trying to do and stay consistent
That's
with,
fair.
high-end all-star is fitting.
So with Devin Booker as a high-end all-star, do we want to change Jalen Brunson's ranking or leave him
No.
at
I'm
he's
giving
elite.
Brunson.
I
He's elite.
still believe he's
Okay.
elite.
So next name up, De'Aaron Fox.
Low end all star.
Low-end all-star. I'm fine with
that.
that.
His value is getting kind of weird these days, just because of what the Spurs. They're drafting Dylan Harper. You have Castle there. There's rumors that he could be expendable. So
Sure. Rumors.
rumor.
He's
truth.
definitely not a high-end high-end. Not excuse me.
You think
He's
his
not a
ceiling-
high-end
you think his
starter.
ceiling
He's
is that?
better than that. He's better than a high-end starter.
all-star. You think his ceiling could be that?
I think his
Like the
ceiling's
bottom of
low-end
it? Like the
all-star.
bottom of it?
There's
He made
too many
All-NBA,
great
right? 1
guards.
year?
A minute ago.
He
yeah.
I think his ceiling is what it
Because
is.
I think his
agree.
ceiling's like a
He's
25,
reached it.
26 point per game guy.
And that's fine.
I also agree low end.
Yeah.
but low end right now, yeah.
Next name up, Mike Conley.
Brother, he's a
Backup.
Back.
And
I
don't-
question will start out of
Okay,
respect.
you know what?
Out of
I'm not
respect
gonna argue again.
to Mike Conley.
Because
What he brings as a leader,
I'm not.
what he brings
I'm
as
not
a leader,
I'm not gonna
the
go-
intangibles.
Leader.
I'm not gonna go back and forth with it. I don't care. I'm not about to scream about
But
Mike Conley.
Riv, he's starting on the Timberwolves.
No, he's really a bum ass. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't
He's
gonna.
starting
Right
on the
now,
Timberwolves.
he's
but it's
older.
questionable.
Yeah,
He's old.
He should retire.
Like right now, if I'm in Minnesota, would I rather have Davion or Mike Conley
I
start?
thought you were gonna say Rob. I was
And
gonna
the
laugh.
answer is Davion.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd rather have Davion.
I thought he was
start.
gonna say Rob.
Which is
I was about to
why
laugh.
he's a backup.
I just have respect.
He's
for Mike.
I can't-
retired.
Got respect.
He should
Get too much
retire.
respect.
I can't.
He should retire.
He's not good anymore.
It's not good.
But-
He shouldn't be on the list. Respect the Mike. Be a vet. Mentor the young guys. He's not good anymore.
Mentor like Joe Ingles mentors.
No, yeah, like mentor Rob. He
Udonis
fucking needs
Haslem
it. He
type
fucking needs it.
Yeah.
Like he needs it. Mentor
Calm
him.
down.
Like, you know what
Going
I'm
into
saying?
year 2, please.
Oh,
All right. Next name up.
Him or
Fred
Bob?
Van Vliet.
Him.
I know.
Fred Van Vliet.
Low.
Be honest with you.
Questionable.
After this playoff run,
Low end starter.
I'm
Don't you?
okay.
Are you gonna do what you
I
hated
was
us?
high end.
You
I was going high end.
No, stop.
Andrew
Stop.
Bernhard or
Yeah,
Fred
no,
Van
no.
Vliet?
He's right. He's
Dels,
what he's about to say is
Dels,
right.
He's fried.
He's right.
He just screamed at us
He's
for
right.
30 minutes
He's right.
about Nemhard with the playoffs.
He's right.
He's about to do it with Fred.
But
He's about to do the
Fred
same
was better
exact
than
thing with
Nemhard.
Fred. Fred was good for the last 3
Who
years.
was better in the regular season? Nemhard or Fred
They
Van
were.
Vliet?
You hated both of them. You
You
complained
hated
every week about Fred
He's
being
not
an
Fred's a better
ass.
player.
He
You
wasn't.
Rockets
can't.
fans
You
in
can't say
general.
that. Right message,
You're right.
wrong messenger
You're
is
right.
fuck.
You're right. Listen,
Low end starter.
I would have high end.
I think he's
Right message, wrong message. He
He's-
cannot say it.
He's been a guy that gives you like 15 a night the last few years.
He's a
Been
high-end
decent
starter.
3-point shooter. Good vet.
he's
You're
better
making me
than
sick.
Nemhard.
You're such a-
He's better
No,
than
I wish I could say the
Nemhard.
F word. I wish I could say
my
it.
God.
You can
Oh,
say
yo,
fuck if you want to.
No, it's not that one.
Okay, I
You're
try to
making
give
me
him that.
Listen, in the
bro.
playoffs, it might have been sporadic, but he still gave you 19, 43% from three.
That was in the playoffs against the Golden State Warriors.
Against
The last
yeah.
three.
What was the regular season, Dels?
It was not good.
The
Last
regular
three
season, he
torched.
gave you 14 points per game, rounding up 6 assists, 4 rebounds. The efficiency, 35, rounding up percent from three.
Okay, what was
38%
the
from
field goal percentage?
30% from
God.
the field, but I mean, how many of his
He's
attempts?
small. He's 6 feet.
He took 8 3-point attempts and he took 13 field goals overall. So I mean, most of his shots are.
He's
gonna be
5'11". I don't need him going to that rim.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
defense
I
he
do
brings
think
to-
Andrew
Make me
Nemhard's
sick.
better than him.
I don't know.
I'm just not looking at the raw point per game
I
numbers.
think Fred is a better facilitator.
Nemhard's a
than
better
Yeah.
defender at this point in
He
their
is. He's
career.
I agree.
I'm not
much
pushing
much
back.
better.
I would have him
Low end
high,
starter.
but low end's fine.
All right. I'm okay with that. I will love with that, but we'll visit this again.
Yeah, for sure.
I had him in a low end all star, by the way.
You better than me, because if I made the list, elite.
He
Elite.
needs his own tier. DeJounte Murray.
What is he gonna look like?
I
I,
think
would still
he's
put him
questionable.
low end.
I
Low end, yeah.
I would just go high end.
I agree.
Starter.
He's a
Okay,
high
that's
end
fair.
starter.
Like he just messed up his leg, but I could do that.
He's
too.
a high end starter.
That's tough because he messed up his leg, and then the last year in Atlanta was.
I'm taking him over Fred. I'm
That's fair.
taking him over Nemhard.
Well, he could be better than Fred in the same tier.
Nemhard or DeJounte Murray?
I don't need
The
DeJounte
idea of
shooting.
DeJounte
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Murray,
taking
DeJounte.
DeJounte over Suggs quickly and Nemhard.
Yes, easy.
Like I think he's a better
Come
player.
Suggs.
I don't know. I don't know.
Easy.
That's TBD.
Okay.
Easy.
Because if Suggs is a average to above average 3-point shooter, I think I'd rather
That's
have
not
him.
consistent though. For me to say yes, flat out.
I'll
let's
say
do it.
this: I want all of these guys to not have the ball, so that's why I would take Suggs.
Yeah.
DeJounte can have the ball in his hand.
I'm good.
I'm good with him the ball in his
Nah,
hands.
I'm good. I want to win.
Who would the Magic rather have? Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, they don't need another guy coming and shooting mid range.
One's
Who would the Pelicans rather have?
Honestly, they don't know.
That's a well
They
said.
don't fucking know.
Jeremiah Fierce. Scoot Henderson.
Questionable starter. I think this is the perfect.
I think he's a perfect questionable starter.
We still don't know. We still don't know. He's still a wait and see. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We still don't know.
Where did we have Kevin Porter?
Backup.
Then I'm here to agree.
KPJ
We
is
had a
actually
backup.
questionable starter.
He's
He's
questionable.
a backup on my list.
He's a backup, but we didn't agree to
Yeah,
that.
the consensus was questionable starter for KPJ.
No, he's a
How you-
backup
how you
on my
figure?
damn list.
because I had him at questionable starter.
That's 2-2.
I said questionable
made that
starter
up.
too.
I-
And
backup.
I'm the Hefe, so I did.
said I'm
top
the
it. Nah, I'm playing. But I'm okay. No, but so just to refresh you guys' memory,
There we go.
elite Shea, Luca, Steph, Brunson. High end All Stars Booker, Cade, Trey, Kyrie. Low end All Stars Maxey, Jamal Murray, James Harden, John Morant, De'Aaron Fox, Garland, LaMelo Ball.
Maybe Derek White.
High end All Star
No.
high end starter. Sorry, DeJounte Suggs quickly. Low end starter Van Vliet, Giddey. D tier Scoot, Bub Carrington, Davion Mitchell, Kevin Porter Jr.
Questionable starter.
This is fine.
Questionable.
Backups Mike Conley, Igor Zeman.
Let's
I'm
add
okay.
three assignments.
I'm also okay to put KPJ after hearing the names and backup.
I'm fine with putting Derek White in low end All Star.
Love that.
I'm fine.
Here we go. We're
I
coming
can-
around here.
Because you hear the
So
names on
2
high end
hours, but
starters.
We're coming around.
He clears them.
Yeah, I'll concede. That ain't a big deal to me.
Dennis Schroeder.
Low end starter.
I think that is a low end starter.
Low end starter.
Questionable.
He's more than questionable. He showed last year with Detroit that he could be a
He
fine
was the backup.
starter.
He was a backup.
I
Because
know,
is
but
he
he showed
better
in
than
his role
Scoot,
that- he got
Davion
paid for
Ball,
$100
KPJ?
mil.
And on the
Yes,
Nets,
yes.
he was
That's fair.
firm.
He was.
But
yeah.
like,
just not good on the Warriors.
it's tough because I think he's a good player. I do think he's a good player. Though I'm starting on my team, I don't know, but I can concede.
If he started on the Lakers, I'd be okay.
Yeah.
Not anymore because I have Luka.
Yeah. That's true.
But like
He was good
before
with you guys.
Luka,
He was
very
Yeah,
good with
he
us.
turned down
I can.
180 mil.
We could put low end start. I ain't.
Isaiah Collier.
What?
Questionable, but he led. Was it broke the record for assists by a
yeah.
rookie?
It's just
He's a
Utah.
questionable starter.
Questionable.
I'll put them year 2 guys.
He's
in
better than
questionable.
Kevin Porter.
Him or Bob, buddy.
I would take that.
Him or Bob.
Isaiah,
You didn't even want to say that. You don't
Why do
even
you say that?
believe that.
I do.
Well, why?
Bub's cooler for sure.
He's way cooler.
The sleeves,
Mid range.
the midi, I guess.
The midi.
Playmaker.
His
who
hair,
cares?
very cool.
Who cares? I mean,
Playmaking is a gap.
It is, unfortunately.
So now
We're
we
not here to
have
do that.
we have one player unranked, and that's Derek White
low end.
Low end.
and
all-star.
Nemhard.
I will go to the other side, low end.
So high end starter. So you
Nemhard,
think
if we're putting Derek White in a low end all star, we're putting Nemhard high end starter. That's fair. That's fair.
You got to concede to something.
That's fair.
You got to
That's
concede
fair.
something.
Because if not, I'm going right back to the other side.
Remind me who's the high end starters.
high end starter right now is DeJounte Suggs quickly.
He can be like Nemhard can be in there.
He can be.
And he's there.
It does feel like he's
He-
a tier
he
below.
can-
It does not.
Thank
It doesn't.
you.
I'm not looking at IQ and thinking he's a tier
you.
below IQ. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
Quickly is an 18, 19 point per game.
I don't give a fuck about that. Who's more valuable?
I mean, if
You
you,
love
had,
that.
if you had quickly
You-
on the Pacers, you would be
Fair.
fucking awesome.
Fair. But you told me he sucks in the
But
playoffs.
awesome in
No,
what?
they
though?
did.
Would
Yeah,
he
we
be,
did, to be fair.
Would he be
But-
defending like Nemhard does? He would not.
I don't know.
Because
You
we
can buy
saw
into
we
it.
saw quickly in a reduced role with the Knicks and not play well in the playoffs at all.
Would quickly not be the backup in Indiana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nemhard would start.
Oh,
starts
you're
the
saying if
two.
Nemhard's on the team, or if Nemhard's on the team?
Yeah.
He's getting paid $30 million starting.
We're in the vacuum though.
In a vacuum,
No money.
I think quickly is slightly better.
I think being better doesn't always mean you're like a tier above. Like they're
No, of
like in the
course.
same conversation.
Why
Because
is
what
my
you
least favorite
what you
player
can
in
contribute
Nemhard?
to your role matters more than
Who's
if
the,
you're
who's the
in
low
vacuum.
end guys?
It's Fred VanVleet, Dennis Schroeder, and Josh Giddey.
I think he's more like Nemhard's more valuable than these guys. Like a good
But is he
amount.
as valuable as Jalen Suggs quickly and
Suggs'
whoever else?
value is like a 1-year thing. And honestly,
But at least
yes.
he's giving you elite defense.
Nemhard gives you in the playoffs
He
elite
does
defense.
give you elite.
Like,
it is
we
elite.
ain't
elite.
about
So
to
Jalen
see-
Suggs elite?
No,
He's
it's
there.
not. It's not
He's
Jalen. It's
there.
not quite Jalen Suggs,
He's
but it's
there.
great.
The
The defense is what we're
Suggs has
talking
played one
about.
playoff series.
You're right.
So we don't even know really what his actual value is.
But
No, I know with the regular
I mean,
season,
the
he
defense
showed
is
us
gonna
a whole
translate
season.
in the playoffs.
Sure, but Nemhard, we see it. Like it's there. Like it's visible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I can't knock Suggs for not being in the playoffs. It's not his fault. Well, it's
That's fair.
partially his fault. But
I mean, but I could say comfortably, like Nemhard's value is much more than Fred's.
I don't know, man. When Fred was hitting his shots, the Rockets were winning.
No, it was the rebounding.
That too.
The rebounding.
But they also needed some offense.
for sure.
And it was
in the playoffs, Suggs in the series averaged 15 and 3 with 3 turnovers and shot 40% from the field and 29% from 3.
That would have put him
Tough
over
look.
for me.
tough look.
That would have put him over. If he was hitting the 3-ball, like
Yeah.
Nemhard at least is hitting the 3-ball in the playoffs.
But that was the year he shot well from 3 in the regular season.
He
I'm not
did.
gonna lie, Nemhard's stats in the playoffs, they're impressive.
They're solid. And he's giving you like good defense. Great
He is.
defense.
And he's
So,
giving you
You
big
said
shots,
48
big
and
moments.
40.
it was like 48, 43, 80.
That's
No, he's
really
like,
good.
but you can see because when he hits a 3, people are like, you're like, other teams like,
I know,
fuck.
yeah.
I mean, he
'cause
broke down Shea.
He,
And-
I know.
yeah.
Like,
I
that
just don't think that the numbers do Nemhard
don't.
justice.
in the regular season, he was not good.
not good as strong. Underwhelming.
Okay. In the
He was
postseason,
coming off this rookie
Yes,
year where he
fair,
in the
fair.
playoffs,
Underwhelming.
you were sick.
Underwhelming.
We thought year 2 he could break out.
Underwhelming.
Sure.
Let's add a good one.
Year 2 player, he can't be bad. Bub. Going into year 2, can't
He's
be
cooking.
We'll see. We'll see.
He's
we'll
cooking.
See. We'll see. It's about to be year 2. We'll
Can
see.
Bub? Well, I mean, he's on the Wizards, so I don't know what.
Yeah, don't try to knock, bro. Like, don't
It's
try
nothing
to,
against
Don't
Bub.
try to be mean.
It's just-
He's on the
trying to
Wizards.
knock,
Like, he's
bro.
on the Wizards, bro. You about to knock him for what?
So the
Wait,
thing,
where's Jordan Poole?
Jordan Poole is a shooting guard.
Oh man,
He's
we just
shooting guard.
Where would you have Jordan Poole?
low, high end starter.
he's a high-end starter now.
Okay.
Or
I
low
guess
end.
if we have quickly.
He, and we,
I think that's
whoa.
fair.
This
Yeah.
past season, he was amazing.
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
on
yeah.
top of that, who's the real one that's really been good for a run? Poole.
Yeah.
It ain't been none of them
Shit,
other
that
dudes
was
we putting in
half
there.
a decade ago, but fact.
It doesn't fucking matter. Who got a ring?
Poole.
Poole was 18, 50, 40, 90.
Talk.
He was amazing.
And Poole is a point. They just
So you think Derek White belongs in the same tier as Jamal Murray, Tyrese Maxey, De'Aaron Fox, John Moran, Darius Garland, LaMelo Ball, Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, James Harden?
Kyrie Irving is
But
not
okay,
low
what's
end
the
all-star.
tier?
But you get it, though.
But yes,
Oh,
but
my
what's the
bad.
high
This
end
is
starter?
a different
What's
one.
the high end starter?
There needs to be a middle with him.
No,
I
you
don't
did. No,
disagree. I
no.
don't
He
disagree.
he also listed a bunch of names that are not
Oh, my bad.
in low end.
Low end
low-
All Star,
Hold
the
on.
consensus
Yes.
that we came to.
Yes.
Tyrese Maxey, Jamal Murray, James Harden, John Morant, De'Aaron Fox, Darius Garland, LaMelo Ball.
It's the same list.
The only
We
difference
had
is
John
that
Moran low end.
We said the ceiling was
we
high,
did
but
say
right now low.
the only difference is that in my personal list, I had Trey and Kyrie in low end, but I also had like a bunch of different other
I
stuff.
think I'm with you.
I
There is a
between-
healthy
I don't
medium
disagree
between
completely.
the high end guys.
But
and
there's
the low
also
end,
just
and
some
Derek
names
White.
in that list that I'm like, Garland's not that
Cook.
crazy.
He's spitting.
But
I agree.
It all depends on what you value.
I
so.
don't disagree.
Who would you take, Derek White or Maxey?
Maxey.
Maxey.
Okay.
But
Maxey's
Wait,
better than Garland.
Let's just do a would you rather on Derek
No,
White. Let's name all these guys.
I'm confused because you guys value playmaking, you guys value efficiency, but you won't take Garland over White, but you take Maxey over White.
I watched Maxey in the postseason multiple times.
So it's the postseason stuff.
that and plus the regular season.
Okay, that's fair. Because I don't think
He said a higher ceiling.
No,
so
I mean,
that's
I was gonna
No,
say,
I'm-
and Maxey
I'm
peaks
not-
higher than Garland.
No, that's why Maxey. I want to get a gauge of where we're at with
Maxey's
it.
peak
Because
is
if
higher
it's-
than both players.
If it's just the playoffs, that's fine. But if we're like talking player for player,
No, I mean when him and Embiid are healthy, Maxey is
I'm with
a
you.
legitimate star.
I'm with you.
Okay.
So how many players are you going to take Derek White over these players? So like Tyrese Maxey,
Taking Tyrese.
Tyrese Maxey has the higher ceiling. Better player.
Jamal Murray.
I can hear Derek White personally.
It
I can hear
depends. It depends. Because I think for the Nuggets, you want to have Jamal Murray because you
Yes.
want to have that creation. But if you have 2 or 3 ball handlers,
Brother,
I'm
answer.
cool with Derek White.
Answer.
Derek White.
All right, thank you. Be consistent. That's what
Derek
I'm at.
White over Jamal Murray?
I'm
Fuck
fine
it, man.
with it.
Oh
I'm
my
fine with
goodness.
Dude,
What's your answer, Riff?
I don't have to. This is them.
No, you answer
Oh, I
too.
take Jamal. I take everybody on this list. over
I'm
them.
taking Jamal Murray
I'll
too.
say a lot of guys.
James Harden.
It should be the same.
James
Be
Harden.
consistent.
James Harden.
Okay.
James Harden.
What are you gonna say? Because a playoffs?
No, he's just
better-
giving you a super high floor.
He was also
regular
better than
season on
Jamal
offense.
this past season, but even though,
Yeah.
But, like,
not
okay.
asking much.
I mean, I think Jamal Murray. I mean, Harden's a better player than Jamal Murray.
I'm with you.
Playoffs, sure. 82 game regular season. I'd rather
Harden
have
wasn't
Harden.
bad this past postseason.
Oh,
Just he had
he
some
just
stinkers.
his
but-
highs and lows go. You know.
It's tough, man.
Why was James Harden better than Darius Garland last
I'm
year?
saying this is tough. I don't.
You haven't heard Derek.
No,
Garland
I'm
sing?
actually-
You don't know what
I'm
you don't know
actually-
what I'm gonna
All right,
say.
he was the only player on that offense outside of
half the
Norman
damn
Powell.
season.
The
Yes.
offense you've
And that
continuously
wasn't
mentioned
good. It wasn't good.
wasn't good,
It
and you
wasn't.
said the defense got him to the
It
playoffs.
wasn't.
I don't like the inconsistencies here. That's where I'm getting at with it.
I mean,
because at
you're right.
like it's
I
we're
don't
talking about
hate it.
efficiency. We're
I
talking
don't
about
hate it.
playmaking.
I mean,
but then
like,
it's the
thinking Derek White
playoffs.
over Harden.
But now it's like, you know
I'm
what I'm saying?
taking Harden. I'm taking him over
We
Garland
took-
just to fuck with him.
We took Jamal because of playoffs. Now we're taking Harden because of a floor.
I think we're taking Harden out of respect for
I took
Harden.
Derek White over Jamal.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, as long as you stay
Is
consistent.
it biased? Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate. I
not
love
gonna
bias.
sit
At
here
least
and
you're
lie.
honest.
There's a part of me that's taking Harden off name alone.
I don't want you to do that. Take Derek
I
White and
respect
believe in what you.
Harden. Like,
you don't
I-
gotta respect shit. You don't gotta do that.
I guess I
You
don't.
don't. You don't. Like, why do you have to?
But I
respect
do
it?
respect Harden.
If you think Derek White's better, take him.
In 2025, I still respect Harden.
I'm just saying.
James Harden just made All NBA 13. I'm gonna go with James
And he
Harden.
shouldn't have.
You believe that hard? That's
I
what I'm
do
saying.
believe
If you
that.
stand where you at with it,
I
like,
am standing.
like,
I still
you
don't believe that
you
James
really don't
Harden
think
was
James
an
Harden
all-NBA
that
player.
good in my like the way
I'm
I'm
not
looking
saying
at
all
it.
that. I'm not saying James Harden isn't really good at
I
basketball.
think Derek
still.
White's better.
That's not what I'm saying either. What
Yeah.
I'm saying is,
Mhm.
I don't think he was an All-NBA third teamer. That's what I'm saying.
What's your pick?
Everybody on that list, I am taking over Derek White.
John Morant,
John Morant.
Ja.
De'Aaron Fox,
I would take Derek White.
This one's This one's tough.
I would take Derek White.
Jeez.
At least you did say
I don't think
bias.
it's biased too, but it's also
Like
just,
this isn't a vacuum.
This is a
right?
vacuum.
Sure.
You're starting a team.
Yeah.
Got it.
Derek White
This
over
is-
Fox.
this
and
is
we're
everything.
starting a
It's everything.
But no, because I said
with
originally with context that it changes.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, in a
This
vacuum,
is
yeah,
everything.
De'Aaron Fox is in a vacuum, sure.
I'm praying on a Spurs playoff appearance led by Wemby and Fox. Fox's PR team is in the mud.
This ass might get
He went to
traded, brother.
Sacramento. Shit ain't gonna
No, I
be
mean,
See,
player
this
for
is why it's
player.
in the mud. Y'all treat him like he's
No,
just
player for
somebody.
player, De'Aaron Fox is better. Trolling aside.
Jamal's not.
But
You're
I'll
standing
take
on
Fox.
that.
You went with Fox
Gotta
too?
have something.
Okay. LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo.
I'm taking Derek White.
Thank you.
I'm taking
Thank
Derek
you.
White.
Thank you.
Over LaMelo Ball?
Thank you.
I
No,
don't
want him to be
like. I don't
consistent.
like LaMelo Ball as a basketball
Thank
player.
you. Oh shit. I
I
didn't know
don't.
that was going that
I'm
far.
good off it.
Drew, why are you taking LaMelo over him?
I like him more.
Respect that.
I'm good off it. The 13 threes, the stupid shots, no,
No,
defense,
okay.
can't stay
It's
healthy.
stupid shots because he plays for the fucking Hornets. So why are you taking Tyrese Maxey?
Brother, if you
Why are you
think,
taking Tyrese
you think
Maxey?
LaMelo
Playoffs.
Ball is going to change if he went to a different situation?
Tyrese Maxey just averaged 26
Yeah,
on
I mean,
poopy
you
efficiency.
can't undervalue what great coaching could do for him.
Yes, Charles Lee.
If
Charles Lee?
Davion Mitchell just got put in questionable starter from going from the Kings backup role to now Miami starting role. Imagine LaMelo Ball with Spoelstra. We're talking about him completely
Does
different light.
Spo want LaMelo Ball?
I mean, Spo would definitely put him in a better position to succeed
Oh,
with
no,
the
Spo
Hornets.
guy?
Spo real. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want him, you don't want
If you
him.
could give me LaMelo Ball and I don't got to get none, of course I want LaMelo
Yes.
That's a fact, though.
I'm straight. I don't
Should
like
I give him
all
up for Tyler Hero? I don't give a fuck. Like,
Who's a better
LaMelo.
playmaker?
LaMelo.
Creator?
LaMelo.
Scorer?
LaMelo.
Okay.
LaMelo
everything
clears on
offensively.
offense.
Yeah, Derek White
Wait,
clears
but
The only thing
defensively.
shooting, like 3
D
point.
White clears defensively.
He does.
He also
Offense
does-
is more valuable than defense.
I agree, which is why I'm back to square fucking one, Joel. Why are you not taking Derek White over LaMelo?
I said I'm taking LaMelo.
Say he
Why?
likes LaMelo Ball. LaMelo
Why?
more.
No, I said the offense. It's very clear though.
So it is with Darius Garland. So what's the issue?
Definitely is.
It is.
That's
No, it
better.
is. Like, come on, Drew. Come on, you are Mr. Consistent. Come on.
To me, it's just if you're not like
I
a
also
clear
think
number
LaMelo
one
has
offensive
nothing.
option.
No, I agree.
LaMelo
I
has
think
nothing.
It's also unfair, but at right now, face value, you're only given what you have.
Garland has a damn near. I'm not gonna go as far as say super team.
They're a
'cause
great
it's
team.
stretch.
They're a
It's
great
an
team.
elite team.
Also,
and
he
LaMelo
helps
has
that.
nothing.
I agree.
I gave Maxey the same benefit of the doubt though.
But Maxey also doesn't need that because he has the past.
No, but yes.
He doesn't
but
need the
also,
benefit of
here's
the doubt.
LaMelo's past. He took the Hornets,
So playing.
To
which
one
matters
play-in.
too.
2 play-ins.
Yeah, that was
in
a
the
minute.
fucking
That was
East.
a smooth minute.
He made the
But
9
they've
seed
only
twice in his
gotten
career.
worse.
But you're just talking player for player.
I am, and he's still really good.
But Derek White clears defensively.
He does.
Offensively, he does some things better. He's a better connector.
Rebounding, LaMelo is still good.
I'm with you. He's 6'8". He needs
Has
to
to
be.
be.
But he's a better connector. I just the disconnect.
Who's a
Off-ball
better
player,
connector?
Derek White.
Derek White. Because he, portable
Because he
and
plays
pluggable.
off ball.
Yeah.
LaMelo can't afford to do that.
Absolutely.
And then the last player would be Garland.
Derek White.
I would take Derek.
See, it's no consistency here, It's none.
I mean,
He's
It's none.
disgusting.
No, I'm
His
actually,
face, he's
I'm not
like,
even
this
mad
is
at, I'm mad at the process. I'm not mad at the results.
I respect- yeah, I
the
get that.
process, and that you get me here, right? Like,
I
the
do.
process
Yo, be honest.
is
Who would the
nuts.
Cavaliers rather have right now? Who would the Cavaliers rather have?
Darius Garland.
No, they wouldn't.
They would pick LaMelo?
No.
Mr. I'm
No,
riding
Derek
around
White.
with
I
Derek
said
White.
Derek White.
White.
Oh,
or
they would pick Darius
Garland.
Garland.
That's close.
Who fits their identity?
Their identity is
close.
now their offense. So what are you talking about?
Interesting.
Because
but
all of a
Derek
sudden,
can also
if-
play
if you
off
ta-
ball,
but
and
if
now
you
it's
take-
still in Mitchell's
Yeah,
hands.
but he's not as
And
good.
also, their
Did you-
defense kind of fell off second
If you
half.
take
add
Garland
him
off
into
this
the
team,
defense.
though, you're relying a shit ton
You're
on
doing
Mobley to
exactly
become
what
a
you
ball
did in the
handler and
Pacers series.
initiator.
Okay, that's fine.
No, it's not. They lost to the Pacers because of that. That's the problem. Donovan Mitchell had to do every single
Okay,
thing.
Derek Henry can. Derek Henry.
Crying at
Derek White can do that.
Not at the level of
Of
Garland.
course
It's
not, but he's
unfortunate.
also gonna really, really help on offense.
They don't-
On defense, excuse
They
me.
don't need. No, let me not say
Yes,
that. Let me
thank
not
you,
say that. Let me
thank you.
rephrase. They need help on defense for sure, but they don't need help on defense with the expense
And
of
think about the
losing
defense
offense.
rotations that they can do, especially with Mobley having to come out. Derek White goes and can be a paint
Well,
presence
it
too.
also depends.
What the
Nah, you're
hell?
Oh, he's a great shot blocker. He's a great shot blocker.
No,
When
that
you
was
say
nuts.
Mobley comes out, D White got us, man. We're good.
How many times have we seen that though? We've
No,
seen that a
for sure,
ton.
but it's
No, you're
just-
nuts. You're nuts. You're
I've
nuts.
watched Celtics basketball. I've seen it happen.
No, you're nuts.
I'm not.
You're nuts.
Derek White is mad good off ball.
So take him over LaMelo.
Can't do that. LaMelo has nothing.
Process sucks.
It
I'll
doesn't.
admit.
It's
Process is
consistent
awful.
and fine.
It's not consistent.
He has nothing. I was consistent with Maxey.
No, you
I'm
wasn't.
consistent here with LaMelo.
No, he wasn't. You take Derek White over Darius Garland because of defense, and he can do a little bit of offense.
Riv,
Correct?
Riv,
A lot of it off.
he loves the mellow. This is what you're not taking into account.
No,
He
I
didn't
loves
say
the
all
I
that.
would rather
Who's
him
a better
just-
playmaker?
you said you
Who's
like
a better
him more.
playmaker? I said that too, but then I also broke it
What are
down.
you about
to-
to ask?
Who's a better playmaker, LaMelo Ball or Garland?
Garland.
Comfortably.
No, I'm just picking. It's Garland.
Why?
I think he's a
he has
better
better
passer.
players.
He just has standstill players. and they get open, he hits them. When they don't get
Can
open, he
LaMelo not
creates.
do that?
I
Who
never
creates
wait,
better
wait,
for
wait.
themselves, Garland or LaMelo?
What? What do you mean?
I'm asking a genuine
Who
question.
gets to the rim better? Who gets in the
LaMelo
mid-range
at the
better?
rim, yes.
So then who creates better for themselves? I know it's Darius Garland. I know you hate
that.
it.
It's just LaMelo's
It's also
13
the
threes this
spacing's
game.
dog shit.
You're not.
It's
you're not-
unfair
you're
to
not- you're
LaMelo
not-
to judge his situation
You're
to
not-
Garland, who might be in the best situation in basketball.
Is that okay? Okay. And is it not unfair to judge Derek White's situation as a number 3 or number 4
is
option,
fair.
thinking he can scale
This is
up?
but the defense can translate to every
I
team.
agree, but also
The off-ball play can translate to every team.
But also that uptake in offense cannot always translate because you cannot do both at that same level. We don't see many guys do
true.
that.
It's true.
So if he
But
goes to Cleveland,
when has Garland been? When was the last time we saw Garland be 1?
what do you mean one?
When was he the number
He's
1
a 2.
option?
He's a 2.
But that's what I'm
he's
saying.
a comfortable 2. I don't think he's a 1. He's a number 2.
What if he's not a 2?
He might
What
be a
if he's
3.
And that's my point. If you're a 3, give me Derek White.
Exactly.
Derek White's not really a 3.
What is he?
He might be a 4. Like if you're
He was
if
just
you're,
the 3
Dells,
on the championship
Dells,
Celtics.
if your
Garland
team
was
is
just-
healthy, who's the 3? Well,
Well,
not obviously.
Prior, he's a 4.
But
He's a
Garland was
4.
just the second
But he
best
was hurt,
offensive option
and
on
they
a
still
64
won.
win team.
Step
While
up.
he was the
Derek
3rd,
White can
and
step
he
up.
went to the moon.
Derek White can step up. I'm not disagreeing.
Okay.
On that. But now you have a full offseason like we know.
Yes.
Derek White is going to be the number 2 on the team.
yes.
We have to game plan for him. I don't know
Yes.
if he has the skill set to do that. That's all I'm saying. Like we've seen Darius Garland be a number 2 for the most part.
We need
know,
Derek
and
White
he
now
can
more
be a
than
2
ever,
or a
bro.
3.
If Derek White goes out there and averages 21 points per game, I'm sorry, we're copying.
He's gonna
jerseys.
get the opportunity
We should cop
to.
matching jerseys.
No, he's gonna get the problem is with the opportunity, they're gonna be dog shit. So it's not it's like I don't want to
I
you
don't
know what I'm saying?
if they're
Like
gonna be dog shit.
They're gonna be
the
bad.
Celtics.
If they're a fucking playing team, and
here.
y'all were talking about Darius
got
Garland
it.
leading these motherfuckers
got
to the
it.
play-in,
You got it.
sure,
But
Derek
you
White.
better take him over LaMelo bum ass too though.
Okay,
That's a fact.
that's-
you
but
better
depends
take him
on
over
what- depends on
LaMelo.
what
if they're the
does.
goddamn
No.
10
It
seed,
depends
I don't
on
give a
who's more
damn.
talented. Y'all love going off talent. Who's more talented? LaMelo. Okay.
Melo's more talented than
LaMelo's
LaMelo.
one of the most talented players in
Yeah.
the league.
Okay.
That's what he's going. That's what he
I
got
know.
going for him.
That's
It ain't shit
that's
else.
actually exactly.
Like it ain't
That's a
shit
fact.
else.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what
That's true.
him,
He's right.
Zion. That's what they got
Whoa,
going for them.
whoa.
Talent.
Zion also has production.
Well, no, it's because he's
Zion
also
has
hurt.
production.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes.
He's
Zion
always
has
hurt.
production.
But this is what it's talent. We don't care about talent anymore because the league is super talented. Sorry,
I agree.
He's 6'8" and he struggles at the rim. That's a problem.
He struggles because there's no.
He also
there's
struggles because he
nothing
wants to
around
do
him.
all this jelly dumb shit all the time.
It looks
When
good.
I
Get
say
your
it, I'm
weight
a
up.
bad
It
guy.
looks good and it goes in sometimes.
See, that's your problem.
Sometimes. Sometimes it's
I
right.
choose my words right.
You know what?
A lot of
You're not
guys
lying.
make baskets
You're not lying.
sometimes.
You're not lying.
I know.
You're not lying.
Shaq made free throws sometimes.
Jalen Green looks good sometimes too.
First 2 hours of the show was a good one. NBA point guard tiers that ran a little bit longer than we expected.
We have to
fellas.
do 4 more positions.
It did not go longer than I expected whatsoever.
John is here. He is filling in the place of Drew for the second part of this episode. And next week we'll probably do shooting guard rankings, and then after that, small forward, power forward, then centers. So we're splitting up NFL, NBA pods 1 a week, but we'll still try to cover as much news as possible if things are relevant. Because later in this podcast we'll talk about some NFL training camp takeaways that we have. But right now, the NBA offseason is not over just yet. We are waiting on 3 of the better free agents on the market to now pick where they want to go play. They're all restricted free agents. You're right. They're under team control. It is Cam Thomas, it's Josh Giddey, and it's Jonathan Kuminga. The NBA, essentially, their own teams, they've given up on them, it seems like. And we're going to play a little game this segment. It's going to be called Buy, Hold, or Sell. You are going to pick one of these players to match one of these categories. So we're going to start off with the buy category.
Damn.
Between Cam Thomas, Josh Giddey, and Jonathan Kuminga, if you're an NBA franchise, which one of them are you actually buying?
This is tough because from all the reports, I saw Shams
No
was
team
talking
wants to
about
buy
it.
these dudes.
Apparently,
Team's got cap space.
yeah, because the Warriors offered Kuminga a deal. Kuminga like, nah, that ain't it. Sacramento and Phoenix are the biggest suitors, but the Warriors don't want nothing of what they have. So you're now in a tough position. And Kuminga came out and he's like, yeah, I'm comfortable with waiting. Like he's fine with waiting out the process. He's not in no rush. So they're in the stranglehold because Warriors don't want anything from those 2 teams. Kuminga does not want that deal. He doesn't want that deal that the Warriors are giving him. I would probably buy into Jonathan Kuminga though. I feel like he's the youngest out of all 3 of these players, probably the one with the biggest upside. I think he gives you a different edge athletically. I think defensively he's shown promise. He's shown, grit. He's shown he can be good on that end, but it hasn't been consistent. Really good mid-range shooter. Funny enough, for his position, good in the post. Not the greatest finisher, not the greatest ball handler. But just it's really like with these three players, it's really tough because Cam Thomas's archetype is slowly dying in the NBA. Giddey's a tough guy to crack because he needs the ball in his hands, but he's not the best shooter. So I'll probably just buy on the youngest guy out the three guys.
I would buy on Cam Thomas. I felt like for each of these players, they need to be in a certain role. And for Thomas, I look at him as an elite six man, someone who, if you put him in an environment similar to what the Nets had originally with Kyrie and KD, he could thrive in a smaller role. Whereas with Kuminga, I have a harder time finding what his place is because in Golden State, the biggest issue he's been playing with Draymond and Green. He's not a good enough shooter to play the 4. He hasn't been a good enough defender overall to play the 5. He's not big enough. And then as a help defender and rebounder, he wasn't giving you quite enough of what they needed. So I feel like, especially if I'm putting myself in the lens of one of these teams individually, if I'm the Warriors, I'd rather have maybe not Cam Thomas necessarily, but I know a guy like Kuminga isn't really the match made fit to kind of round out a rotation. It's why this Al Horford deal has been pending for weeks now.
He verbally agreed.
He verbally
According
agreed,
to
but
Shams.
the deal
Really?
hasn't
I
yet
didn't see
been
that.
finalized
I know you
because of this Kuminga
Is that
domino.
the real Shams?
Yeah, like he said it.
Okay.
I'm lying, bro.
Okay, I was going to say, I did not see that anywhere.
It's been sort of kind of waiting for a long time in succession to what ends up inevitably happening, whether it's a sign and trade deal or something else. But Cam Thomas is the player of these three who I really do like the most, and maybe that's my weakness, kind of really appreciating these hyper dynamic kind of shot creating guards that are a diamond breed like Riv highlighted, but I've always been someone that kind of believes Cam Thomas in a smaller role would just be more impactful as a six man.
It's tough because I think if we're saying buy, sell, or hold for their current team, I would be buying Josh Giddey. Because I think right now with Kuminga, his floor on Golden State is like DNP's. His floor is Steve Kerr doesn't trust him. He's not going to be out there with the starter. He's not going to be out there closing lineups or even really getting any consistent minutes. The upside is there. But now that you have Jimmy Butler here, of course, still got Draymond and Steph, it's a team that doesn't feel like they're invested in trying to continue to develop him, right? Which makes me think that his floor could be someone who is the 10th or 11th man on the bench. Cam Thomas and the Nets, their relationship feels a bit strange right now, right? The reported contract out there, 2 years. Was it 14 per year or 14 total?
14 per year.
14 per year. If I'm Cam Thomas, if that could come with the player option at the back end, that might be the best you could get. You get 14 for 1 year. If you go out there and you hoop, maybe you can opt out and get maybe 20.
What more are you gonna
exactly?
What more do you need to show them?
It's tough to find a world where any team, the Nets included, are going to be spending up for Cam Thomas. That's why Josh Giddey with Chicago, they feel cool letting him rock out. They're like, right now, Josh Giddey, we don't really have a franchise player. It's Kobe White. You are the two guys we're kind of building around. So if I had to buy into any of these guys on their current team, I think Josh Giddey and the Bulls, that's the one player I could see 2 years from now. I think there's a decent chance he's still in Chicago.
There's been a ton of reporting on all three of these players. With Josh Giddey, he's not happy with the Chicago Bulls over how contract talks have gone per Amico Hoops. No team has contacted the Bulls or Giddey regarding a sign and trade. So there's no interest across the league, and the Bulls are at a stalemate. The Nets offer, like you guys mentioned, to Cam Thomas was $14 million per year with a team option. So the team has control of it.
Like
yes. At Jake L. Fisher reported that. And then for Jonathan Kuminga, Anthony V. Slater from the Warriors, who covers them, said that he is not interested in being a secondary option, although that was the headline. The actual quote was, beyond the contract demands, Kuminga is in search of a more guaranteed, consistent starting role and featured opportunity, sources said. That's something both the Suns and Kings have pitched. So with Kuminga, it seems like there are two teams, Suns and the Kings, that are willing to take on that risk. But the Warriors, they want a first-round pick in return, according to these reports, a young player, and no bad contracts. So they want basically two valuable assets for Jonathan Kuminga. I will say this before I give my buy, is that the Warriors are really at a stalemate with Kuminga, because if he accepts the qualifying offer, he cannot be traded for anything of value during the season.
There's a no trade clause, no?
Not a no trade clause, but if he's making $4 million per year on a qualifying option, you can't trade that and get a good player back for that type of money. So they need to sign Kuminga to a pretty good deal, if not sign and trade him right away.
It's weird when you especially invest as much as they did, the 7th overall pick into him. He's one of those last assets from the second iteration of the rebuild in that 2019 to 2021 window. And so they're still trying to squeeze, kind of, so to speak, whatever they can from that asset. But if you were to play on the qualifying offer next year, then it's a 1-year deal. I'll be an unrestricted free agent, and then you can have the risk of him leaving as a flight risk. So flight risk. I feel like no matter what Golden State does, really what it comes down to is Kuminga was never able to kind of carve out his own role. And that's been what's put them in this very kind of lose-lose, stuck them between a rock and a hard place situation, because there's really not a clear suitor like you highlighted that's going to give up what they're looking for.
And if you give him that contract, how is he going to play this year? Like, how is his attitude going to be coming into the building? You know, is he going to now be a more selfish basketball player and to go in the game and just try to get his own? How is the emotional aspect going to be for him? Like, I think, you know, Kings, Suns, because from what Sham said, it's the Warriors. It's not Kuminga. Like, Kuminga, he's ready to go to a new home. The Kings and the Suns, but the Warriors don't want anything from them. So it's like, all right.
They want to keep him. Steve Kerr wants to make amends.
Yeah, so it's like, dude, let it go.
What's a fair contract for Kuminga?
480?
Say 15 to 20.
Yeah, like 480. Go get his
If
deal,
I'm
bro.
Kuminga, do I want to lock in a 4-year?
I don't think they're offering that to him. Like the deals they've been offering, Kuminga's like, no, that's not enough.
It's just Kuminga doesn't fit with their rotation. He can't play with Jimmy Butler. That's the biggest thing.
Only person he can play with is Steph.
I want to buy into Kuminga because I really loved what I saw, the flashes in the Minnesota series, where, you know, the last couple of games of the series, he was just balling. He was just so amazing offensively. And that could have just been a flash in the pan moment, or that could have been something of what's to come in his future. I think that in this offseason, we've seen volume scoring guards get underlooked, and the league essentially be done with them. They're not trying to buy in and invest into a guard that doesn't play defense, doesn't pass much, and all he does is score. And I feel like we're going to come back to the mean eventually on that, to where they're going to get so undervalued that a team is going to pick one up, and it's going to make a big difference for their season. Cam Thomas is in a very tough situation, because if he goes back to the Nets, he is going to be on a terrible tanking team, putting up good numbers, but those numbers not be respected by anybody across the league because of the situation. If I'm Cam Thomas, I know he's a restricted free agent and the Nets could match whatever. If I'm Cam Thomas, I'm looking to go to a situation that is a winning situation that he can go and contribute to. And I would buy Cam Thomas, because when you look at his scoring is a little bit different in terms of the emptiness regarding other volume scorers. He has 15 40-point games. He has a 1.13 points per possession on isolations on 2.8 possessions per game. That's the 4th most efficient mark of any player with 2 or more isolations per game. The only players more efficient than him, Zach LaVine with the Bulls, KD, and De'Aaron Fox with the Spurs. 1.03 points per possession as a pick and roll ball handler on 7 possessions. 5th best among players with 7 possessions or more per game. SGA, Brunson, Dame, Fox are the only ones better, and he was 11th in drives per game. Compare that to somebody like Jalen Green on isolations. He was 0.86 points per possession on 2.5 possessions and 0.92 points per possession on 9.3 pick and roll ball handler possessions. I think that Cam Thomas, his numbers is getting viewed as empty because of the team he played for, but I don't think they are empty. I think he can be an efficient shot maker and a good part of an offense, whether that's as a 6-man or another role, I don't know, but I think that the best thing for his career is to get out of Brooklyn and to kind of rewrite the narrative on his reputation.
So let me ask you a question. What's the difference between Zach in Chicago and him now? Because you once said Zach was empty stats in Chicago. So what's the difference?
Between LaVine and Cam Thomas?
Yeah, like what's the difference between looking at Zach's numbers in Chicago when they weren't good, saying those are empty, and looking at Cam Thomas right now?
I think Zach LaVine is tasked to be either the best or second primary offensive option on the team and will teams to victory every night, and that's not his best role. And I think that Cam Thomas, I don't think that his best role is being one of the face of a team. But if you had a Zach LaVine as a 6-man, that is an absolute steal. Like, that can be helpful to winning if he doesn't have the contract he has. I think a big reason why Zach LaVine has been held back is not only the team constructions that he's played for, with the contract that he has. He's getting
Injuries.
paid like a top guy.
Right.
If Cam Thomas is not getting paid like a top guy, if he's getting paid 15 to 20 million per year, I think that value is a lot different.
Yeah, and honestly, the worst part of it is he's doing what Brooklyn needs. It's not like it's the Brooklyn team from 4 years ago when you have KD, Kyrie, and Harden, and Cam Thomas that were just stealing possessions. We've seen that rotation. We've seen that roster. If Cam Thomas is not doing what he is doing, there is nobody else on that team that can do it.
And that's why I'm confused. Brooklyn isn't paying anybody. Like outside of Claxton.
MPJ.
Well, now they just got
now,
MPJ for sure.
They have their only team with cap
Yeah,
space,
but
but
they
they become this dumping ground.
Yeah, but they're not paying a ton of players where they can't give Cam 480. You know what I'm saying? So where's the pushback on giving him 15 to 20 million dollars? Like, why are you not paying a guy who you've kind of been tasked, unfortunately, with being the best
Do
player?
we know what Cam Thomas wants? Do we know what
That's never been reported. We don't know what
they're
the number
offering
is.
14 a year. You know what I mean? If Cam Thomas is like, I want 18, there feels like there's a middle ground.
Yeah.
If he's like, I want 27, then I understand why Brooklyn doesn't want that.
Yeah, the hold part is weird because I like Kuminga's athletic tools, but I think Giddey just knows how to play basketball better than him. Like, I think he has better IQ, he has a better feel, he's a passer. And the only question mark with Giddey is, can he hit the outside jump shot? If that 3-point shot starts falling, which it did with Chicago, although at the second half of the season at an unsustainable rate, but if that 3-point shot becomes respectable and is falling, then I think the answer for me, I'm holding Josh Giddey.
To be fair to Kuminga, he does not have the leash Giddey has. If Kuminga was in Chicago, he'd also be like, all right, if you need 80 games, 30 minutes a night to figure it out, sure.
You don't, with all due respect to Giddey, he has the ball primarily in Chicago. So, like, how does his role look like with other guys coming in?
Oh, we saw the
He has
Thunder
to shoot.
said, we're good.
Yeah, much different, you know. And plus, it's weird too because a lot of times they really can't. Sometimes they can't shoot the ball, but you still provide something else like defense and stuff like that. And Giddey doesn't really give you that. So these three players are tough because I would probably buy Kuminga. I don't know who I'd sell. Genuinely, like even if I didn't buy Kuminga, selling is hard because none of these guys have value. So who am I really selling? Here?
What's just the
approach it-
player that you're lowest on of the
I would
three?
approach it from the player that, like Joel said, least likely to fit into your rotation. That to me is Jonathan Kuminga.
But if we're
That's
doing
all.
it based on, technicality, sell, who do you think has the most value? I think
Jonathan Kuminga.
Kuminga probably has the
Probably.
most perceived value,
Yes.
although it's not like he has a plethora of offers out
I'm
there.
just doing it based off like the player I
Who you like
think
the most in the league?
is the most likely to succeed in the NBA
Mhm.
based on how I feel about him,
Well-
the middle ground, and then the one that I'm out on. And I feel like Kuminga and
Kuminga's the only
Giddey's
one
more of a
with-
toss up.
Kuminga's the only one where teams are wanting him right now. So, like, nobody wants Giddey. Teams aren't calling for Cam. So
What would River Brown do?
I said I'd buy Kuminga already. Like,
Who you selling? Who you holding?
I'd probably hold Cam. And
Sell
I'll probably
Giddey?
sell Giddey. I don't trust in the lack of creativity with the ball isolation, the constant need for the ball, the 3-point shooting I don't believe in. Defensively, 6'8", slow-footed, not ideal. I don't want him being the primary guy for my team. With Cam, I can see a carved-out role for sure. A 6-man, Malik Monk. Like, you can see that throughout the league. Kuminga is tough because you're just hoping and praying to God that the athleticism and the IQ eventually
Comes
just
together.
goes up. Yeah, and he's also the youngest, so I'll probably just grab him just because he is the youngest.
I'm buying Cam Thomas. I'm selling Jonathan Kuminga. And I'm the Bulls, so I guess I'm holding Josh Giddey because what else am I going to do with that cap?
They're not even holding him.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going the exact same route.
I think I would, in a world where you could sell Jonathan Kuminga, get value, and I'll sell him, and I'll hold Cam Thomas. Cam
Sure.
Thomas just,
Bring me Dylan Brooks.
will he get paid $20 million and be like, I'm cool being a 6-man? I think if he gets his money, he'd be like, sure, I'll be a 6-man.
I guess the hold in this scenario would be if they decline the contract and they're playing the qualifying offer. Because if you're paying Josh Giddey multiple years, then you're buying him too. So
Yeah.
I guess that would change my answer.
So this offseason, we thought it was going to be a much bigger one. Shams was like, this is going to be historic level offseason. And I think the biggest move was Kevin
KD,
Durant getting
Desmond
traded.
Bain.
Yeah, Desmond Bain getting
The
traded was a
Celtics
shocker.
Kind of gutting their
Celtics.
championship.
They did gut their
infrastructure.
roster.
Dog
The
shit.
KD one was expected because we knew he was going to get traded. The Desmond Bain one came out of left field. We did not see it coming. But let's take it back to a year ago in the 2024 NBA offseason where we got some surprises that we were not expecting.
Yeah.
We're going to grade every 2024 offseason move 1 year later. So in hindsight, how do these moves look right now? With the biggest move of the offseason being the Knicks and Timberwolves trade The trade that sent Karl Anthony Towns to the Knicks, Julius Randle, and Dante DiVincenzo, and a first-round pick that became John Behringer to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
A for both sides.
Yeah, the Knicks had the probably two biggest moves of the offseason, but this one, it's an A for both. You saw Cat was able to bring or help bring the first ECF appearance for this team in 25 years. Minnesota, Julius Randle had a bit of a revitalization there with the Wolves, so I think this is A for both sides.
I don't think anybody lost in this deal. Cat had one of, if not his best season. Like you highlighted, Randall was awesome, played well in the playoffs. And I say awesome maybe kind of lightly. It was the first time we've seen him really fit in the moments that matter most. And then for the Wolves, they were in a reset year and they still end up in the same place, the conference finals. The Knicks accomplished their goal as being the Celtics. And so for that, I feel like everybody wants
it's funny because the Knicks were like on the verge of just like being a second round exit and kind of disappointing. And then they just like, nah, fuck that. And completely just beat y'all ass. And now they're in the ACF. Huh?
6 games.
You choked. So I think like it really is just crazy how this year went for New York where they didn't beat, like they were losing to top teams. You were like, oh.
Yeah, shit was so fake.
Yeah, and then it was just like, boom, ECF. So definitely an A though.
I think this is an A for both sides. I slightly like it a little bit more for Minnesota just for the flexibility they got.
Yep.
Because they were able to retain Naz Reid because of this. You know, they were able to retain key players of the roster. Alexander Walker ended up leaving, but it
was one or the other between him and Naz.
You get Randall, you get Naz, and then Behringer looked like a pretty solid player in Summer League, and he looks like a center that long-term could fill in the shoes, hopefully, of Rudy Gobert because they need that option. He was amazing defensively in Summer League. So I like the flexibility that they got, and they got Dante DiVincenzo as well. Mm-hmm. Where the Knicks, it was also good for them because, you know, both teams made the conference finals, but, you know, this move didn't handicap the Knicks. And a big reason for that is because of Jalen Brunson's contract. Jalen Brunson not getting paid like one of the 10 best players in basketball on a Supermax deal is the reason why we're able to pay Cat like a max player and still be under the second apron and have the offseason we had with bringing in all these free agents.
Such a great guy, man.
Yeah, Jalen
Better
Brunson.
than me.
Way better than me.
Give me my money. In New York,
I'll take every cent.
Yeah, I need all that.
So this is an A on both sides. Next trade. Mikal Bridges to the Knicks that formed the Villanova Knicks for a little while. Bojan Bogdanovic, Shake Milton, and 5 firsts and a swap to the Nets. And the 25 firsts that the Knicks sent to the Nets ended up becoming Nolan Traore and Ben Serif.
Was so good off that. C+, B-.
For who?
Knicks.
And for the Nets?
D.
They still have 3 more first-round picks to.
No, I think
maybe C.
No, I think for the Nets.
I feel like if they didn't start the draft off like that, I wouldn't be as mad.
The draft was so bad that they're at odds.
I know what you mean.
There are 2 picks in the 20s. I agree. I would have taken the Clifford or Jace Richardson with that pick. Did not agree with the Nolan Traore pick. That being said, if you were to tell me that you're getting 3 first-round picks from Mikal Bridges and a swap a year ago, you're giving that a C- to the Nets?
Well, now it's hindsight. Of course,
No, right now.
Well,
you just told me.
Because you still have 3
facts.
You're implying that they shot those 2 picks down the drain.
Facts. But now I got to assume they're going to shoot the next 2 picks down.
It's not a bad assumption.
Based off
I got to assume now they're going to flop again. So I don't know. Now I'll probably give it a B for both. I feel like getting that capital is still dope. Like you mentioned, they still have 3 first-round picks, and 2 for whatever it is, and a pick swap. For New York, I feel like they probably expected a little bit more of Mikal throughout the season, but he came up in some big moments in the playoffs. And I think that's important. And it got them to the most successful season in God knows how long, maybe 1999. So I probably level out to like a B on both sides.
That's hard because 6 first-round picks from Mikal Bridges, the value is an A+. But
picks are overrated.
You
man.
take
LeBron.
I understand, but you take into account the picks they've used so far. Definitely knocks this down to like more of a B+. For the Knicks, before the second round of the playoffs, before the Boston series, you're like, oh shit, this is like a D.
Facts.
But Mikal was huge in that series. I mean, he had fourth quarters where Jalen Brunson starts off on the bench. He goes off, rips 12, 14 points. Of course, he has the big stops on Jason Tatum in games 1 and game 2. So that series alone bumps this up to probably like a B for New York. But then I'm thinking, all right, New York is here. They made the ECF. What's the next move? The fact that you gave up all of your draft picks for Mikal makes it more difficult to go out there and get the next piece that takes you from an ECF team to a real finals winning team. So for New York, it'd probably be like a C+. for the Nets, it'd probably be like a B.
Man, I really hate how a lot of people, maybe this isn't as prevalent now that they went to the conference finals, have kind of trashed this Mikal Bridges kind of move for the Knicks because on one side, Mikal in the regular season, it was a down year. Still his best season from mid-range, gave you 18 a game. And the playoffs, they do not get past Boston if they don't have Mikal Bridges, especially in those first 2 games in the fourth quarter. And we saw him defensively raise his level of play up a huge tick in those moments that matter most. And so when I look at this move from the Knicks, I'm saying to myself, they built a team to beat the Celtics. They accomplished that, and that doesn't happen without Mikal. They gave up 5 first-round picks and the swap, yes. But given the nature of the foundation that they have, they're going to be lower-level firsts. They're not going to be what we perceive to be high-value assets. So for this move, I'm giving it a B for the Knicks. I still feel like the return that the Nets got was A+, like you said, because of the fact they sold Mikal at the perfect time. So I would say Knicks are getting a B. I want to give it... there's some part of me that wants to give this a better grade for the Knicks because they really accomplished their goal. Whereas with the Nets... what matters is what they end up making out of it.
Why is their goal
Why
to
is their
beat
goal to beat
Boston?
Boston?
Yeah, I feel like the goal is just make the ECF, make the finals.
They made it to the conference finals for the first time since 2000.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm with that. Yeah.
The beating
That-
the
but no,
Celtics
that's-
part, that's their
that's their
goal,
goal.
and they accomplished their goal.
I think their
Of
goal
course,
is
it's going to the
The
finals
goal
and
is
beyond.
I don't.
Yes,
Okay, I get what
but
you mean.
what their plan was, they did play out that strategy.
Yeah.
I
The
just
goal
didn't
was
work.
to beat the perceived best team in the East.
Correct.
Sure.
And they
And
did
they end up
beat them.
losing to the next team in their minds. But for the Nets, I would also give this a B, B+.
I think it's fair to give it an equal grade. Maybe I was too harsh on the Knicks. Maybe they both get a B.
But even if those 2 players don't pan out, you get 3 more first-round picks and a swap to go. I feel like
Just
you
need
told
to
me
hit
that
on
a year ago, I'd be all right with that.
6
I mean, they're
wins,
going to
just
be
get
late.
one.
Shit, God bless.
What are but those future picks? I'm sure like 2029, 2030 probably. So like 5 years from now.
Yeah, I'm going with the solid B for the Knicks, and I think for the Nets, the return is still an A. Although, they have to really make up ground with these firsts that they're going to have from the Knicks, these next upcoming drafts.
Yeah, but the Knicks have proven that they're now a well-run organization. So even if it is in 2029, they should still be competent.
I think so too. The next move that happened, the Blazers and the Wizards. Denny Avdija getting traded to the Blazers,
Your guy.
and Washington getting Malcolm Brogdon, Bub
There we
Carrington,
go.
and a 2029 first-round pick.
For Portland, I think it's a B+. You're getting a culture setter. You're getting a guy who can come in, kind of fit into what you want. I think Denny Avdija has blossomed into a really good player for Portland, somebody that can be that kind of bridge to where you want to get to that competitive side and you need somebody to navigate or just hold it down while your young players get to that next level. Kind of like how Iggy was for Steph and Clay to a degree and stuff like that. And I think Denny Avdija can be that for this team. I think he's really good on both sides of the ball. I think as a passer, he's improved this year. As a shooter, he's improved this year. He pushes the pace really well in transition. He's elite in that department. So I think this is a B+, A-, however you want to dice. I think Portland got a good player. For Washington, I give it a C+, because I don't think you needed to move off Denny. I guess you was probably going to have a logjam, and you did get Bub Carrington. Still a wait and see on what he is as a player. But now you're like going to have a shit ton of cap, which is good because you're probably going to have to pay Denny Avdija anyway. So, it's a whatever deal for Washington. I feel like this is more important for Portland.
I would not have made this move if I were the Wizards, and when they did on draft night, I was shocked. For the Blazers, I thought they got the better end of this. I would also go to B+. But the tough thing is, we really don't know what Bub's going to be. I expect him to be a 6-man long-term and a really good player at that. We were just talking about that before with Cam Thomas. The question is now that you have Trey Johnson, if Bub will play with him long-term. But I think what gives me a little bit more optimism with this is that they also got the Blazers 2029 first-round pick 4 years from now. So B+ for the
They'll
Blazers.
probably be good by then.
I'll give this
Hopefully.
like a B-
God willing. Yeah.
for Washington.
Yeah, the Blazers definitely got the better end of the deal. I think B+ is firm. Even if you want to go a little bit higher,
Yeah.
Denny was really fantastic for them. The Wizards, Denny was like their best player when they traded him, and you got Bub, who you're saying projects probably like a 6-man. The 29 first is appealing. Hopefully the Wizards have proven by then that they can actually develop a team and draft a team and put together a competent roster, because been a while, maybe never, since they've really been able to prove that year over year. So I think for the Wizards, it's probably more of like a C-, and that's really on the back of hopefully that 29 first is going to become something.
No, I think Portland's going to be good in 2029.
They should, they have all the
Hopefully,
talent
right? Like,
there.
They fucking should.
Yeah, I think for the Blazers, it's an A. They get a high-end starter in Avdija, and the Wizards
For the 14th pick.
Yeah, they drafted Bub Carrington, who, do you rather prefer a guard or a
There you
wing?
go.
Just a value discrepancy in that is pretty huge. So this trade for the Wizards is really dependent on that 2029 first round pick and
And
what
both.
happens with that.
And it's not like Denny was asking for a $30 million extension. He got one of the best
I
contracts
have
in
to
the
lower
NBA.
my grade. I have to lower my grade for Washington. Can last year's
See.
draft class, the 14th overall pick, you're telling me get Denny Avila from that? If you're to, in theory, pluck the Denny Avila player into that draft class, maybe top 3 or 4 guy in the 2024 draft. And so for that,
See.
maybe a C plus
Let's
for the
just say, yeah,
Wizards. Because the 14th pick is the back end of the lottery. It's kind of a crapshoot at that stage.
I like a B for the Wizards. I like an A
Hey.
for the Blazers.
Oh,
I
whoa.
like Bub.
Whoa.
I like Bub Carrington.
Now,
well.
now he's a Bub guy.
Didn't
You
help
were-
me
you
at all.
were- you were not
Where
defending
was
him
he
one
an
bit.
hour ago?
Not
I'm
one
sorry.
bit.
You're just you didn't let anybody
He
else
scared
talk.
you?
Shit sad, bro.
He scared you?
He scared me. He didn't scare me.
No, he's a Bub guy. He was nowhere near when we were talking about Bub earlier.
You know, I may have been rude too to Bub. Now I'm thinking about it, C plus, but so be it.
No, Riv was shouting for
He
10
was.
minutes
Oh
straight,
my
and nobody
God.
get a word in. You know, I just let him
Riv gets passionate.
perform.
Dallas got some
Guys
words
support
in.
my Pittsburgh.
I did.
Yeah, I just let you perform, let you do your thing. You know, I didn't want to
You wanted to
interfere.
fuck me or something.
I didn't want to interfere in the battle that you and Drew were having. I wanted you guys to go at it. So next offseason move is not a trade. It's a signing. It's Paul George going to the
F.
Philadelphia
You
76ers.
don't even got to finish the sentence.
4
It's
years,
an F.
$211 million.
It's an A plus for Paul George. $200
Fact,
million
we don't-
at the end
we
of
don't-
your
One thing
career.
we don't do at this podcast is pocket watch. We want everybody to get their money.
A
And
plus for Paul
Well,
George.
we are pocket watching, but
and
that's okay.
F for the
Well, we
Sixers.
don't negative
our
pocket
job.
watch.
That's
I
our
want to say
job.
that Paul George, you got your money. Shout out to you. F.
F.
He can bounce back.
It's
though.
unfortunate that he had another injury and another arthroscopic surgery.
You think he's going to get waived and stretched
Which is-
in a year or two?
Bro, I
if
think he
he's
got it
not-
guaranteed. So
if he's
no-
not
Well,
healthy
Bradley
this
Beal's-
year,
all his
then,
money wasn't
man,
guaranteed.
I don't know.
Well, I think he got all of it though when he got released. Because I know
He'll
Dame's
probably
he's
get waived
getting,
and stretched
Dame's getting
eventually.
paid $70 million next year.
Yeah, no, it's nuts. But that's combined, both salaries.
That's what I'm saying. So that might be Bradley Beal too.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
Beal
know.
didn't get as much as Dame.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like PG, unfortunately, injuries made him worse than because when we saw him with the Clippers, he wasn't bad. He was a good player,
Yeah.
low end all star. Injuries, bad play, injuries. It's just like, and he got injured again. So
Yeah, I think this is quite easily an F. And looking back at the offseason of 2024, Paul George, in terms of just total money given, he was actually 5th in that offseason.
With like re-signings and stuff.
Just the signings, yeah, re-signings.
we got more than him.
Free agent signings. OG Anunoby,
Mm.
5 years, $212 million. I would give that a strong B plus, if not an A,
That
I'm
career
with that.
for OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
stayed healthy.
Tyrese Maxey, 5 years, $203
You do that,
million.
and you pay
Yep.
him.
Yeah, you pay him. Emmanuel Quickly, 5 years, $162
See?
million.
C
That,
minus.
that was a dog shit move because no one else is giving. No one else.
Nobody
is
was
giving
paying him that bread.
much money for 5 years.
Yeah.
For 5, maybe
Toronto
three.
just be
three
doing
would have
shit.
been.
Well,
alright.
I think
Yeah.
you do the OG trade, and now you're like, shit. We kind of need.
I think
Now
you-
we're gonna double down and make it even worse.
You
this
should have
year.
waited. You should have hold on. Be like, bro, I'll
No.
wait as long as I can. We're not paying him.
This
Crazy.
one is also as bad. The Bulls, 5 years, $90 million for
Patrick-
Patrick Williams.
Yeah, that's a D
they're
minus.
nuts.
Hey, at least I locked him up for half a decade.
Yeah, he's like 22 still too. He's like really young.
And the other major move was another free agent signing, the KCP signing, 3 years, $60 million.
That's an F. He's gone
Well,
the next year.
Hey, they facilitated that
Yeah,
to
okay,
get Desmond
fair,
Bain. That
fair.
was the salary.
Yeah, low key isn't that bad when you think about it. I would give that maybe like a C, just because they got Desmond
They
Bain out
left
of it.
Jokic and they couldn't have a shot suddenly.
And then Isaiah Hartenstein,
works.
3 years, $87 million for Isaiah Hartenstein.
It was
I don't hate
an A.
that.
It was an A.
It's a
when they
team
signed
option
it.
on the last year.
Yeah.
So
I think it's an A.
Yeah,
He got paid
was
and
big for them in the finals.
He was
run.
impactful.
Yeah, great kind of timing for that move. 3 years allows them to kind of segue into the next era without kind of committing too much in their books. I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
And now going back to the two other trades that happened, the Kings, DeMar DeRozan sign and trade. The Spurs acquire Harrison Barnes in a 2031 swap. The Bulls receive 2 seconds and Chris Duarte, and the Kings get DeMar DeRozan.
This is like such a for the Spurs. It's good.
Ah, San Antonio.
For the
Yeah.
Spurs, this is an A. You get a
Yeah.
free swap.
But let me ask you a
And
question.
Harrison Barnes.
Let me ask you a question. Do y'all make this deal knowing now you get Dylan Harper?
But yeah, if I
Because it wasn't Fox. It wasn't Fox.
This
This
is the
deal
DeMar
was for
trade.
DeRozan.
Oh, I'm
The
sorry.
Spurs got Harrison
I'm thinking of the
Barnes.
Fox deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
The Spurs got a Harrison Barnes in a swap. I think this is an F for the Bulls. I mean, when you
We'll get
take
an
in,
F for most of their trades.
yeah, when you take into
Did you
account
say-
like
oh,
DeMar
waited a second.
DeRozan,
He's a free
yeah,
agent,
DeMar DeRozan traded him. You got nothing back for him.
And nothing for Levine, really.
Yeah, I think for the Kings, this ends up being like a D. Like DeRozan's playing good basketball, but they're stuck in no man's land.
Yeah, I would give this a C for Sacramento because their entire season fell apart this year, and it's not because of the DeRozan move necessarily, but it clearly didn't fit into their existing structure, and the fit was so odd between him, Sabonis, and Fox as is, and we all felt that way. It was just like, what else are the Kings gonna do? So I'll give them a C. For the Bulls, it's not because they facilitate this Noah Simon trade. You get 2 second-round picks, that's better than nothing. It's the fact they waited until he was a free agent, and then he had no trade value left, and they could have done that a year and a half earlier and then maybe gotten a little bit more. So I give it like a D for Chicago.
I'm going to be even more harsh. I think the Kings, this is an F. I mean, I feel like at some point you got to look yourself in the mirror. Even though you are the one running the organization, you got to say, we have not been well run for basically this 25 years. Exactly. We're going to give up a future draft pick to the Spurs, who in 6 years, Wemby will probably be the best player in the world. So if he's healthy that year, they'll at a minimum be a playoff team. So you're talking about a pick. They'll be in the 20s,
We
the
can't
25,
develop.
28, 30
it's
maybe.
a swap, so if the Spurs are better than they're
Exactly. And for the Spurs, this feels like an A. I mean, that's a year again where you should be competing for a championship.
Mars ain't terrible either.
And you have the rights to one of the worst run organizations draft pick for 1 year for free. It feels like an A for the Spurs.
unprotected 2031 swap.
Unprotected.
Wow.
Jesus
The Kings don't know what they're doing.
For a 34-year-old DeMar.
Yeah, like why did the
directionless-
Spurs even get? I mean, they basically took on a swap for Harrison Barnes. Like the Kings were so willing to move off of Harrison Barnes to add in DeRozan.
They think
And
he's
Harrison
For that.
Barnes was productive. He won Player of the Month. He was like,
No, he wasn't bad.
And it's not
very
like
solid
the Kings are
rotation
like,
player.
man, DeMar's this last piece we need to really get over the hump.
No, DeMar was for them. That's why they made that move. Like DeMar was the needle
And
mover.
then they brought in Zach LaVine.
It's
and
They brought
it's
in the
just
Bulls.
It's just
yeah.
some
yeah,
franchises.
I'm giving that an A then for San Antonio when I look more into it.
And then the last deal, the Pelicans and the Hawks. The Pelicans get DeJounte Murray. The Hawks get Dyson Daniels, Larry Nance, a 25 Lakers first-round pick, and 27 first-round pick, least favorable of Milwaukee and the Pelicans top four
Did that
protected.
deal turn into Asa Newell? That 2025 Lakers pick? Or did the Lakers...
Is
Well,
that
the
the pick they
Lakers
used to trade up to get Derek Queen?
No, the Pelicans traded back. I don't think Atlanta
Keep
sent
going.
the
I'm
pick
gonna
back.
check you. I'm gonna check.
I don't know.
But
'Cause
even
the Pelicans
without,
But this is an A+ for the Hawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, to
Yeah.
say all that.
Getting
Probably,
Dyson, I think even if you don't add in the picks, I think it's an A+ for the Hawks.
they got Dyson. This is a D for the Pelicans.
Pelicans unfortunate because DeJounte gets hurt.
That's why I'll
like
give
the
him a D.
first week
This
of the
is
season.
D like teetering on F. Like
I was being nice.
I could give it a F. I could just slap an F on it, and I would.
DeJounte got hurt sometime.
It's
Be a
tough
little
because
nice, you know?
Dyson just never really got his fair share compared to what he did in Atlanta. you
It
know?
just felt like in the moment when the Pelicans made that move, I was just thinking to myself, "What are they doing?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense." And then Dyson Daniels going to Atlanta. I said, "Okay, this is a spot that he can flourish in.
Okay.
We know he can play defense next to Trey. If
Yeah.
that shot develops, then
That boy,
the Hawks
he
got
really
something."
guard. He locked up Tatum.
This move is
Like
an
everybody.
absolute A for the Hawks. The 2025 first-round pick was used on Drake Powell, but they included that in the 3-team deal to get themselves Kristaps Porzingis. So
Nice.
practically returning DeJounte,
Oh,
which
the pick went to the Hawks, not the Pelicans. Yeah.
the DeJounte move when Atlanta first acquired him, that was horrible because of how poorly it panned out in the picks. They're getting right back to San Antonio, and then they rebounded by then jipping
Yep.
the Pelicans. You get yourself a future first-round pick. Dyson Daniels was awesome, and
They stole from the
Kristaps-
Pelicans again.
Kristaps Porzingis for DeJounte straight up. I would like if I were the Hawks.
And they got
So,
their pick for next year. They just keep stealing from the Pelicans.
No, yeah,
New
and
Orleans, realistically, the NBA should take over that franchise.
and that's the
Send them to
2024 NBA offseason revisited. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What was your favorite and least favorable move of that offseason? Now, this is going to be the last basketball topic on this show. Then we're going to get into training camp takeaways. And it is Shaquille O'Neal saying that if you switch Kobe with T-Mac, he would still have won 3 NBA championships.
When you guys put Nike socks on, do you fold them down or you just pull them down?
I pull him
You
down.
pull them down?
I usually get mid-cut socks or,
I
so.
have a lot of high socks.
I have a lot of height. I'm a folder. I fold them.
I fold them.
But
Yeah, fold
recent current events is that Shaq said that if you replace Kobe with T-Mac, he would win 3 championships. And this is coming after a barrage of just Kobe Bryant being the headline and the talking point of the basketball community, especially this offseason. I feel like it's taken over with Bleacher Report leaving him outside of their top 10. And then with just all these hypotheticals regarding Kobe, if you put him in this situation and that situation, he played with Shaq, he did this and he did that. And I just think the Kobe Bryant disrespect is getting out of hand. I think that Kobe Bryant silenced all of the doubt that people are now revisiting 20 years later during his career. Because sure, in 2005 to 2007, you could have said Kobe Bryant played with Shaq when Shaq went to the Miami Heat and the Heat won a championship. And although Dwayne Wade after game 2 averaged 39 points and carried Shaq, and Shaq averaged 13 and 10 for the entirety of that series and was not himself, and it was Dwayne Wade who did the heavy lifting, you could have said, you see, even a Shaq who wasn't the best player in the world was able to win a championship with a young up-and-coming guard. And that just goes to show that, you know, Kobe benefited from Shaq, especially in those seasons where the Lakers weren't good. They were getting out in the first round. That could have been fuel. But then Kobe gets Paul Gasol. And then from 2008 to 2010, they go to 3 straight NBA finals, and they go back-to-back in 2009 and 2010. And the Lakers beat one of the super teams of that era in the Boston Celtics in 7 games after being down 3-2 in the 2010 NBA Finals. So I think that Kobe Bryant shut down that noise when he played, because Kobe Bryant won more championships as the man without Shaq than Shaq won as the man without Kobe. Shaq had Penny Hardaway. It did not succeed. They went to the finals and they lost, but they won the championship. And Penny Hardaway was an exceptional player. With the Lakers, it wasn't until Kobe Bryant developed to where they became a team that was able to three-peat. And then with the Heat, you win with Dwayne Wade. And then he also played with Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire, and they got eliminated in the first round. You know, Kobe Bryant, I just feel like shut down a lot of this noise during his career. But I also think that it is crazy that what he did as a second option, and I know Shaq was the best player in the world at that point, but it wasn't like Kobe's just a clear-cut second option. I mean, the last 2 championships they won together, he was an MVP candidate. He was a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. This was as 1A, 1B as you can get. And I think more than anybody, I'm disappointed in Shaq because I feel like he should be protecting Kobe's legacy. I think if you accomplish something with somebody special and you guys have a dynasty, you guys are a dynasty, you preserve that. You think that this is the person I did it with, and I couldn't imagine doing it with anybody else. And I would think Shaq just shuts down those conversations, because the Morris twins on that very same podcast said that there's something about Kobe's mentality that you cannot replace. And it was very vital. And Shaq, either it's because of, I don't think it's disrespecting Kobe on his end. I think it's more so propping his own ego up. Like, he was so good, he could have done it even without Kobe Bryant. But as somebody that has ranked Kobe second all time, which Shaq did, I just don't know how you can have that same type of logic to where you think he's the second best player to ever play the game of basketball, yet he could have been replaced and you could have won 3 NBA championships if he was replaced. I just don't get the logic.
Yeah, I think, because you mentioned it, was in Orlando. They made the finals, but he lost to Hakeem. Hakeem outplayed him. First couple years when Kobe was ascending, they did make the WCF, lost to Karl Malone and them. Then Kobe ascended, they started to win and stuff like that. I think it is a little bit more of him propping himself up. I also think it's just a little bit of more people overrating Tracy McGrady.
Yeah.
And I think that's been a big thing of just people trying to make it seem like, and of course I was like 4, but like people like to go back, and I love AI, I've watched AI. People try to make it seem like T-Mac was on AI and Kobe's level at that time. I don't think that's quote unquote true. I also don't think you can just plot one guy in and then just assume that this thing's will work. Like, Kobe Bryant was an exceptional playoff performer. Kobe Bryant was taking over games when Shaq was choking it up. Kobe Bryant was taking over fourth quarters when Shaq wasn't playing good. Tracy McGrady wasn't this uplifter that was winning multiple playoff series. Like, he was good. Yeah, he was good. He was great. He was great. He can get the team to the playoffs. But he wasn't this leader Kobe was. Like you mentioned, he didn't have the mentality Kobe was. He wasn't the same defender Kobe was at all. You know, he had the quote unquote the same skill set, but he wasn't a better player than Kobe. And I think Shaq, like you mentioned, Shaq saying that it was just him, his ego, Shaq's ego's through the roof. Like, Shaq thinks the world of himself, and he should. He's one of the most dominant players of all time, top 3 peak ever. You couldn't stop him at the peak of his powers. But I just seen a lot of stuff going on where people are just like, I think for me personally, if you don't have Kobe in your top 10, right? All right. If you have a solid argument for it, okay. There's like 15 to 20 guys you can argue top 10. Like the NBA is so talented and whatnot. If you have Kobe in your top 10, it's fine. If you have Kobe in your top 5, it's fine. I think the problem that like it bothers me when we start lying. And I think the lying becomes a little bit too much because all it is hypothetical. If you do this, there's no way you think in your right mind you're three-peating if you have T-Mac instead of Kobe Bryant. Like to go up against Tim Duncan, to go up against the Sacramento Kings and Chris Webber and them boys. Like I don't know if T-Mac has that willpower, that mentality, that game, like to just take over like Kobe Bryant did, because he didn't do it in his own regime with the Orlando Magic in playoff series in the first round. Like even Allen Iverson went to the finals with a mediocre team that's probably a similar level team than T-Mac had. Allen Iverson was able to propel them to the finals. You couldn't even do what AI did. So for me, I just think Shaq, he says a lot of things, and he's never consistent. You know, I feel like all those old guys, I've heard Scottie Pippen call MJ and LeBron the GOAT every other year. These old guys just are very not consistent, and it is unfortunate because like Jamal mentioned, it's been a lot of nasty shit going on with Kobe's name. I mean, like I saw a dude on Twitter tell me Michael Finley could win with Shaquille O'Neal. And Michael Finley was when I drew the line. What the fuck are you talking about with Michael Finley? With all due respect.
Third best player.
Yeah, like good player. But then it puts you in a tough position because now you have to disrespect these good players because you're trying to disrespect one of the greatest players.
He was really good. On the T-Mac front, he was a really good floor raiser for those Orlando teams. He led their offenses to being some of the better to best in the NBA in all those years. He was also never the floor raiser, or he was never the ceiling raiser that Kobe was. And there's definitely a part of T-Mac that wishes he had that same opportunity because he was very close to playing with Tim Duncan until Tim Duncan eventually pulled out from signing with the Magic. And so for that reason, I understand as an athlete, you compare yourself to other people and you say, maybe I didn't have the same opportunity, but there are many stretches in T-Mac's career where I think back to 2009 with that Rocket team where he gets injured, he misses the entire postseason, and the team was good enough. He just wasn't available. And I felt like that oftentimes is what decides the legacies of players because the NBA is the survival of the fittest. And if you're not available in the later stages of the season, then ultimately all these what-ifs don't matter because your body didn't hold up anyways. And Kobe's, on the other hand, it was the exact opposite until 2013 when he tore his Achilles, where Kobe, year after year, was leading those Laker teams, awesome floor raiser, consistently in the MVP discussion. He wins MVP in 2008, and then he breaks into the finals 3 straight years. So Kobe showed to not only be the floor raiser, but also the ceiling raiser. And I feel that's the difference. 2000, you could say, yeah, if you, in theory, in a perfect world, put Tracy McGrady next to Shaquille O'Neal, they can absolutely win a championship. No doubt about it. But in 2000, when T-Mac was, at that point in time, in his 3rd year in the Raptors, realistically, I don't see him as number 2, instead of Kobe Bryant going ahead and beating that Jailblazers Portland team in the conference finals and win a championship that season. So I feel like there's definitely a line to play with a lot of athletes where
I see you at 1. I can see 1.
Not 3.
Yeah, but in 2000, I don't see you. That early in T-Mac's career.
And that's the thing with, you know, people want to just throw in hypotheticals but not be truthful about the situation because Tracy McGrady, 4th year with the Raptors, Vince Carter is an all-NBA level player. He is stamped. In that first round, they play the Knicks, and they struggle. The Knicks had the 6th best defensive rating in the NBA that year, and they get swept. Tracy McGrady struggles from the field. He struggles shooting. He averages 16. But that year, Tracy McGrady for the year, when he started the second half of the season, he averaged about 16 to 17 per game. And the reason why he left the Raptors, he left his cousin to go to Orlando is because he wanted to play closer to home, which was Orlando, and he wanted more opportunity and more volume. Kobe Bryant did not have the green light from day one. Kobe Bryant, when he was 17 years old, 18 years old, did not get on the floor. Exactly. You know, the coach was not playing him. And was Tracy McGrady, if he was put in that situation, would he be able to withstand that? Would he be able to withstand not playing and waiting on an opportunity and finally getting called up? He wanted more volume and more touches. Would he have been happy deferring to Shaq the way that Kobe Bryant did? You know, there's a lot of things when it comes to the mentality and what Kobe had to endure early on with being patient with his opportunity. And even that year, the 99-2000 season, Kobe finished 5th in Defensive Player of the Year voting. And when you look at the game 6 and game 7 of the conference finals, that they had to beat a Blazers team with Sabonis, with Stoudemire, with Scottie Pippen. I mean, it was an awesome
Rasheed
Blazers
Wallace
team.
on that team was
Rasheed
Brown,
Wallace.
stud.
When you look at that team, Kobe in game 6 and game 7, he averaged 29 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and 3.5 blocks per game. In game 6 and 7 of that series in the conference finals, Shaq averaged 18, 10, and 5, 48% from the field in the last 2 games. The last 2 games of that series, Kobe Bryant was by far and away the better player. And in game 7, when Shaq only took 9 shots, Kobe was the one that willed them to victory. If it had not been for Kobe, they would have not won the NBA championship that year. They would have not gone to the NBA finals.
I believe that Portland wins the championship.
They probably do.
if they win
And,
that
you know,
series.
does Tracy McGrady have that same mentality that Kobe had, to where the best player is struggling and I'm going to will the team to victory? Because the thing with Kobe Bryant is not that just we saw him win as a sidekick. We saw him win as the best player on his team. We saw him go to 3 straight NBA finals. All those Tracy McGrady choke jobs in the playoffs that he had with the Magic, with the Rockets, and people say, oh, you can nitpick bad Kobe Bryant playoff game performances. Oh yeah, you can, but they're few and far between, because he won with and without Shaq. So, you know, I think if the 99-2000 season, Kobe wasn't even Kobe. Mac wasn't even T-Mac. I don't think they win a championship that year. You can make a better argument for the following seasons, but who knows how well T-Mac and Shaq mesh with their
They
personalities.
definitely don't beat the Pistons, so we could throw that year out
There,
the window.
yeah, there's a lot of things that go into it as to why I just feel like, you know, Kobe Bryant is the only player that we're putting in these hypothetical situations and trying to remove it and diminish his legacy. You know, I look at like the Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant. Like, no player on that team has come out and said that we would have won championships without Kevin Durant. You put Paul George instead of KD, we still win those championships. Maybe it might be true. Maybe people would believe it. Maybe people
don't say
do.
it, though.
Maybe
They
people
don't
do
say
it.
believe
Paul
it.
George,
But
They do
that's
not say
also a more extreme example, because that was a 73-win team that went and got Kevin
They
Durant.
still never say it.
The Lakers was Kobe, Shaq, and then some role guys, but you know, it was really just Kobe, Shaq dependent. But when you go to battle with somebody for so long and you have such ultimate respect for them, you don't just go and say that somebody else in that same situation would do the same
I
thing.
agree. They don't. The Boston's big four. They don't go out saying we to win with this guy or this guy. Stephen, KD, and Draymond. They all openly. I'm not winning without him. We're not winning without KD. I'm not winning without those guys. You know, it's a mutual respect. You know, I think LeBron, the big three, they don't go out there. You know, LeBron may say his team wasn't that good, but he's not going out there. I don't win with another player if I just plug out D-Wade out, somebody else. And like, there's a certain bond you build when you just go through an 80-game season and then you go through the mud of the playoffs and you win and then you go do it again. Like, it builds a certain bond with families and stuff like that. And I think it's different too with Kobe and Shaq, because they had beef, like real life rift. And you saw that towards the later years. So it may not be all peaches and cream. You know, they did mend the relationship, but it might not be the same brotherly love, brotherhood that we think it is just because they play together. A lot of guys don't be friends when they be on the same team. And I remember Jeff Teague was talking about on his podcast when he was in Indiana, him and Paul George didn't speak. Like, they would get on the court, they'd play this, that, and third, but they didn't speak outside of that. So you would think, like, eventually they talk, but you would think, like, just because you're on the team, like, obviously we do a podcast, we're best friends, we're bros. Podcasting is different, but like, it would be like kind of weird if we just go out there and I'd be like, yo, this show would be so much better if it didn't have Dells and if it had somebody else. Like,
Paul George must have just been really heartbroken that they traded George Hill. I think that's what it was.
yeah, he
was
did
just
love
really
George
upset.
Hill. He did
No,
love
but yeah,
George
what you
Hill.
mentioned is that, you know, when you build somebody, you want to preserve what their
For sure.
role in building that was. And Kobe had such a major role in that. You know, I can't speak for Shaq, but what I would have liked Shaq to say is just like, nobody's Kobe. Is T-Mac Kobe?
No, he be saying
we
that
would
shit
not have won.
sometimes, but then he'll say shit like
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Like, there's moments where he says Kobe's the greatest thing ever, and then it's like, oh yeah, you know, you don't think I could have won with this guy? Like,
It goes
you know?
to just the relationship, though. Like, their relationship was always rocky. So it doesn't surprise me that he has these opinions where, like you said, some days Kobe Bryant's the second best player of all time, and other days, like, oh, we could,
Yeah, that
you know,
shit.
replace him with T-Mac. That's why I look at, like, obviously being a Celtics fan, KG and Paul Pierce. Like, you see them now after the fact, they're still
They're
homies.
so
They're
bros.
doing a podcast
They're so
together.
bros.
They're going to the Celtics arena together and chopping up with Missoula and stuff like that. you're never at any point going to see KG or Paul Pierce, even though it's true. Be like, shit, if we had Kobe instead of Paul, or if we had Tim Duncan instead of KG, they could say that and be true. But they created such a bond with each other that why am I going to go out of my way to say something, even if it might be true? And the T-Mac is like, it's probably not true. Like if Shaq was like, you know what, like, yeah, me and Kobe, we got 3. If we had T-Mac shit, maybe we get one. Maybe we get one. It's like, all right, that feels like something that's reasonable, even though what's the point of saying it? And it feels like, since it's so long after the fact that Shaq and Kobe eventually repaired their relationship, and especially after like Shaq talked at his like the ceremony they had at the Staples Center and whatnot after Kobe passed, that they would be beyond this, and any conversation that came up about Kobe, it feels so easy, right? It feels so simple. Like, oh no, Kobe was my best teammate ever. He's a top 2-3 player, whatever you want to say, and that's that. To make this big ordeal and like say these things, like for Bleacher Report to do it, we create content. We know what could get clicks. We know if we say this shit, oh, it's very easy for Bleacher Report, because you're right, Riv. Like, you can make the argument for a lot of players to be in the top 10, right? And you can make the argument that Kobe shouldn't be outside the top 10, even though I think majority of people would have him inside. But if you're a Bleacher Report, at the end of the day, what matters to you, you want to get clicks, you want to get views, that's how you get paid. I get it. Everyone's got a job to do. Put him at 11. It's gonna start debate and whatnot. Shaq, you're $100 million heir. You got maybe a billionaire with all the ads and shit you do. You don't gotta need any clicks, right? You just gotta tell your truth. So it's weird.
Yeah, I think it's weird because I get it. Somebody's supposed to be a brother, right? Somebody's supposed to be a guy you consider a brother. Like, I obviously at a smaller scale, I'll be on Twitter and somebody can be like, yo, you're dog shit. Like, you're Dells, Drew, they're better than you. I'm on Twitter commenting, they are better than me. They are lit. They're so far. Like, that's just natural propping your brothers up. This dude be up here on some shit like, you don't think like really just diminishing what he's done with Kobe. And I think that's such a crazy dynamic that we have. And I feel like, Dells, you've been talking about it, just like it being so different from the NFL scene, where it's just like, I feel like it's such a lack of respect in the NBA scene, just from certain GOATs, certain all-time players, from players that have played to like the fans and stuff.
Like the biggest example is like the Eagles stuff going on with Hurts right now. You know, none of the players are even former come out and say like, yeah, you know, replace him and they could have still won. You know, there's still people that do it that are fans, but people that are like Philly ingrained, that are part of the city, that are part of the fandom.
There's a deeper bond in football.
Yeah, like they cherish that role that he played. And like, I mean, you could have Shaq and Mac, you know, give me Kobe and Duncan and they running the table.
11.
Like people talk about replace Kobe with Tracy McGrady, replace Shaq with Tim Duncan, the Lakers 3-peat.
Yeah, because the frustration for all those years was Shaq waiting in 2002 to get surgery until the season started, so he wouldn't have to recover in the offseason. He could have his offseason, and then year by year, especially by like 01, 02, Shaq starting to balloon and not taking care of his body to a point where, as Kobe says all the time, if Shaq was healthy, would have won effing this many championships. And he's to a degree right about that, because Shaq could have had a little bit more of a longer peak had he had taken better care of his body, I believe. But I guess the last thought that I had was, you mentioned that, you know, Tracy McGrady left Toronto to get a bigger role in Orlando. Well, Kobe stayed in Los Angeles. In 98, they were a 61-win team, and they had 2 All-Stars on the perimeter, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel. And he had to earn his playing time by beating those guys out and ultimately pushing them out of town. And then 2 years later, he was the one taking them from getting swept by the Jazz and swept by the Spurs to being the Spurs back-to-back years in 2001 and 2002, and then ultimately going to 3 straight championships. So there's definitely a level of like Kobe kind of pushing, throwing a better team. And he definitely deserves more credit than he receives for that.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like
you're wrong.
I feel like what we see in the public, or, you know, up until, you know, Kobe tragically passed, I feel like most of it came from Shaq's camp belittling Kobe rather than the opposite. And if Kobe was talking about Shaq, it was most of the stuff John was talking about how he wasn't taking care of his body.
That's all Kobe said.
Because if I'm Kobe, and of course mom mentality, everything like that, it's got to piss you off to be like, I'm in here every single day working. You see what Shaq has, his natural ability. Mm-hmm. If you just put in half the work I do,
that Shaq
Kobe could have gone up there every single day after him and Shaq departed, or even after they retired, and being like, man, if Shaq would have stayed with it and really shit on him consistently. But again, correct me if I'm wrong, it feels like it always came from Shaq's part when he was more at fault for why things didn't last as long rather than the opposite.
Kobe hated that Shaq was lazy. Hated, because Kobe obviously extremely worked hard. It was. I think Kobe came out and said this a few times when they were playing together. Like he would try to come out and get Shaq to work out with him, and Shaq would be like, "Nah, like, I'm going to this party and stuff like that." So
Yeah.
I think Shaq just naturally gifted. Obviously came out the league 25, like came out of college 25-12. Like he walked in top 10 player in the league. Like he was that good early on. Sometimes that that gives you a little big headed at times.
I know it's definitely semantics. I hate saying lazy because the fact that Shaq was like such a superstar in movies, he's acting, and to a point, it felt like with each championship, especially by 2002, it was more so a matter of Shaq just feeling like maybe not on top of the world, but kind of satisfied.
He just
with
enjoyed
what
his
he'd
life.
done on the court. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And so being such a celebrity in that status, I feel like he enjoyed that limelight, so to speak, more, whereas Kobe was maybe putting more prep. Not maybe, he was putting more prep when the lights
He
weren't
said the
off.
self-awareness. You know what I mean?
So-
If you want to be like, I got my 3 chips, I understand what I did, I wasn't 100% committed, have the self-awareness to do it. But don't go and try to discredit one of, if not the most hardest working player, in NBA history.
Top 2 for sure.
You can't replace Kobe's role in that. It's funny because the other day I was looking at I was playing 2K and Kobe Bryant is 32 years old in 2K11, and I'm looking at the years pro section of it, and it says 15 years pro, and the league was so much different back then. I'm like, this guy's 32 and was in the league for 15 years. He came into the league at 17 years old. Like, coming to the league back then, being so young, when a lot of players did it. Kobe was one of the youngest ever, though, at 17 to come into the league. And, the type of grind it takes to, like, imagine being a 17-year-old and you're in the NBA and you're playing for the Lakers. Like, it's a different type of pressure.
Mhm.
And you mentioned the dunking stuff with Shaq. Like, 98, 99, when the Spurs won the championship, they beat the Lakers in the playoffs, and Tim Duncan averaged 29 and 13. And
Was it 98, 99 or 99, 2000?
99, 2000, the Lakers won a championship. It was the year before. Tim Duncan averaged 29 and 13, and he gave it to Shaq. Like, Shaq got thoroughly outplayed by Tim Duncan. And that was a Tim Duncan that wasn't even in his, like, you could say it was his prime because that's really the peak Duncan years from, like, 99 to, like,
He walked
04.
in like that.
Yeah, that was, like, third season Tim Duncan, and he was just thoroughly outplayed Shaquille O'Neal, beating them and advancing in the NBA playoffs. So, like, Shaq needed Kobe to develop to get the success that the Lakers eventually got, and I don't feel like the role that
You always
he
need
had should be diminished.
you always need that number 2, man. Whether it's a high-end guy, a complimentary guy,
Someone who steps up.
somebody who's just like Steph, for example. His guy is Klett. He's just a guy who's complimentary in his skill set.
Giannis had fucking Middleton. Not even
Giannis,
someone
Middleton.
that's on that level,
Middleton
but-
isn't this top 10 guy, but he
Yeah.
complements what Giannis does. Kobe, Pau Gasol wasn't a top 10 guy, top 5 guy, but great player, complimentary guy. You just need a guy that can just complement your game, and if you got that, and you're one of those dudes like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown,
Yeah,
he's
and
not a
Williams.
top 5, top 10 guy, Jalen Williams, but you just need somebody who is going to have your back, can give other teams exactly what
It
you
almost
need.
feels like Kobe. He just when he was alive, he just had a better bond with Pau Gasol than he had with Shaq.
Oh,
for
they were-
Yeah.
Woo!
Like, that was like
I think that's
those
his,
two.
I think that's the daughter's Godfather.
Yeah, like those two had a serious bond that is just irreplaceable.
Even Kobe and Lamar, like Lamar Odom, like they were really, really like Kobe. Lamar has spoken about how Kobe has saved him from a lot of stuff. Obviously, we're not gonna, but like he saved him from a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah, like you don't see Kobe going out here when he was alive and saying like, yeah, you replace Pau Gasol with Carlos Boozer and we still win. Like, that's not happening.
Kobe was very
because
appreciative
it's
of the
an
game.
appreciation for his role in that, and that's just something that Shaq lacked that I wish he had.
Sometimes, like you have those certain older players who retire and they're done with the game. All they do, like look at Jordan, for example.
Yeah.
He doesn't really talk too much. Like
At all, really.
his very respect is I didn't play guys in front of me. I didn't play guys after me. I just speak on what I did in my era. I wish I would have played them. These guys are great now. Kobe, when he retired, very appreciative of the new era coming up. Very appreciative of the skill
A
we have.
savant of the game.
Yeah,
he was
like,
trying to push the game forward.
100%. I think certain guys you get who are comfortable in what they've done, who they are. You can see it in the way they treat the game now. These
And you
guys
can
now,
see, like, Shaq's not pushing the game forward. Like,
he's not.
look at
Him,
it, look at
Charles
his
Barkley,
comments.
like, he's not doing
Like,
that.
look at his
That's
comments
NBA
about
shit, yeah.
Rudy Gobert. Look at his
Dwight.
comments about Dwight Howard, Donovan Mitchell at a point in time. He's
The
not
Rudy
pushing the
Gobert
game
shit
forward.
is what you're talking about. Shaq.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had some comments about Rudy Gobert recently that was like Shaq.
that he would wear a dress if Rudy Gobert got into the Hall of Fame.
He was like, "You a big man, play like a big man." Enough with this. And he was talking
Rudy
about
Gobert's getting
Jokic.
the Hall of Fame.
Rudy Gobert is so getting
Yeah,
it.
he's 100% making the Hall of Fame, and I was just
Shaq's
like,
gonna be there. Fuck, like
Yeah.
mad as hell.
maybe when I was like a 12-year-old kid, I would find this funny, but like now I look at it, I feel like
He's a grown man.
you don't see this
Yeah.
He's mad
in
old.
other sports. You don't see this in football. You don't see this in baseball. You don't see this. We're talking about Carson from Nerd Sesh. You don't see this in tennis. Sports like that, the legends in the past uplift the current players. And then today you have Shaq like viscerally attacking an all-time player. And that I think is bad for the game.
Yeah, hopefully
doubt.
that's the last Kobe topic we have because there's no need to talk. You know, he's solidified. He
I
stands.
promise you it won't be.
We don't gotta bring up any of this nonsense.
NFL training camp, what have been your biggest takeaways?
I read my biggest takeaway, number one, far and away, Joe Flacco QB1, Kenny Pickett QB2.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
One
Let's talk about it.
cut, John.
Let's talk about
Listen, you guys see Kenny Pickett in a preseason, Mr. Dell.
No, but for real, I think a lot of the stuff that I have, I gotta get this guy's Twitter. I'll find it, but a lot of it is more offensive focused, just because we're gonna get into a lot of fantasy football content. Some of the things that I'm keeping my eye on, Jacksonville has been one of the the biggest stories this offseason. Of course, you trade up for Travis Hunter. You have a new head coach there, new GM, really a whole new system regime there. Tank Bigsby is the one who's looking like possibly the RB1 there over Travis Etienne. Again, this isn't the regime that drafted him with the first overall or first round selection. So Tank Bigsby being the potential RB1 there is going to be big news. I think Brian Dable coming out as well and saying that there's no quarterback competition. Russell Wilson is our starter. Jackson Dart, Jameis Winston, DeVito, some of these other guys are going to get work in. I think that's the right move. I don't think you need to put any pressure on Jackson Dart to start right away. Russell Wilson's had a lot of, actually a lot, but a few highlights to Malik Neighbors, who is going to get a lot of targets down the field. That's the one area that they struggled in the most last year, being the New York Giants. I'll let you guys go. I have a bunch of them, but those are two that stuck out to me.
For me, it's really with the New York Giants and Russell Wilson. And I read you guys there's Russell Wilson stats last episode when we did the power rankings and how Russell Wilson is much better in the spread offense, 11 personnel, throwing the ball down the field. And throwing the ball down the field, he still ranks efficiency-wise as a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. And the Giants have not had that in their offense. Malik Neighbors had 1,200 yards on 180 targets this past season because they were peppering him down the field and they weren't able to get the ball to him down the field consistently. And I think Russell Wilson is going to change that. I think there's going to be a clear dynamic. There's going to be a clear chemistry that exists between Russ and Neighbors that didn't exist before. And I'm looking at Malik Neighbors with what he can do in the intermediate and short areas of the field, but also as a deep downfield threat. I think Malik Neighbors is a dark horse to lead the NFL in receiving yards. I think he's that good. I think he's that explosive. I think he's that great. He's that talented. And I think Russell Wilson is not a liability at this point when he's pushing the ball down the field. He still takes sacks. He still holds on to the ball. But a lot of the check down stuff that was been happening with the Broncos and the Steelers was more due to how they played personnel wise. It was more due to the offensive structure of what they did. And I think Russ with the Steelers performed very well. And George Pickens, he had the most targets, catchable targets, 20 plus yards down the field in the NFL.
Pickens got hurt.
Yeah.
That was a big part of why Wilson wasn't as productive.
And now you're getting Malik Neighbors who can just threaten all areas of the field. And, the Giants quietly, they've had a group of receivers that can get downfield. It's just been the quarterback that can push the ball down there. But Jalen Hyatt, I mean, he was projected to do that.
God willing.
Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson got peppered with targets, but he actually has some real speed to him. So now, these players that the Giants have can be utilized in a better way. And I think that their offense is going to surprise some people. Michael Penix comments about Kyle Pitts. I'm in on Kyle Pitts.
It's the year.
I'm not missing the breakout year from Kyle Pitts. I think there's going to be a year Kyle Pitts gets his breakout year after having 1,000 yards his rookie season. He just has not had that consistent quarterback play. But Michael Penix is just such a beautiful thrower of the football, and he can throw the ball down the field and layer the ball really great into tight coverage. And those goal balls are going to be a big part of the Falcons' offense, and I think Kyle Pitts is going to be a beneficiary of it. And then I had just a couple more. The biggest one, the Eagles moving Cooper DeJean to safety.
Thanks for that, bro.
Yeah. Are you going to talk about it? Okay. Or no. But Cooper DeJean, now he's going to play more snaps at
Ringo
safety.
was getting a lot of
outside corner.
Yeah.
Keely Ringo is going to be starting. But Cooper DeJean, nickel back, now going to also play snaps at safety. He's going to be a hybrid.
I think he's better at that too.
Yeah, I feel like he was a lead at the nickel. So like at the safety, I think he's going to be really good too. But I'm just amazed at what the Eagles have been able to build. Because although, and I feel much differently versus 2022, because in 2022, when they made the Super Bowl, they lost all these additions. They lost all these good key defensive players that you knew were going to be huge losses. The following year, they have a bottom barrel defense, and they lost some defensive talent. CJ Gardner-Johnson, Josh Sweat, Milton Williams. I mean, these are really high-end players.
You traded CJ.
CJ, you're right. You traded him, but you still lost him. But these are some high-end players, and I just feel so confident in the Philadelphia Eagles for filling these roles up. When I look at somebody like Moro Ajomo, who was top 10 in pressure rate, and I think is going to have a breakout cheer on the Philadelphia Eagles this upcoming season. I look at a player like that. I look at Jordan Davis coming into camp in the best shape of his life. I'm looking at him.
Talk yourself into it, Joel.
I'm looking at him.
Talking to the fucking defending champs. What we're talking about.
Picking Dallas every year.
I'm looking at him making a bigger impact. Nolan Smith, who was a Pro Bowl level player, and then Jalix Hunt on the opposite end as the edge. I think the Eagles have two players in Hunt and Ajomo who are breakout candidates, and I feel like they're in a perfect position to fill the needs that they lost. And then you look at who they drafted. I mean, Jahad Campbell, Andrew Makuba.
He was at practice too.
I mean, the Eagles are just so well equipped to handle losses of players, and they are so talented at every single position.
Also,
it's amazing.
Being able to keep Vic Fangio because, back in 22, you lost both coordinators. This time, only Kellen Moore.
This is the first summer he's been in on the Eagles, if you think about it.
I was in on them 2021.
Not to be like, kind of, sort of. But this is the first real summer where he's not Dallas. It's Philly. You know what I'm saying?
He's kind of talking himself into the Giants, too.
Yeah, I'm a little excited. Couple things I've seen on here, this little post. Keon Coleman, man, shined the second day of practice. I'm interested in Buffalo because we were talking about it obviously earlier in the show. Keon, Kincaid, Shakir look like they're going to be the starters, which I think is important. I think is good. I think Shakir is the most Shakir. Yes, I think he's the safest option on the offense. I know James Cook probably had the best year, but I think James Cook still has trouble with his hands just slightly. They continuously get better year in, year out. I look at Khalil, though. He's probably the safest guy in that offense just in terms of run after catch, best receiving weapon, your safety blanket, a guy that's just going to give you all hustle, all heart. Definitely somebody Josh Allen relies on. He definitely trusts in him. So I think that's important. But I think Keon needs to be the breakout guy. I think that's the guy who has all the physical tools, has all the traits. Last year he had an up and down rookie year, but they also didn't really use him too much. A lot of it was him blocking, trying to figure out everything he can do there. Apparently Ashton Jeanty is going to get 350 touches this year.
And utilizing the passing game.
Yep, and I think that is beautiful for you fantasy guys who drafted Ashton Jeanty because he's probably going to put up an insane amount of numbers. And I think offensively, the Raiders are probably going to be really exciting. You have Geno, you have Jacoby Myers, you have Brock Bowers. I think Matthew Mayer can still be something. And then Ashton Jeanty is going to be that explosive running back. And we've seen over the past couple years where first-round running backs usually produce early and fast in year one, especially if they have a full workload. And I think Ashton Jeanty can definitely do that. John, your boy Pickens and CD have a new handshake, which is pretty dope. It's reminiscent of our boy John Morant, the grenade. But they've also been really shining in practice. I think that's good. And I think Dallas has been lacking that. I think they've been lacking that other top-end talent on the outside. They used to have Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb when CeeDee Lamb was the number two. Now CeeDee Lamb is taking that role, and then Pickens is becoming that. I think Pickens is a good compliment to CeeDee Lamb. And then I think another one, I think this one's really dope. Emeka Egbuka. Baker Mayfield loves him. Chris Godwin's going to be injured. He's going to miss a ton of time. You need somebody who can win on the outside, who can win in the slot, who has really good hands. I think Emeka, he wasn't this all-world receiver, but he was steady. He can do a little bit of everything. He can go on the outside. He can hit the slot. He can block if you need to. His hands are really good. Short, intermediate, deep. he can do it. Not at this elite level, but he can really do it. And Mike Evans still can play at a high level. Obviously, they have a new coach, new OC, all that blah, blah. But I think Baker Mayfield has shown over these past couple of seasons that he's a great quarterback. He can get his guys. And that offense is going to be high-powered. You still have Bucky Irvin. I think he's going to be really good. I think the offensive line will be meh. But getting to Mika where they got him, while also Chris Godwin is going to be out, I think that was important because you still are going to keep a serviceable number 2 next to Mike Evans.
Yeah, I love what Baker highlighted. They haven't really lost many players in this team on the offensive side. And then last year, the biggest question was the injuries when Godwin went down and he's returning from the injury, and then Evans. So I like how the Buccaneers have kind of, in the front office, has strategically kind of went ahead to address that wide receiver spot early. And I think it's a great move, and I think he'll be good this year. We saw McMillan last year have like a pretty impressive rookie year in a mini breakout. What I want to highlight was something that kind of disappointed me a little bit because one of those teams this year I really liked a lot, and I still do, is those Las Vegas Raiders. They, of course, voided the contract of and released Christian Wilkins, who only played 5 games last year with the Jones fracture in his left foot. And the NFLPA was filing a grievance, but the Raiders felt like he should have been getting another surgery on the foot, which wasn't healing properly, and his camp balked at it. And for that Raider defense, that's important because you spent $110 million, and a lot of it was guaranteed when Tom Telesco brought him in his first year.
Last 2 major moves.
Yeah, that,
terrible.
And, yeah, the
J.C.
J.C. Jackson signing for the Chargers. And a lot of people wondered with Telesco, he drafted, of course, Brock Bowers, but that free agency decision, looking back now, is catastrophic. But it's disappointing for the Raiders just because the fact their defense was really counting on Wilkins in the middle. And then on top of that, I want to highlight, I love what you mentioned with Tank Bigsby. They had kind of ETN play more of a receiving role, and that's what he was drafted to be, that receiving back. And I think he can thrive in that role this year. And the last thing that I want to mention, I'm losing it, but I'll come back into it.
Sean Mitchell, by the way, is the person that I followed on Twitter. He does a daily recap at the end. Again, this is mostly fantasy focused, but again, just offensive players in general. Some others that stood out to me, of course, Rashee Rice is probably going to miss some time with his suspension.
Jalen Royals. Jalen
Royals stood out first day of camp. He's a 4th-round pick from Utah State. You know, you have Xavier Worthy there. You have Hollywood Brown, of course, Kelsey, but you're going to need someone to soak up all the targets that Rashee Rice was getting, of course, before he went down last year. Jalen Royals looks like he's in line to be at least first up for that. Jermaine Burton, wide receiver 3 in Cincinnati, has had a couple of good days of camp.
He's been good.
He's someone we talked about.
Playoff year, baby.
We talked about even last year that he has all the talent in the world, went to Alabama, but he has a lot of off-the-field stuff. Even during the season last year, there was issues with him just not showing up to meetings or being late. But through the first couple of days, the talent's always been there. He's showing up in camp. We talked about Chris Godwin missing some time. Ibuka is someone that when the draft pick happened, it felt confusing because they just paid Chris Godwin, right? Like we knew he was coming off an injury, but when they extended him, it felt like, oh, he should be good for the start of the season. But the fact that he had to get a second surgery on that ankle, and he'll probably maybe start the season on the PUP list.
Probably come out like week 10.
Yeah, a couple months of the season makes a lot more sense. Now you have Mike Evans, Ibuka, of course, Jalen McMillan there. Last but not least, 2 days of camp. Anthony Richardson looked good. That's all. Anthony Richardson has looked good in the short intermediate game. They said for whatever reason his long ball hasn't been good.
I'm the only one that say he's going to
short intermediate has looked good through 2 days.
I forgot to tell you 2 things. Drake May, 14 for 15, but has not thrown anything down the field. So a lot of dinking and dunking. Aaron Rodgers, first pass, interception.
And then he had a good day.
Don't care.
JJ McCarthy threw 4 picks at training camp.
Wait, did you?
Justin Jefferson.
Was that fake though?
That was real.
Was that real?
I think Sean Mitchell was the one who tweeted it out.
Oh, okay, because I know somebody on Twitter. There's like something. It was something flock. They captioned that Jaden McCarthy had like 4 picks, and then like the videos like from 23 training camp.
Yeah, there's always some like.
Maybe this guy did get duped.
I hate to see it. There's one more thing I want to touch on. Was Malik Neighbors, like you guys highlighted, getting pepper with the targets in training camp, and I expect them a great year. I found it interesting though that there's some reporting that Malik Neighbors has had this toe injury dating
from
back
LSU.
to his LSU days.
Who?
Malik Neighbors, this is, and he didn't feel like it was need to get a surgery this offseason, but if it flares up, it could be something that he gets. So I think that's something that's really important to monitor this season.
Also on the bad side, Justin Jefferson dealing with the hamstring strain. Yeah. They said it's mild and it's training camp, so they're going to be super, super, super cautious, and he probably won't practice.
Out here mentoring and shit with the young boys.
Obviously, it's not good news, but I think you have to give it some time. Wait until you get closer to the season to see does it really impact the Vikings.
How far is he from?
I think
how far is he from T.O.?
T.O.?
Yeah.
I mean, he's been better than him at the end of his career.
Like how
We'll
far are
get
we?
there.
How far are we right now?
Not yet.
Not yet. Like
It's
how many more?
It's a
we got?
longevity thing for
Few
now.
years.
Those
All right,
guys
cool,
are
cool.
still.
I'm just asking. I just want to make sure. I just want to. I
don't
check,
know, how-
I check temp every year.
How
I check
long?
temp
How
every
long
year.
was T.O.'s peak? How many years we talking
So
about?
many.
It was long,
time.
yeah.
I'm just. I like to check temp every year. I checked last year. Just checking this year. That's all.
Jez has been, since he came in the league for 5 years, a superstar caliber receiver.
There we
So
go.
I feel that putting his name in the conversation there, it's going to be another 5
How close
more
are we to
years.
Julio? Let me go a little less. Go a little less.
Less. I don't know. T.O. has 9,000 yard seasons.
We're at 5.
He has 8 seasons of 10 plus touchdowns.
How many seasons do you have over
So-
1,500?
1,500, none. T.O.
Hey, we have 3 already.
To be fair, different game. He played in like
All
the
right,
early
that's fair,
2000s,
that's fair,
you know.
that's fair, that's fair. Fuck.
But I mean, yeah, Jedda's needs, what are we, 5 years now?
Five.
Yeah.
This is our 5th year coming up. So
I mean,
4 years straight.
realistically, he gets another like 3 to 4 years.
But what are those years for T.O.? Like 1,300?
I mean, yeah, he's putting up like 14,
Jedda's
15,
got-
13
Jedda's has
touchdowns,
4 years of
1,400 and
1,400
16
yards.
touchdowns.
Jedda's got
touchdowns.
3 1,500 yard years.
It's just the touchdowns that T.O. has
Yeah,
that
Jedda's
Jedda
doesn't
is.
have.
He has
He doesn't have.
153 career touchdowns.
We're not getting there. But we'll get the yards, Dels. We'll
The
get the yards.
biggest storyline maybe at training camp is that Caleb Williams really hasn't been playing all that well in training camp. I think Ben Johnson,
Learning new
he
offense.
I think the first day he like stopped practice because they were like not lining up properly. Then he's been throwing some picks. At least one of the things that I've read, but you know, it's just training camp. I really do have a gripe though with Adam Schefter's reporting with Justin Fields. Made it
Oh my
sound like
God,
he
yeah.
had a season.
Everyone was
injury.
going crazy. And I was like,
Mhm.
you know what? It's the first day of training camp. He could have literally got stepped on, and they're still going to cart him off because why not be? Why that? Another thing from the Bears, 2 players. Luther Burden still hasn't practiced. He's been dealing with a soft tissue injury. I don't know exactly when they expect him to be back, but this has been going on for a while now. Colston Loveland got a shit ton of praise from Ben Johnson. Just
Drafted
talking
him in
about
Dynasty.
He's talking about
Yeah,
someone who
like
comes
those
in
tight
here
ends.
every single day. He's wanting to learn. He's out there on the practice field. He's getting extra reps. So, you know, stock up, stock down for Burden and Colson Loveland there.
Colson Loveland, that's my guy. And now we're not going to end the podcast. We're going to transition into short form content now for all of you guys that are watching or listening. If you go and you see our videos that we make on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, we usually do those things pre-recorded, separate from the podcast, but we're going to start doing them and integrating them on the podcast at the very end of the episode, kind of like what the Deep 3 does. They do the same thing, and yeah, just stealing their idea, honestly. So shout out to them
for sure.
So we're gonna do the same thing, just because it's like, you know, if we're gonna record it anyway, why not just give you guys that content? So that's what it's gonna be.
Get
now,
to see how we do it.
Yeah, exactly.
the bloopers and all of it, you know?
It's
So-
really no different. It's just us talking about sports.
No,
Why does
literally.
John have to ruin it then?
I'm adding color to it, big dog.
He's
So
adding
now
color.
you're about to see a difference in angle right now. Okay, we're back in. Because this episode has been a point guard themed episode, fellas, we are going to build the best point guard by using every single skill that a point guard should have: scoring, shooting, slashing, ball handling, passing, and defense. Let's start with scoring. Who's the point guard we're
SJ.
picking?
I was going to use SJ for something different. I think Luka
Brunson.
over Luka.
I want to get fun.
Okay.
I want to go Shea for scoring. He's the
Go
best
with
scorer
this.
in the league.
You gotta go with the scoring champion.
Let's go with the best scorer in basketball, Dallas.
Okay, fine. There's just another category I would have used Shea for.
For defense,
Derek White.
that's the only one.
Derek White.
Drew Holiday.
Point. He's the 2.
Today,
Fair.
I like Derek Wood over Drew.
So let me ask you something,
That was
Dels.
cool.
What,
But
if you
what
wanna get-
category
he's a
were you
shooting guard.
saving Shea for?
Slashing.
Ah, okay. I get it.
Me
I
too.
get it. I get it.
We could use somebody else for slashing.
We could use somebody
Shea-
else for
Shea's the
slashing.
No. We
So
got
for
somebody else.
defense-
Scoring, SJ.
For defense, we have candidates in Derek White, Drew Holiday, Marcus Smart, Lonzo Ball, and Andrew Nemhart.
Okay, Derek White.
Well,
Let's
I'm
keep it
saying Derek
pushing.
White, yeah.
It's Derek White.
Lonzo.
Okay. So for
Marcus
scoring,
Smart.
we
The-
have
the
Shea.
Chris Dunn disrespect. I would have maybe thought about Chris Dunn.
For scoring, we have SGA.
Yeah.
And for defense, we have Derek White. What about shooting?
Stop it.
Steph.
We know who it is.
This is the
Fair
easiest
shooter
one,
of all
actually.
This is the GOAT!
Yeah, it's one of those
Unanimous.
questions you almost don't have to ask it.
Steph Curry for shooting, for slashing.
Ja Morant. We keep it cool.
See, we could have had Luka for scoring. We could have SGA for slashing.
But Ja's
Now it's
funner.
Ja.
It's-
Sure.
it's
Okay.
so much
okay.
fun.
It
Now
is
we get
definitely more
dunked.
fun. It's definitely more
Or
fun.
we can use Kyrie.
I like Ja
Kyrie for
Morant
something
slashing.
else.
We can use.
We got
okay,
Kyrie. Yes,
you're right,
come
you're
on,
right,
man.
you're right. But we can use Ja for slashing.
Okay.
Ja's slashing is funner.
He is, for
You know?
sure.
It's cooler.
Ja Morant for slashing, ball handling. This is Kyrie.
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie
I I'm gonna go Kyrie, of course, with you all, but an underrated name here would be LaMelo Ball.
Underrated name is Darius.
I thought Garland
It
would be
is
my
underrated
second
name,
name.
yeah.
Garland, bag
Garland
centric.
and LaMelo Ball.
Or
next.
Jordan Poole, but obviously
That's
the 5th, 6th guy. You know what I'm saying?
And now I'm glad that we saved Luka Doncic because the next category is passing.
I'm cool with Luca here.
Trey Young.
Halliburton,
Over Luka
Halliburton
Doncic?
was in my mind too, but Luca, if we saved him so far, we gotta use Luca here.
Yeah, Luka for sure.
I like Halliburton most for passing.
Over Luka
How about
Doncic.
LeBron James? Oh, it's a
Point guard.
Yeah, it's a point guard.
Got me.
Steam, stay on
You can't
steam.
go wrong with one of those three names we just mentioned.
You definitely can.
It would be pretty fun if
How
we did
would
a
you
perfect point
It'd
guard
be
list,
nuts taking Hadley over Luka.
and we didn't have
Passing.
Luca on it. That'd be funny. Perfect point guard, no Luca, makes you think.
Makes you think. Makes you wonder.
Luka
Makes
has
you-
so many skills that could
It's funny
fit
because
this
when we get
mold.
to small forward, we're not going to pick anything for Tatum.
Yes, we are.
Nah, nothing.
Size.
So
Versatility is what we're picking. for Tatum.
the perfect point guard that we built, scoring SGA, shooting Steph Curry, slashing John Morant, ball handling Kyrie Irving, passing Luka Doncic, and defense Derek White.
This is the greatest player ever.
Yeah.
I
Now-
know may have been joking about it, but I would have actually told Chris Dunn for the event.
So what about
I'm so
Caruso?
serious about
Chris
that.
doesn't play 2 guard.
Caruso.
He does play the two, so he doesn't fit with the point guards.
Yeah.
Dunn to me,
Unfortunately.
John, I've been
What
screaming
about,
at that
what
for
about
a while.
Davion Mitchell?
Davion's a point guard.
Davion.
Could've took him.
Davion's another one of those.
And
lot of-
he's the only one that has a
names.
nickname.
There's a lot of
off
fraudulent
night.
2
Yeah.
guards that are really point guards.
Chris
but that's
Dunn
besides
don't need
the
a
point.
nickname though, man. He just lock up.
But also, like, let's
No.
do starters. You know what I mean? With respect.
I like the Chris
Dunn's a
Dunn
starter.
shout.
Chris Dunn's a
Shout
starter.
out to John. He's always thinking about the underrated guys. Now, staying on theme with NBA point guards because this has been an NBA point guard theme show. That's what the first 2 hours of the show was all about. This is a past versus present NBA point guard edition. First matchup up, Rajon Rondo versus Derek White.
Oh, it's Boston
What?
guys going at it.
This is Rondo.
It's for sure Rondo.
It is Rondo.
This is nuts.
I was trying to pull at heartstrings
It is
on
Rondo.
Dallas for a little bit. I mean,
Hey,
I
that
think
was
it's
a
You
Rondo.
could have had a lot of other point guards against Derek White. Rondo's
Yeah.
a tough one,
Give
man.
Give
Just
me
another
big
Celtic
Rondo,
all
Mr. Point guard.
You could have said
Well, if
Derek
it was
White.
Isaiah Thomas, you're picking Isaiah Thomas, right?
Yeah, yeah. You could have said Derek White or Derek Rose or Derek White.
That young version of Rajon Rondo really was
Special.
something else.
No, he was special. 44
Something
points
else.
in a game 6, game 7.
Triple double guy. Yeah.
What was it?
Elite
Demon.
Can
playmaker,
defend.
Don't
high-level
worry.
defender.
Manipulate
These
the
will get
defense.
more challenging because next up,
Nice.
this is going to pull at your heartstrings. Chauncey Billups versus Kate Cunningham.
Kate Cunningham.
Oh my God. Chauncey for right now.
I answered too fast.
Chauncey for right now. Could Cade get there? Yes, Riv, but he's not
Yo,
there
this,
yet.
This hurts me. I love Chauncey. Cade's better.
Jesus.
Cade's better. Cade's a
Finals
better
MVP.
player.
Is he a finals MVP?
No.
Chauncey was.
He can be. I believe
How,
that.
how dare Cade not be a finals MVP yet?
Now, obviously, Chauncey's Detroit legend, remembered, brought one of the few championships in Detroit. The real answer is Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with y'all here, but a couple of years from now, we're gonna look back and say, "Come on, Cade, it's Cade."
It's K-City.
Jameer Nelson versus Jalen Suggs.
This is a nut ass one. Oh my God. Jameer Nelson.
Yeah, it's Jameer.
Not gonna find a
Just
pushback from me.
That
I'm
boy was
also
a sniper.
gonna go Jameer, but if Jalen Suggs shoots 40% from 3-point land
Yeah,
again,
now we're talking.
taking Jalen Suggs. You want to see that consistently or near 40%.
Yeah, give me Jameer Nelson. This is probably going to be an easy one, fellas. Sorry to Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague versus Trey Young.
Okay,
Trey Young,
keep it
comfortably.
Very
Why are
comfortable.
you
Jeff
saying
Teague
a
versus-
Trey like this? This is like Brendan Knight, getting the lob, or Jason Terry getting the lob bomb from
It's
LeBron.
past versus present. That's the past.
Yeah.
Jeff Teague.
Setting him up for a vicious LeBron James transition dunk.
You're going with Trey Young, right?
Yeah, you like that
Yeah.
pick.
I'm going Trey Young.
Okay. Good. I'm going with Trey Young too. Kyle Lowry versus Emmanuel Quickly.
Kyle Lowry.
Champion.
Comfortably.
That's Mr.
Champion.
Raptor. That's Mr. Raptor right there.
Champion.
Okay, this one might be difficult. Kemba Walker versus LaMelo Ball.
Kemba Walker for right now.
LaMelo Ball.
God, you guys
Damn, this
love
is actually
LaMelo
tough.
Ball.
Give me Kemba Walker.
Yeah, come on.
What he did in Charlotte, can't do shit like that. He ain't do much.
What'd he
But they
do?
made the playoffs.
LaMelo Ball gets 2
Made
number
plus
9
one
seeds
time.
and people go
I thought they made
crazy.
twice.
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 I wanna say twice.
Just twice.
He made it twice. I think
He
one
was
of
with
them
Al
was
Jefferson.
Al Jefferson.
2016.
One of them
and
with Batum.
He played. He might have been. It might have been just once. I'll be honest.
2016 is the 1 year.
And they played the Heat.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
Heat
just
series
once.
was
that was
incredible.
a good series.
It
So it was
was.
one time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Bro, let's be so real.
Kemba's a better player than LaMelo Ball.
He
I
is.
think LaMelo's more talented, but Kemba Walker, I mean, he was ball handling, getting to the rim, that mid
That rim pressure
range.
was nuts.
I mean, yeah, Kemba Walker is just an insane
LaMelo's an elite
player.
ball handler at 6'8", and he's also one of the best shooters in
Who's
the
a
game.
better ball
too.
handler, him or Kemba?
All right, you got me. But at his size, though, man, come on.
Like Kemba size, he finished better than LaMelo.
I mean, if Giannis is a what if guy, LaMelo, what the hell is he?
Charlotte made it in 2014, which I forget because they won 43 games and got swept by the Heatles. So
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
We count LaMelo's playing games. We'll count that.
Oh, and then they played Miami.
I never mentioned this.
Oh,
playing
that
games.
did they play Miami again after that,
In
or
2016 they played.
and that was D Wade in them, right?
That was like
That was a good ass.
LaMelo's
That went
playing
6.
games are pretty awful. LaMelo.
Yeah.
in the
He has the
playing.
worst
It's
plus
pretty
minus I
You
think in
know,
history
the
to play.
playing, the playing tournament. There's a reason why they don't broadcast or publicize the stats. It really is just a
It's-
very small sample size. That means
Zion
almost nothing,
playing
almost
stats
nothing.
nuts.
Yeah,
40
yeah.
ball.
Oh my God.
Woo.
awful. Next matchup up: Russell Westbrook versus SGA.
Yo, with all due respect to Russ,
All due respect. Is
all
right.
timer for OKC,
All-timer.
top 3 down, triple
say
doubles.
taking
Future Hall of
Shaq.
Famer.
I just
Taking
gotta
Shaq.
give the respect before I take SGA, the
SGA.
champion, the Finals MVP,
champion,
and
best
the
players in
MVP.
finals history, or best player in Thunder history.
we
average
go.
triple double 4 seasons. One of those players
one's
that
tough.
gets disrespected a lot historically, and I don't want to contribute to that. That being said, Shea just had a top 7 to 10. I would say a top 7 guard season of all
I don't
time.
want to contribute to that. I'm picking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did the same.
Because
It's,
Shea,
it's
you
tough,
know,
but it's also like no.
Yeah, it's
Shea's
tough.
peak to me was higher. I'm going to take Shea.
It is unfortunate because Russ did so much for
So
OKC.
much.
So
And
much.
Russ gets misunderstood. a
Stayed
little bit.
loyal. You know what
He
I
was
mean?
loyal to the core.
He's seen
to
Harden
the
go.
end.
He's seen KD go.
And last matchup is going to be between a player who was very steady for most of his career, true floor general,
Ja Morant.
plus defender, Mike Conley versus
Ja
John
Morant.
Morant.
Ja Morant. He's,
Mike Conley.
Ja
Josh is
Morant.
such a better
What?
player.
I'm going to respect Mike. Listen.
Yo, you're done. You're no
Listen.
longer
What are
Ja
we
fan.
doing,
Get him out
John?
of here.
With
Get him
all
out
due
of here.
respect to Mike Conley.
Mike.
We can respect Mike and understand that
Yeah,
Ja's
John's such a
better.
better
I don't
Mike
like the
Conley
clean
on
sweep.
Memphis
I
is
don't
a good
like.
player.
I don't like the
Different.
clean sweep at all. Quite frankly.
You know what?
really.
You can make the non-clean sweep. Okay.
One of the best guard defenders, one of the best shooters. He's a good all-around player.
He was a very solid, steady
Yeah.
point guard. Nobody's denying that. Grit and grind versus the new boys. Give me-
Really, what I'm looking at it from is John Morant's 3-year peak to Mike Conley's entire career. In the
That
same
comfortably
way,
clears.
the same way you weren't going to take LaMelo over Kemba Walker.
LaMelo's never made the playoffs.
All right.
He's
John
never had
the
40 in
same
a
way-
John
playoff
Morant's
game.
peak is so
The
much harder
same
than
way you
LaMelo's.
took Chauncey Billups over Cade
He's
Cunningham.
a champion.
I understand.
John, what are we doing?
But Mike Conley, he's somebody that his game is
Uh-huh.
championship material.
It is.
That's what we're getting
He
to.
did cook, though.
That's
He did
Kyle-
cook.
that's Kyle
He did-
Lowry,
he did
yes.
cook. Champion. You can
It's
name
Kyle
it actual
Lowry-esque.
champions. Yeah.
Now, like Kyle Lowry, he never played with Kawhi Leonard.
You're right.
So that to me is where
Has
I draw
Mike
the
ever
line.
had 40 in
If
a
we're
playoff
gonna
game?
respect Kyle Lowry, if we're gonna respect guys like Kemba Walker, you're damn for sure you're gonna know.
wait,
I'm
Kyle Lowry
respecting
was just
Mike
better
Conley.
than
We're
IQ. That
comparing
was
them
it.
to Emmanuel quickly.
Yeah, he was just
and
better.
LaMelo Ball.
Well, that's
John
not
Morant's
the-
peaked
You
way
would've
higher
still,
than
if
them.
it was a way better Raptors guard, you would have still took.
You
Kyle
don't know
Lowry.
that. You're
That's
just
what I think.
assuming.
Yeah, I am assuming. Okay.
I'm taking John Morant.
I'm
man.
taking Mike Conley out of respect.
Ja Gritty.
Shout out to Mike Conley,
And
man.
yeah, Ja peaked higher. I don't care for this.
I
don't
respect
care.
that.
I'm taking Mike.
I like Mike. Mike is cool.
Okay, now we're gonna do a keep 3 cut 5. And the
The
keep
last
3,
time y'all did this was some
Because
BS.
I'm
wasn't that
I'm
good.
not a player. I'm a
Listen,
maker.
yeah,
I don't play. I
Because
make.
it's really a game that's designed for you to lose.
It is.
And so
Of
you don't want
course.
to be
It's designed for you to
Yeah.
just not look as stupid as you think.
All right.
and I like this keep 3 cut 5. We were going to do a topic on the show about the Nets failure, so I was going to try to stay on brand with the the themes of super teams. So this is a keep 3 cut 5 failed big 3 / super teams edition.
Interesting. Okay.
Sometimes people will hear the word super teams and, you know, their brain goes numb. They're just like, oh, that wasn't really a super team. You guys know what I mean. Teams that have very high expectations that clearly underwhelmed. So the first team up, the Nets, but Darren Williams, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Brooke Lopez, Joe Johnson. That was
So
an
wait,
cut.
so are we're keeping.
You're keeping the worst failure.
You can cut this.
Oh, keeping the worst
Like that-
failure. Okay.
By
Okay.
worst failure.
Well, the
Because a
PG
lot of these were old. This
PG
team
and
was
Kawhi
old.
one is worse, and
Okay.
the new big 3 was worse.
Yeah.
So if we can think of others that are worse,
But this feels like a cut because this is a team. This is a lot of old dudes
could cut it.
past their prime.
Like usually in these keep 3 cut 5s, you're like keeping the best, but
Yeah.
this one it's different. You're keeping the worst teams that failed the best.
We're cutting. We're
I'm,
cutting.
I'm thinking of Nash and Dwight on that Laker team.
Yeah.
And even you can keep Dwight, not Dwight. You can keep GP.
yes, with the Lakers. I know what you're talking about. Carmelo and them. Yeah, we can cut this.
I refuse to say his
Okay.
name. So.
Next team up, the recent Suns big 3 of KD, Booker, and Bill.
We can cut this
we
shit.
can cut it. I'm not- we
But,
didn't
I
believe
mean,
it.
this was a
They never won
colossal
a-
failure.
they never won a
Like, they
playoff
didn't win a playoff game.
Not
But
one.
we putting this down in history, like,
But it was kind of like, like a last ditch effort.
But at
to
least
get
some
back
of these
over.
teams were going to get one playoff games, one
Okay.
playoff series.
That's
There's
fair.
there's some bigger like catastrophic disappointments.
Bradley
Like
Bradley
that
Beal's
team-
also just bringing the super team down, you know? Like,
I'm looking at it more like
Yo,
expectation. Like, we
Kate-
didn't really feel like this was like,
well,
the
last
real
year
big
we
three.
thought this was a playoff lock. We thought it was a team that could win a playoff series.
But you're not keeping this over KD, Harden, who was before the hamstring injury like a top 5 MVP candidate, and
Yeah.
Kyrie. You're not keeping this over that. So we're cutting this.
okay, all right, John.
Okay, let's go. John is taking the lead. He's taking command.
I've never been too good at these. Today we're gonna switch the narrative. It's a stupid game.
He's due.
The 2020 Clippers.
keep.
3-1 blown lead
Yeah,
in
we
the
keep.
bubble.
Comfortably keep.
Yeah.
Comfortably keep. We don't got to think about
I
this.
don't look at it as a super team, but if you want to keep it, fine.
But it was a team that was favored to go to the NBA Finals.
And
They
they
were up
choked.
3-1.
They
Yeah, they
blew
choked.
a
At
3-1
least
lead.
to the conference finals and
They
play the
blew a
Lakers.
3-1 lead to Mr. Nikola
We could keep.
Jokic and Jamal
We could
Murray,
keep.
but
They were up twice in Game 6 and Game 7 by like 18 points.
The 2012 Lakers with Kobe, Dwight Nash, and Paul
It's
Gasol.
a keep.
this is one that I would. Surely it's the best.
Back-to-back
Definitely not
keeps.
so far.
Yeah.
The 2022 Lakers with LeBron, AD, and Russ.
We can cut this.
Cut.
Yeah.
Russ was crazy.
Oh, yeah, no.
No one had high
At
expectations.
first, I thought D'Angelo Russell for.
Most people.
I
were
don't
low
know.
on
I
this
feel like the
move.
media did have expectations for
Media,
that.
but
I
not me.
disagree. Most people thought Russ was going to be a clunky fit from what I saw. I would cut it.
Yeah, we could cut this one.
Shout out to John looking at the right content. Okay,
Just trying my best, man.
the Nets big three: KD, Harden, and Kyrie.
Keep.
We got to keep this.
Keep.
I'm not going to lie to you. I felt like we should have cut the Clippers one, depending on what we get next. That's my takeaway.
Okay, so far you guys have kept the big three Nets with KD, Harden, and Kyrie. You kept the Lakers with Kobe, Dwight, Nash, and Paul Gasol. You cut the 2012 Nets with Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, Brooke Lopez, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce. You cut the Phoenix Suns big three with KD, Booker, and Beal. The Clippers, Kawhi, and PG, you guys kept. You cut the Lakers, LeBron, AD, and Russ team. So the two teams that you ended up cutting were the Rockets with Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley, Clyde
Leonard
Drexler, and then the year after they replaced Drexler with Scottie Pippen,
Mhm.
and then the Lakers with Shaq, Kobe, Malone, and Gary Payton.
There was no reason we should have kept that Clipper team. Be so real.
But I'm just thinking of the teams we kept. Those teams never won a championship.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like some of these
Yeah.
other versions
that
won
Rocket and Laker
before or
team won a
after.
championship before, so like it differently. That's
Yeah,
understandable.
yeah.
I get that.
I think you guys did good. That was a really good one.
Thanks. Try my best.
Yeah, that was a really good one. I was looking through like the course of NBA history, and I'm like, it's not really like some super teams were
Yeah.
super teams, but some of them weren't so much. Like the Clippers in 2020, it was really great team that had high expectations, but not necessarily a super team.
Maybe you could have put on the Jaleel Okafor Smith duo in Philadelphia. That would have been.
Oh my goodness, what? Ish Smith, Jaleel Okafor.
It was a duo, man.
My goodness.
It was a duo.
You could have put that Philadelphia Sixers
I was
team
just
with
thinking
Jimmy,
that.
Ben, and them.
Okay, so now I want to get into a list that John helped me cultivate, and it's in honor of Damian Lillard going back to the Portland Trail Blazers
Mm-hmm.
after he realized the grass wasn't greener. And
Is that what really happened?
it was.
Part of
He
it.
also got injured, and then,
realized.
he got
Giannis
cut.
got
He
hurt.
got waived and
Davis
stretched.
hurt.
But this is my 5 moments in NBA history. 5 moments in NBA history where the grass wasn't always greener. Most notable one just happened. Damian Lillard getting traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, only to end back up in Portland. We're just going to forget like the Bucks' tenure happened. I mean, Portland, that's, at least for me, that's where he's always been his entire career. Next one up, Dwight Howard leaving Orlando. He left the Orlando Magic. He went to the Lakers, and that Lakers team failed. He dealt with a back injury all year, and he only played 1 year with them. He ended up going to the Rockets in free agency the following season, and that was a grass isn't always greener moment. Next moment up, Kevin Durant leaving the Golden State Warriors. Now, how do you guys feel about that? Was the grass not greener, or did they just deal with a lot of turmoil and injuries and bad luck?
I think part of it was just the perception around him. Of course, the drama that's there with him and Draymond Green. If everything was copacetic on that team, if him and Draymond got along, if there wasn't this outside noise saying that he was such a snake and just a fraud, he would have stayed there. So I think it was just all of the outside non-basketball stuff getting in the way.
I agree. I think it was a lot of media noise, a lot of outside basketball noise. He should have stayed though.
Him and Steph in 2021 would have done some wicked shit.
Dwayne Wade signing with the Chicago Bulls, more so because he had like a little bit of
They
a
lowballed him
beef
and-
with Pat Riley.
Yeah.
They lowballed him, and then he was like,
After he
he's
played
like,
great.
all right, peace. I'm gonna go to Chicago, and they formed this like mini big three with him, Rajon Rondo, and Jimmy Butler. And then
That was
ultimately
They could have beat Celtics.
fell apart. He went to Cleveland for a little bit. Really was an uneventful tenure. Then he wound up right back with the Chicago. He wound up right back with Miami Heat, and that's where he ended his career.
That's tough just because it was past his prime, you know.
It was, but he's a franchise legend, kind of like
Leaving, not being a one jersey
Yes.
guy is what almost
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
weird. To
That
look
one, you
back
thought
at.
D-Wade was definitely going to be like a one jersey.
like the
guy.
Mavericks. They kept keeping Dirk on the roster until he could really not play anymore.
Yeah,
He
You
was,
know,
I think his last year, he was like on the bench most of the year.
His last year, he played with Luca.
Yeah.
It was
they
a
were
rookie
taking
Luca.
care of him though, which is the right thing.
And then the last moment, Kyrie Irving requesting a trade from the Cavaliers and then getting traded to the Boston Celtics.
Then leaving Boston.
He was different because I feel like he was still really young when he left. Like he didn't like if we're looking at the list of guys we're naming, Steph, like Kevin Durant leaving OKC, he was there for a long time. Dirk was there forever. D Wade was there for 10+ years. Kyrie really wasn't in Cleveland forever or for a long, long time. So it felt a little different. But it really, for that one, it was just media. Him kind of like not liking Braun, low broing him. But he should have stayed. They could have easily ran the East, even though LeBron still went to the finals without him. But they could have easily ran the East for a
Yeah,
while.
that felt like a situation where he could have stayed, but if LeBron left, it wouldn't have been greener. That team would have been bad. So it was more so he left LeBron. That was the mistake.
The grass being green, the other side part, I think for Kyrie, he wanted to become the franchise player and the number one on a contending team. And to do that on a franchise like the Celtics, which was a meaningful team to him, it's a team that his dad tried out for.
He was really good for them.
There is a layer to that
players.
where he kind of felt like that was the next chapter for his career, and it turned out to not be. So that's why I look at it as a grass isn't greener moment.
Yeah, with the Cavaliers, it was the first overall pick. And I'll be honest, the tenure with the Celtics, it was great until it wasn't. He first seed in the Eastern Conference, he was proving himself. He wanted to take the Kobe route of just proving himself as the best player on the championship team. And things were going good. And that team ended up making the conference finals without him.
And
But
Gordon Hayward.
yeah, you never know. Like, what if they have Kyrie? What if they have Gordon Hayward? Who knows what that
We
team
saw it
could
the
have
next
been.
year.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
lost.
but it's because everybody was in like a contract year. They were like playing for their
Marcus
own money.
Smart, too, in that series.
Yeah,
versus the
it's
Bucks.
a weird timeline too.
Bledsoe had him in a box.
And now in this episode, we also talked about NFL training camp stuff. So I'm going to name you guys NFL training camp headlines, and you tell me if it's nothing or if it's something. NFL training camp, nothing or something. Are these headlines nothing or something? Caleb Williams struggling.
Nothing. I'm not concerned day 1, day 2 of training camp. Ben Johnson, that offensive line is revamped. I'm not worried.
Year 2 quarterback learning new offense. To me, this is not anything unexpected. I think it's fine.
Nothing.
Micah Parsons contract dispute with the
This
Cowboys.
is
Something.
something.
This is something
Pay him.
for
This
sure.
This is the difference between the Eagles, who take care of their players ahead of time. They pay him, and then it turns out to be good contracts in the long haul, and the Cowboys who complicate it and are playing those players more in
There
the
is
back end.
also an avenue where we can get Micah Parsons.
Well, the Cowboys are never going to trade him
we
to
don't
Philly.
know. We don't know what they're
we
doing.
we
But-
do know they're never going to do that. 'cause
Micah-
they're
to
not
Green
Ruben
Bay.
Brown.
Micah's going to play. He's there in training camp right now, but this just becomes more likely that at some point he requests a trade.
And the Cowboys always make it more difficult on themselves.
Always.
They can pay their players earlier, not pay them as much, but they wait to the absolute last minute to where TJ Watt gets paid. At this point, I'm thinking Trey Hendrickson's going to get paid before Micah Parsons. Dak Prescott ballooning up to $60 million per year because everybody got paid before him. The Cowboys are just bad business, man. Dan Campbell stopped Lions practice because the defensive players were hitting the offensive players too hard.
Nothing. It just sounds like the defense is locked in. They're ready to get back to work. This was a defense that was banged up all last year, losing a lot of their prime players. They've been itching to get back to it, so nothing.
You also have new defensive coordinator there and offensive, obviously, but maybe that defensive coordinator is just trying to prove what he is and his worth. So I don't think it's anything.
There's not enough smoke for this one. I think it's nothing.
Justin Jefferson quoted saying, have to have patience with new quarterback J.J. McCarthy, who's about to make his first start
He's right.
this
So
upcoming
I
season.
guess it is something.
This
He's right.
This is nothing to me. This speaks on just the maturity of Jefferson and where he's been at, and he doesn't want to put too much expectations on JJ, as you shouldn't. Coming off an injury, gonna be his first reps in the league. I would say this is nothing. I trust in the receivers they have. I trust in the coaching they have over there. Nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. I'd be more concerned if he said something like, you know what, JJ's better pick this up quick. If not, we're going to get him out of here. He's a young quarterback. He's got to learn.
It's something to me in a good way. It shows leadership and self-awareness by our star players, and also understanding that's going to take some time for their second-year quarterback.
And then the last headline, Michael Penix Jr. hinting at Kyle Pitts getting the ball more.
I like it. Yeah, inject confidence into your weapons. I read this different than you guys. I think it's something in the sense that you want your young quarterback to show that optimism in his weapons and a chemistry with them, and that, to me, is something.
I think this is something because this is probably the last year for Kyle Pitts to show you something.
We'll have another 5 more years until we talk about him, until he eventually breaks out again.
Yeah, like Michael Penix, new quarterback, rookie last year, instilling some confidence in his tight end. So definitely something. It speaks on the leadership of Michael Penix. And God willing, your top pick finally shows out and be what he was supposed to be. So something.
I'm not sold on day one reports. It's something that has to get proven within these games, because the last few games Michael Penix played, he was locked in on Drake London. That was his number one option. It wasn't like Kyle Pitts was, getting 10 targets a game.
As a proud and disappointed Kyle Pitts yearly fantasy drafter, I think this is something. This is getting my blood boiling. This is getting me excited. I'm feeling like this might be the year that Kyle Pitts puts it all together. He has a quarterback that's young, that's hungry, that has already made a promise to the media and all fantasy owners that have Kyle Pitts that he's going to be getting the ball this upcoming season. And I'm excited. I think this is something.
Okay.
You had me too much. I'm changing my answer to nothing.
Now, Mr. Dells, NFL fantasy stuff, we got to do a couple buying or selling things because fantasy's coming up and people are probably drafting. They're going to draft soon. And we're going to give our takes on whether we're buying or selling these players in fantasy this upcoming season.
Yes, this is buying or selling fantasy football edition. Are you buying Justin Fields being a top 10 quarterback for fantasy this year?
I am buying. He's going to have the rushing yards. He's going to have a great passing year. Garrett Wilson's going to have 1,600 yards. Justin Fields is going to have 25 touchdowns. He's going to have, I want to say, 1,100 rushing yards, 2,500 passing yards. I think this is going to be the breakout year. I'm buying.
Joel, what do you think?
I'm selling this. I just can't buy in on Justin Fields. And
Bought
I know
in on Zach
the
Wilson.
Russian, that was before I knew that he was really.
You just got to buy in on him for
really
fantasy.
bad.
Fog of War at that time, Rick. There was fog of
for
war.
me, I'm selling
my
Justin
head.
Fields. There's too many great quarterbacks for me to say he's going to finish as a top 10 quarterback in fantasy.
Top 15 I can see. Top 10 is a little bit rich
We're
for
here,
me.
guys.
I'm gonna sell this one.
Are you buying or selling Ashton Genty as a top 5 running back? He's getting drafted over Christian McCaffrey. He's getting drafted over Josh Jacobs, Devon Achane.
I am buying this one. We've already seen the reports that they're going to utilize him heavily in this passing game, and Geno Smith is a quarterback that can get him active in that aspect. And as a rusher, I think this offense lands a lot of potential, but more importantly, Genty has the upside to be a game-breaking type of running back who teams don't want to wrap up after contact. I think absolutely buying.
I want to say I'm selling. And the reason why I'm selling is because you got Saquon Barkley, you got Derrick Henry. I think those two are still going to be exceptional this year. I love Jahmyr Gibbs. I think Bijan Robinson is phenomenal. That fifth guy, I think, is going to be Jonathan Taylor this year. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be a stud this year from start to finish. That's why I'm selling.
I'm buying Ashton Genty. I mean, you heard what the Raiders said. He's going to have 350 touches this upcoming season. I mean, if he stays healthy, he is going to finish as a top 5 fantasy running back, historic level college production. And I think the Raiders are going to surprise some people with how good their offense is going to be, especially with Geno Smith at quarterback.
Are you buying Jackson Smith and Jigba as a wide receiver 1 this year? Right now, he's getting drafted over Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, and Devontae Adams.
I'm buying. I think this is JSN, right?
JSN.
Fucking confused me saying his whole name. I'm buying. I think he has all the tools to be a wide receiver number 1. I think they traded DK to kind of give him more keys to that offense. And you saw Sam Darnold last year kind of be electric in that offense. Obviously, Seattle is not the same situation as Minnesota, but JSN is going to get peppered with targets. I think he's going to have a great year. He's a really good route runner. His hands are there. I think he's going to be exceptional this year. I'm buying.
I'm buying it on a very low level because of the fact that it's a downgrade at quarterback, but I like the fact that Metcalf's no longer in the picture. Lockett's also out, and Cooper Kupp to me is not going to be someone who dominates the touches as much, and I feel like JSN, like you highlighted, is going to have high volume. So I like it, but I don't love the offense, and that's why I'm teetering on the line.
Wide receiver 1, I'm selling this. I feel like if I have a fantasy team and JSN is the best receiver who I'm relying on week in and week out to produce at a high level, I don't feel great about it
yards.
because the Seahawks offensive line is still a major question mark. Yeah. I think Sam Darnold is a good quarterback, but with Minnesota, he flourished because he had a really good offensive infrastructure. Mm-hmm. The Seahawks don't have that same level of offensive infrastructure. So for that reason, I'm selling. I think there's a lot of risk within the Seahawks offense for him to be my wide receiver number 1.
Will this player bounce back in 2025 Fantasy Football Edition? First name up, your guy, Joel. Jordan Love. He was the QB5 in 2023, the QB17 in 2024.
Damn.
I think he's going to bounce back. I know it was a drop-off with fantasy, but if you look at the real-life numbers, he actually improved across the board. He had a higher QBR this past season. He was much more consistent. And I think Jordan Love being healthy, because he was unhealthy this past season, he's going to be healthy this upcoming year. And now he has Matthew Golden, who should be their best wide receiver. I think Jordan Love has a bounce back season.
Shouldn't be Dontavius Wicks.
Dontavian.
If he learns how to catch, he's gonna be damn good for sure. You best believe that.
I'm buying it. I think he ain't gonna be the 17th ranked quarterback. I think he'll probably hover around 7-10. So I'm buying it.
I'm absolutely buying it. He had the MCL sprain in week 1. He had the groin injury midseason. Even an elbow injury in the last game. You look at their season, and it was clear they needed a little bit more, an injection of explosiveness in that receiving attack. I believe Matthew Golden gives him it, so I'm absolutely buying this.
How about Breece Hall? He was the RB5 in 2023. He was the RB17 in 2024.
In some people's eyes, he was RB1, RB2, better than Saquon. He was a lot of things. RB17 is strong.
I just don't feel great about this one.
It's really low.
Don't overthink it.
You know what, Dallas? I'm with you.
You're with Justin Fields.
I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I think he's going to be higher than RB17. I think Justin Fields is going to be able to open up the field for him.
Rodgers would open up the field for him last year in the receiving game, and I'm not confident that Fields will be able to do the same thing.
Hey, man. So. Sometimes you RPOs and shit.
I don't know if I want to buy in on this. I really have to because I made a major trade and I got Breece Hall, so I'm really relying on him. I traded Marvin Harrison Jr. for Breece Hall and R.J. Harvey, and then J.K. Dobbins went and signed with the Broncos. But I need a running back depth because I had A.J. Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., McLaurin. I had a lot of wide receivers. I needed a running back.
Traded McLaurin.
No way. He doesn't have that much value in Dynasty because he's older. But so Breece Hall is hard because the Jets were 29th in run block win rate, and Aaron Rodgers is a much better check down quarterback than Justin Fields. Mm-hmm. He's going to get out there quicker. It really just relies on how good this Jets run block and offensive line is going to be. And for me, it just depends on how high I'm drafting Breece Hall. I really don't feel that comfortable in this.
We're here, Dels.
I can't say yes, Dels. I can't say he's gonna have a bounce back year.
Jets gonna bounce back. Running game
in a big way. We're due.
So due.
This is your guy, Riv.
Hey, Fields is gonna steal his touchdowns. Just letting you know.
I'm excited for that.
That's not gonna help his fantasy production at all.
I ain't drafting.
This is your guy, Riv. DJ Moore was the wide receiver 6 in 2023. He was the wide receiver 16 in 2024. 16? But he only had 3 weeks inside the top 20. So he had some huge weeks. The majority of the season, he disappointed.
You said wide receiver 16?
Last year, he was 16.
Him finishing 16, and that was a down year for him, makes me buy. The reason why I'm going to buy. New coach. I think the coaching is important. They're going to open up the route tree for DJ Moore. DJ Moore is still in there. I want everybody to know that. DJ Moore very much is still in there. Caleb Williams is a much better quarterback than Justin Fields. I think DJ Moore is going to have an extreme elite bounce back year.
His first half of the last season was truly dreadful, but it picked up in the second half. Just so inconsistent, and I feel you're going to find more consistency with Ben Johnson coming in. I will buy this one. But wide receiver 16 in a season like last year, I'm not
like he was wide receiver 40.
It did not feel like that. I'm not. Know what? I'm gonna have to sell because I don't think he'll be wide receiver top 16 again.
I promise.
He wasn't reliable at all. I mean, I think DJ Moore is too talented to have another down year like he had this past season in fantasy, and it's really all on Caleb Williams and how accurate he could be with the football. I'm gonna buy it on Ben Johnson, his new look Bears offense, and I'm buying on DJ Moore having a bounce back.
Last name, we were just talking about him. Kyle Pitts had 1,000 yards as a rookie, has not had more than 700 yards since. Are you buying into what Michael Penix is saying?
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm buying this. I think Kyle Pitts is finally going to make all the fantasy managers that have been waiting for the breakouts finally reap the rewards, the fruits of their labor. I think this is the year for Kyle Pitts.
Listen, I ain't touching this one unless he's my tight end too.
Yo, Dels, call me a gambler. Call me a high-risk type of guy. I'm buying
Don't
everything.
listen to a word we're
You
saying at
just
this point. You
sold
can't. You can't.
me Kyle Pitts, breakout year, Michael Penix Jr., Drake London. Let's do it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, give me your panic meter on these players dealing with injuries or contracts. First name up, Justin Jefferson and his hamstring strain.
Number 3. Because one thing about Justin Jefferson is he comes into the season, he's healthy. Obviously, he has some banged up injuries in the middle of the season. But what you've gotten from that man is 3 1,500-yard seasons in 4 seasons and repeated 1,000 yards. He's been the best receiver in football for the last 3 seasons. We're locked in.
I'm not super concerned about the injury. Obviously, I think the biggest question here is his chemistry with J.J. McCarthy in his de facto rookie year. So I'll give this also a 3 out of 10.
I'm going to
Maybe
give
2.
this a 5 because hamstring injuries can be really tricky. They could linger on. They could bother you.
You'd rather in
But the
training
fact
camp.
that it's happened so early, it gives them enough time to recover. So that's why I'm going with the 5.
How about Terry McLaurin? How about Terry McLaurin and his contract situation? Still isn't at camp. Can he get traded? Will he get a contract?
I'm at 6.5. I feel like Terry is at an age where he wants to make that last bag, and I think he should. I also think Washington, for me, doesn't feel like they're pushing the buttons. I feel like they're not being as aggressive as they should be. You just made the NFC Championship. This is your top guy on offense, your number 1 wide receiver. He's 30, 31 years old. He still can play at a high level. I'm at a 6.5, 7. I do feel like he's not going to leave, but I just don't like how Washington's being too lackadaisical with it.
You can't love your 30-year-old receiver start missing and skipping the start of training camp. I'm going to put this around a 6 out of 10.
I'm going to go with a 7. I mean, I don't know why Deal hasn't gotten done so far. He has been super loyal to a team that's had a bad situation and bad quarterback play for so many years. They should get a deal done, and we see that the longer a player holds out and does not practice, the more rusty they are early in the season.
You know, with Ayuk?
So, yeah, exactly. So I'm definitely giving this a 7.
Last name up, Joe Mixon. He was placed on the NFI list. He was seen in the spring in a walking boot. We know last year he was dealing with some foot and ankle injuries. They brought in Nick Chubb as the backup. Are you worried about Joe Mixon still being the workhorse running back in 2025?
I'm at a 4 because I don't think, even if Joe Mixon was healthy, I don't think he was going to be a workhorse this year. I think even if they was going to split it a little bit, but I think they were going to lean more into the pass game. I really love what they did in the draft. I love that Nico Collins is going to be fully healthy for this start of the season. And I just can feel a sense of rejuvenation from the Houston offense where CJ Stroud is going to win MVP.
This is a weird one because the Texans' offensive line is not good, and his second half of the season was a total polar opposite from his great start last year. I put this around a 6 to a 7 because they are expecting him to be that same reliable back, and I don't know if you're going to get that this year.
Nick
So
Chubb's
this is
back.
a 7.
I'm going with an 8. I thought Joe Mixon's efficiency wasn't that good last season, and in large part due to the offensive line situation with the Texans. But that's something that you got to be worried about this year as well. The offensive line really isn't that good, and they brought in Nick Chubb, and they also switched from a zone running scheme to a gap scheme. Now I'm getting all nerdy and stuff, but that might open up opportunities for other running backs on the team, mainly someone like Dameon Pierce, who fits a gap scheme much better, who might eat into some touches, although he's not been getting a lot of hype at all. But Joe Mixon, older back, those are always hit or miss. So I'm going to go with an 8. That's going to do it for this episode of the Pick a Side Podcast, episode 499.
500 next.
Yes, 500 is next. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys can follow us on Instagram and on TikTok at Pick a Side Podcast, on Twitter at Pick a Side Pod. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.